Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 452nd episode of the Geekverse podcast. I am the Clown Prince of Podcast, Travis Snail, and I'm joined by...
Your friendly neighborhood caster, Kirkland Patzer.
I am the Adam Hartcaster, Dylan Muss.
And the movies, Taylor Field.
On the movies. Ladies and gentlemen, we got lots of great stuff popping off always, but this is a special one because I'm very excited. We do this yearly, or annually, I should say, but last year we had a very reduced version because we only had a few movies come up, but this year it's back in full throttle. So we did an MCU one, we're doing this one, and then I think after this weekend, what's going to start happening for the patrons is you will start being able to vote. So I think I'm going to try and plan every day for a category to go out. You guys vote, and you guys will have big say because we all get our votes right here, but we'll have the GV winner, but the overall winner you guys get to pick, and it's any tier. So whether it's phase 1 or phase 4, whatever it is, you get to help out decide who is going to be the winner of the most prestigious awards around, the Golden Geeks. Today there's lots of stuff going on. There's a Peacemaker review coming out. We just did the Boba Fett series finale. We just had Side Quest episode 1 drop. All this good stuff. Where can they find on the interwebs?
Ladies and gentlemen, you can find us with your internet connection in the search bar. Geekverse.ca is our home base. Geekversecast on our Twitter. Geekverse on our Facebook.
Oh, I thought you were going. Nope. And as I previously mentioned, yes, we had the debut episode of Geekverse Side Quest. Dylan, you want to talk about what you did this week and promote, because I'm sure you kind of already know what your main topic is coming up for this Tuesday. Side Quest premiered this week.
Sure did. Yeah, the main topic this week was Pokemon Arceus review, so you can check that out. There's other topics in there, talk about a bunch of other games. Next week, we're doing a review of, me and Kirkland are going to be reviewing Sifu, and we're also talking about the fucking flaming Nintendo Direct that came out today. I'm excited to talk about both of those topics.
Oh, yeah, that's like... I'm not going to get into it, but man, the fact that we live in a world where Strikers is less than a year away on Switch, it's a good thing. They'll mention it here, but I'll mention this whenever that game comes out. We're going to be doing like a full, like maybe not 24 hours, but what we did for Marvel Ultimate Alliance. We're going to be doing something similar because Striker's been something. That's the first. It's not that we've talked about this before. I think when we did our 5 years best GV moments, it's not technically the first Gauntlet match, but it was the Gauntlet for the Gauntlet. It was me and Taylor versus Dylan and Briggs, and we had a 2v2. And we did the promo videos, the packages, everything.
Those skits.
That's where the idea started. Like, we could do this more. Like, Strikers is big, so I'm very excited to hear you guys talk about that. I'm just excited for that to be in life. And so if you want to find that show, whether it's on the main feed like everything else, or it has its own separate feed, you just got to search Geek for Side Quest, just like everything else. The reviews, the news, the retrospectives, it's all there. Retrospectives, I can't announce that the Batman, the last one, will be the Dark Knight. And I'm actually, because me and Dylan never finished it, but I'm going to be releasing. We did for Patreon like a year and a half ago, the Arkham Asylum retrospective. So I'm gonna put that out for people to hear, and then next week the Harry Potter retrospective will be starting because Fantastic Beasts, as of right now, is, I won't say just around the corner, but a few months away. So you got one retrospective and then another one. So lots of good things, lots of good content. Everything is down below. The links where to find us, subscribe, rate, review, and most importantly, Patreon. You get exclusive ad-free episodes, stuff like the Arkham Asylum thing you could have listened to a year and a half ago. There's tons of other things you could listen to right now. You can listen to this ad-free, lots of good stuff, and it's the best way to support us. The reason we have different shows, more content, is because you're listening to the show on the feed, or more importantly, supporting us Patreon. So that's everything, I believe. So Manscaped, might talk a little bit more about that later, but 20% off, free shipping, GV Pod, go do it. The link is down below. As always, if you know the rules, I'm just going to give you a quick little, briefing of what we do. We have a bunch of categories, and we'll go over them. Like, I can't remember how many there's like 8 or 9 or something. But what we do is, this is the Golden Geeks. Every category has 5 nominees, but what we do is we kind of have contenders first, and we all go around the room and kind of say, why we think this would be, why we should nominate, yada, yada, yada. And then we will devise a list. This is just the nominations, and then the winners, this will be announced, I think, in March-ish, around the MCU winners as well. So you have a month, and that's why we kind of do a little, we timed it originally with the Oscars and stuff like that, and that's when I do some stats. So I'm going to do what we do every year, and I'm just going to start off. I know it's the big one, but I want to do best film because I feel like that's always the best overall, that we talk about everything kind of in general, and then we'll break down the actresses, and stuff like that. But this is as easy as it goes. Best film, what we consider is the best film. Taylor Field, what would you like to nominate as your first contender? Let's just get right into it. The longtime people know if they know what we're into, and the new people, they'll catch along. So what are you putting up as a contender?
I mean, elephant in the room here. Spider-Man No Way Home.
I will
elephant.
back it.
I will back that movie as cinema.
As cinema. Absolute
Pure.
cinema.
I thought it was pure cinema.
It's
Or am I
absolute
listening?
cinema. Toby's pure cinema. I don't think any of those quotes are actually real. They're
I don't
just-
think so either. I watched that
No.
interview. I'm like, I don't remember any of these quotes, but I like this.
Well, the Andrew one's from something else, so I didn't see that interview. But the Toby never said pure cinema at any point in that interview. So, but
No.
okay, so we have at least, and that's how it goes. It goes majority. So obviously, there's 4 of us, so you would need 3. So obviously, Taylor put it up as a contender. Me and Kirkland backed it. Dylan, I think you did as well.
Dylan hated it. Did
Dylan,
not
yeah,
want it
1
on
out
there.
of
Yeah,
10.
just wait. Do we need 3 people to back it or 2 in this form? Or
I think
wait,
just
one other
majority.
person?
I guess 2. Yeah,
Okay.
2. If someone's nominated, they need 2
I
at
see.
least. So they need half
Yeah.
the room, and this is just the contenders, and then we'll start to pencil it down. So, Dylan Muss, you did a lot of catching up on stuff. It was a few
I
weeks
did.
ago, and you're like, "Oh, I'm watching this." So you'd like done a whole bunch of things. So I'm curious, what do you want to shout out as your first contender of the year?
So I mean, this one's not a surprise. I
Mm-hmm.
joined for the review of this one, and this one's caused some heated debates in our personal chat. But I'm gonna nominate Dune.
I will back
Kirkland,
that.
Are you gonna back it?
I will 9 out of 10 back that.
You see what's gonna happen? He's gonna back it, and then later on, he's gonna unbag. I don't sure.
But I
but
do.
no.
I got strategies tonight.
Absolutely, I would back Dune.
Nice.
I will drop a backing.
Okay, so Dune and Spidey are in there. Kirk and Patzer, what do you got? We got 2 contenders so far, and like I've said before, 5 nominees. So these are just the starting.
It is my time to shine. I'm going to bring in 007, No Time to Die.
Ooh.
I back it. Oh no,
Taylor's.
So yeah. So is that
What?
on the list now? And then we'll talk about it later.
No,
Well,
it's just off
I
the
need
list.
another backing.
Okay, I'll back it. I'll back it for
Oh
now.
my
I'll back it.
I was scared. I was scared there.
Taylor, did you actually see No Time to Die?
I watched it.
Oh
it.
my
Oh,
god!
you watched like 2
Wow.
times speed probably.
Yeah, wow.
I mean,
that's-
for me personally, like it was solid, but I've only seen Casino Royale, so I feel like I just don't have the emotional like grip with the character. And what's the spoiler situation? Can I spoil one?
I
line
would
or
say
anything?
every movie is on the
Okay.
table because we're gonna have to talk about scenes and performances. So
Yeah.
if there's
Yeah.
any movies like I'd say that are the biggest geek movies of the year, if you haven't got around to seeing a Dune, a Spider-Man, I would tune out and come back to when we announce the winners. That's why you kind of leave some. That's why we even do this later in the year, so then people had time to catch up. So yeah, anything's on the table for spoilers.
So yeah, the one thing I was gonna say is that I feel like there was a few things in here that obviously kind of are paying off this character that's been built up over what is it 4 or 5 movies?
Yeah, this
And
was
like one of
fifth,
them
yeah.
was like Christoph Waltz's character, like seems like a cool scene and all, but I have no idea who this character is, and I wasn't given a reason to care or understand him in like this 2-minute scene. So I was sitting there for 15 minutes, like I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this, like this. But I'm sure for you guys, that's like, oh, this was so cool to see him come back. But anyway,
Yeah.
I feel
Low
like
point
there's
of the
quite
movie,
a few of
but-
that in the movie. So.
Well, it's good to have it as a contender. It might not last
Yeah.
long, but it made it up.
I at least needed it on the board for my own sake. I would
Yeah.
have just
I think
yeah,
that's
I would have been
fair.
sad.
I'm going to go with the movie that I was very excited for, the movie that we took the no trailer rule for. I'm going to put Last Night in Soho by Edgar Wright. That is
I'll
my
back it.
contender.
Hard back.
Okay, there's a backing there.
Taylor,
So
have
we
you seen that one?
I did.
Nice.
Very cagey. I feel like
I'm gonna ask him that every movie that I pitch. I'm gonna ask him
Yeah.
that.
There's if anyone hasn't watched before, there's kind of like a bluffing game element to it. We're kind of playing
Mm-hmm.
each other, trying to get our favorites in there. And yeah, Taylor's
It's a
not-
strategy
He's
element.
not playing any cards yet. Spider-Man
No,
was
Kirkland
like the safe
fucked
card.
me over in that.
Oh, I
Marvel
know.
one.
He's got a vendetta against
All my
me
cards
tonight.
are close to my chest.
Yeah.
It's so fucking weird.
I
My
believe we're
computer
back
just.
to Taylor now.
You all right? You right there, Travis?
Oh yeah, my computer just like like I'm into the Olympics enough, but it just like updated me random. Like Canada won gold, just very random.
Go Canada.
Go Canada.
It's like a
But-
public service announcement.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, no, and I agree with Taylor because, like, I said this on the MCU one. The reason I'm a bit more cagey now for contenders because I remember last year for Onward, I backed Chris Pratt just to get in, and then when it came out in the finals, I was like, I really don't want him in there, and he got in. So that's why I'm like, if I really don't want a movie in there really at all, like potentially, I'm being a bit more. If people wonder why I'm being more cutthroat this year, that's why because I saw the room can change very quickly, you know. And I guess we'll have to figure out. Well, I guess we've said before, if we ever get to a tiebreaker, the patrons would decide on a nominee. So if that ends up happening, we'll go. So Taylor Field, what's another movie you want to throw up as a contender?
Oh, I'm gonna toss into the pot Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Haven't seen it.
I
I'm
wanted to
surprised.
watch
This is the best film. Why didn't you tell me to watch this?
That's true. None of us really said that. Yeah, I liked it a lot. I know it's not in my top 5, so I wouldn't back it. So sorry about that. No, Kirkland didn't back
Check
it
the
either.
Discord. I
No,
asked if I had time to watch
I
it.
just wanted to know.
Dylan Muss.
I will. I don't know. I don't know what you guys are gonna think about this, but I'm gonna nominate *Malignant*.
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
I back
Absolutely.
Malignant. Taylor's face.
As best film, no.
I saw that it didn't get the best reviews, so I don't really know what people. I know you guys told me to watch it, so
Outstanding
obviously,
reviews on the Geekverse podcast. That's the only ones that matters.
I like to see it. Cool. I love that movie. It was awesome.
I guess it's me now, eh?
Well, Travis looks like he's stuck in a Joker laugh
Oh,
there.
no.
He is scary. Yeah.
Okay, he's back. He's back.
He's looking like, yeah, okay. I'm going to pitch. Probably won't get back. Yeah, I'll just throw it out there. Green Knight.
I back it.
I'll back it. Yep.
Oh, I don't like these. Oh man.
No, Taylor. That's a hard no from him.
Yeah.
A24.
Anything
Absolutely not best
A24.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know how this goes because I feel like I was so high on it in the summer, but I never got too much of like a oh yeah rah. But I know people have seen it. I'm nominating the first Fear Street. I love them all, but I'm nominating Fear Street Part 1.
I'd back
Backed.
that. Sure.
Okay, it's backed. Okay, because the other ones I think there's some debate there and stuff, but the first one I think is a great '90s slasher
Yeah.
flick. So
Yeah, I like the first two. The third, no good.
I'm the other.
No
no
mas.
good. Yeah. Oh, I'm the other way. I actually I like them all, but my second is my least favorite. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Okay, that's
Yeah. Taylor, it's back to you for what you want to put up there as a contender.
I am going to throw out Candyman.
I'll back it for now.
I can't.
Oh.
No, I can't. No.
Oh. There
It's
you
okay.
go.
I won't forget this.
He's going to stew on it for a year. Remember me? I'm the Candyman.
Yeah. All right, Dylan Muss.
Yeah, where are we at here? Okay. I'll go with Shang-Chi. Is that a best
back
film
it.
contender for you
Backed.
guys?
I'll back
All
it.
right. There we go.
I will throw out the Suicide Squad. It's my confident pitch. Oh.
Check out our Peacemakers review every week.
Yeah.
I do enjoy
Yeah.
it, but I just know I'm not gonna have my top 5. That's where I know.
There's a
Okay,
reason I had a
it's in some of my
question
other
mark on that
categories,
pitch.
but,
The,
yeah.
the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those that's gonna pop up for me in like 2 or 3. But
Yeah.
just for the best picture, I just couldn't get there. Sorry, S Bubs, because that's his favorite movie of the year, but
Ooh.
it's not happening here. So
Like unironically, favorite movie of the year?
yeah, it's his favorite movie
Wow.
of the year. Loved it. Yeah.
That's
So
bold.
I will throw out. I know Kirkland will be with me. I don't know tonight right away. Yeah, Deny my number 1 movie of 2021. I think Kirkland will be with me because we reviewed it. But Raya and the Last Dragon.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll back that.
Okay, I wasn't sure if those two had seen it because I didn't put it on the list. So okay, Taylor Field, back to you.
Free Guy.
Oh, I didn't even think about Free
I-
Guy.
I watched 30 minutes of that and I was like, this sucks. And I was
What?
I'm
Oh,
sorry. I did
man.
not like
Really?
that.
Missed a great cameo at the end.
What was
I
the
think we
cameo?
lost Travis
Spoiler.
again.
Spoilers open.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, spoilers is open. The cameo, is that what you're asking?
I'm
Chris
not gonna
Evans.
finish it. So.
Chris Evans showed up because there's one moment where he like pulls out Cap's shield and then Chris Evans is watching and he's like, "What the fuck?" And then it like cuts out. It was really funny.
So I cut out for a second. Did Kirkland back it?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay, I would have
This
backed
guy.
it.
I remembered what he did to
guy.
me on the last nomination.
Very enjoyable feature film. I had a really good time, and anytime I watch him, smile. Dill,
I did
I
not
thought
like it,
you'd
man.
really dig it, especially
You-
like the.
To be
gaming
fair, you
world
guys
thing.
didn't recommend it, so
Yeah.
I didn't feel the need to watch it
Yeah.
to the end. But yeah, I was like 30 minutes in. I was also not feeling the best that day, so maybe my mindset was like
You're just
in a bad
angry.
place. I just
Fuck
got
that.
my
Fuck you,
like,
Ryan Reynolds.
I just got my booster, so I was just feeling like super loopy and shit. But I was like, even in that, when I was just sitting around doing nothing all day, I was like, I don't want to finish this. So
No, fair enough.
sorry, Free Guy.
I got a
Dylan.
pitch.
Oh, you
Oh,
got a
sorry.
pitch.
No.
No, don't pitch
Dylan's
ahead.
Yeah, Dylan, go.
I think I'm good. I think I'm good actually. Yeah.
I'm glad I asked. I'm gonna go Encanto.
Did
Anybody
that
see
come out
that?
this year?
Yeah,
It says 2021.
Yeah, it
It,
did.
it came out this year?
November. No, last year. It came out theaters
Oh.
November, then Disney
Oh.
Plus in December. I like it, but I won't back it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought that came out
Understandable.
this year. I probably would have watched it. My bad.
yeah.
Did it get released on Disney later?
I just said
Oh, I didn't listen.
December.
You
and
cut
then-
out.
No, November. You know what, Spike the Mike Daniels? Back up a little. I know you're in the soup, but back up from your
I'm
mic.
excited.
But yeah, no, I guess it's just because I know the murders category we got it right now, and I don't know. I liked Raya better. I guess that's where I'm at. You know.
Okay, I got a part 2 of my pitch here.
Part 2.
Venom. Just kidding. I can't say
Oh,
that. The
no.
Matrix Resurrections.
Just can't get a top 5 for me.
Yeah, fair. Okay. I wanted to bring it up.
Trav, Patty coming on hot with the cutoff under the blazer. What I got? Oh, thank you very. Like, look at that. I got it's formal and casual at the same time, but dressy. You know, but I'm not looking as good as Kirkland. I'll give Kirkland gets a full on points. I respect where it is. I wasn't expecting that. As
Got
says,
Taylor today.
Tycoon Free Guy is one of the worst best performances of a villain 2021. Depends on if you like Free Guy ironically or unironically. Again, it won't come up. Same as Jared Leto. Watch House of Gucci and he gives the worst / best performance of all time. It's crazy, but he didn't get nominated. I have no other movies on my list that I would throw out there.
I was gonna shout out Luca, the other Pixar movie, but I don't think I'm passionate enough to fight for it. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know if you guys watched that one and liked it. or
I
not.
did. I think I'm the same as you that I liked it, but I don't have it stacking against any of these
Yeah.
guys right now. So Kirkland,
I'm
no
same.
Eternals. No Eternals.
Are we moving on? Are we moving on?
Yeah, I
Did that
guess
movie
so.
come out this year? I thought that was a
And
2019
then
movie.
just to be clear, Don't Look Up is not eligible. We're not talking about that.
Well,
is
it
it?
could, but it's the same thing as some of the other ones. I wouldn't.
It's
I don't
kind
think.
of a weird genre spot.
Yeah,
so
but I
can
wouldn't.
see it, but-
I don't think I would. I know it wouldn't be my top 5. I think that's it. I think even there's a few other movies that I know would be up there, but it's
Well, are we
I really
talking-
enjoy it.
Well, I guess we should. Are we talking about that? What do you guys think? Like genre-wise, is it eligible for this at all?
I don't. I
haven't
would,
seen it.
but I don't think they've
Okay.
seen it.
Have you seen it, Taylor?
Oh, Taylor
I did
did,
see it.
yeah.
Yep.
What do you think, Taylor?
'Cause
I'm
I
trying to-
loved it. I thought it was great.
I liked it too. Like it's one of those movies that it really just sits with you for a long time, and I think it has its moments that it could. I feel like it could qualify into the genre that we're kind of going at, especially with the ending too, like the post credits ending.
Right. Okay.
That,
Would
how wacky that goes, that sends it into our domain. So
Would you back it right now?
I would probably back it right now. That's one of the more prominent ones
I'll
that
back
really
it to
stuck
put
with
it in.
me.
All right.
I'll back it to put it in then for now. So
Sounds good.
I don't know how far it goes, but yeah, it's a great movie. Okay, so I think we've all shout out everything we have. So oh no, Taylor still has something.
I'm gonna throw Spiral out there.
No, I
No,
can't
can't
do
do
it. I didn't.
Son of a gun.
I wish. I really wish, but I didn't hate that movie. Just yeah, tough. So okay, so now Dylan must for the video listeners. He's
Yeah,
gonna
I have
share
this,
what we have. Perfect. Look
so
at
not
that.
very pretty. Sorry about that.
Oh, that
but
works.
Oh, it's
Gets
gorgeous.
the job done.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we literally got to cut this list in half.
Yeah. I think
boy.
there's a couple easy locks in my mind. Do we
I
wanna-
agree.
Like Spider-Man, is that just a lock at this point?
I honestly think, and I don't know, Kirkland might really push back against Dune, but I think the top 2 to me
Yeah.
are locked. No Way
Dune's
Home
a
and
lock for
Dune.
me.
Yeah, I think
Only
those
10 out of 10 movies should be locked.
like so. Me and Dylan both believe those 2 should be locked. Kirkland and Taylor, what do you think? Because these guys are always a little scared to lock stuff, but it's like if it's obvious, it's obvious. You know,
What's our
Spider-Man,
total
No Way
amount
Home.
we're allowed? 5?
5. Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, let's for the audio listeners, just quickly the list that we have right now is Spider-Man: No Way Home, Dune, No Time to Die, Last Night in Soho, Malignant, The Green Knight, Fear Street Part 1, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, The Raya and the Last Dragon, and Don't Look Up.
Mhm.
So yeah, Spider-Man is Spider-Man unanimous like locking,
I think so.
Insta-lock.
Yeah, it's an insta lock.
and how about Dune?
I think it's an insta lock.
Yeah, that's a lock.
Taylor, why did you? But Taylor, pitch. What was your not insta lock? Why? Because I see you.
I see you.
I hear you, Vampire Man. I don't see that.
I don't know. Like, I love Dune, but I don't know if I could jump to it right away yet because there's still some really good ones out there that I really like.
That's okay. It's already locked, so like you don't
Yeah,
have to
we
think
got
too
three
hard
of us.
about
Should
it.
we just? Should we
Oh,
just,
yeah.
Punch
There
that
you
in?
go.
I just want to hear.
I have a lot of
why,
power right
you know.
now. I feel like.
Yeah,
You do.
He can do. So now we got to pick 3 more. So I want to. So this because to get out of the way, I want people's thoughts on Green Knight because I'm the one that reviewed it. I absolutely love this movie. It was my favorite movie of the year until I think kind of once we got in that October where it's like No Time to Die, Dune last night. So I was okay. Green Knight fell quite a bit, but I loved it. I just felt like it was a trippy horror version of like if you made to me it felt like Death Stranding and Zelda put together. Just this guy on this quest. He's just going through a journey visually, and I know maybe that's where it might come up later. Visually, just absolutely stunning. The score, like I think
The
it's
score was phenomenal.
it's one of my favorite A24 movies, but I feel like I've not heard much praise of it around. So that's why I wanted to go around the horn and see what people thought.
Yeah, I watched it last night, so it's nice and fresh in my memory. And this is one of those like epic films that it takes you on an adventure. I believe it's like one of the oldest like tales of all time, really, like in human history, like the tale of the Green Knight, which is really cool. I like the pacing of it all. It's not like the most rewatchable movie because it's just like by the end of it, it's like it's over. You did well, little knight. Yeah. So I really I feel like I have to watch it a few times just to really catch on because there's so many little symbolism things that are just like I feel like it's easy to miss. But yeah, it's a phenomenal movie and it very much so deserves to be in at least the nominations for best films of the year. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil where I'm leaning, but
Yeah, for me, I think it was just too smart for me at times. Like I just didn't understand some things, and I feel like therefore it didn't have as strong of an impact. But I still really enjoyed it, and yeah, visually, it's amazing. I love a good travel sequence, and like half of this movie is just him cruising around.
Yes.
Some really trippy scenes. I love the Green Knight, that character, just like the practical effects on him is so cool. For me, it's not a lot. Like I want to see a couple other locks, I guess, before we go to that one. But I'm not quite as hot on it as you are. But obviously, I was happy to back it for the sake of nominee phase. So
Taylor Field, we know you in A24. It's rare that it kind of strikes gold.
It's hit or
with
miss
you.
for me. I mean, it depends on the time of day. But when I popped this on, it had a lot of things that I did enjoy. Again, like I like foxes. It's cool to have a little fox buddy in there, and
I do like foxes too. They're underrated.
I honestly just went into this thinking like from point A to point B, like start to finish, like it was all just a dream sequence with dream sequence. I just felt like, okay, like is this really going down? And when we got to the end, it really got. That was the part that I really quite enjoyed was the ending where the Green Knight just cheekishly is just like flicked his finger across his neck. I got a kick out of it, and I don't know if I would ever feel like I'd watch it again. Maybe if I'm celebrating like King Arthur Day or something like that. But
King
like,
Arthur Day.
yeah, I don't know.
is that a holiday in your household?
It is now.
You're gonna dress up as Dev Patel with the crown and everything like that. Okay, so I just want to get everyone's opinion because I hadn't talked about it yet. So so Green Knight's kind of going about. Who wants to talk about something next? Like, what are we looking at here?
Let's talk about Malignant. Why is this up here for best film?
So I feel like we have a tendency of every year we pick our 4 favorites, and there's always that 5th slot for the trippy, crazy movie. Now, I think the tough thing is if it's going to come down to Green Knight versus Malignant for that trippy spot, that's tough for me. But Malignant is definitely that, like, it's that lighthouse, Hereditary, Midsommar type of pick where it's just, I love that movie so much because in my opinion, we debated this on the review, Dylan, that Taylor, because he agreed with Emily that he felt that me and Kirkland felt they were trying to make a bad movie on purpose, like many others. Okay. But Emily and Taylor think that no, it was just a bad movie. Taylor maybe not so much, but there's lots of people that's that debate. For me, I feel like he was on purpose. I'm going to make a very 70s, 80s. You find this at the back of a store. You've never heard it. Crazy film. I love the twist. I love almost everything about it. I don't think it's gonna win, but it's such a unique film. It's kind of like other ones we've had in the past that, man, I just smile, and it just created so many good moments that I loved in that movie.
It's got scenes and other like moments that I think are probably very much noteworthy for other categories, but I don't know about this one.
As a horror movie for me, and in general, I think it just subverts your expectations a lot, and I really appreciated that. I love the use of the villain and the way they're intertwined with the main character. It's so good. It's fucking terrifying and creepy. I think for me, like the last 10 or 15 minutes, I just felt like the acting from the main character was like just awful for some reason, but she was great like the rest of the movie, so it kind of hit me with a bit of a sour spot. But no, I really like, honestly, it could be a top 5 for me. So I could see it. I'm not ready to lock it yet, but I do really enjoy that one. I want to, is there more Malignant talk right now, or can I suggest something else?
I wasn't gonna back it fully just because it's tough to.
You were pretty
compare it to
hard
something that-
backing it though in the contender spot. You were like, oh yeah.
Yeah, and then we got some more names on. I mean, I'm not gonna push it to the wayside yet. Like, don't cross it off because there is 5 slots. I just feel like looking at it and then seeing Spider-Man: No Way Home, Dune, like even like last night in Soho we haven't talked about yet, Green Knight. Like I feel like it just isn't the best movie of the year, but also I absolutely fucking love that movie because what I was just talking about, the Green Knight, like it's a phenomenal movie. It's so epic, but it's not the most rewatchable. I could watch Malignant, all the time. Like it's very entertaining. And yeah, subverting expectations, like Dylan was saying, like it just took me for a wild ride, and maybe it's because I was just so not expecting what happened. It just absolutely blew me away in a very positive sense. So. Maybe I'll put it on simmer for now, and then we'll circle back.
For me, I would love to see Last Night in Soho locked. I
would
love
absolutely
that
agree
movie.
with that movie. Yeah, that is one of my favorite movies of all time. I've watched it many times. I would have no problem locking that one if other people were down to lock it.
I'm 100% down to block that one as well. That was definitely one of my favorite movies. Like ever. Absolutely. It's phenomenal.
Well, I think that's 3 is enough, but Taylor, what do you think about that?
Yeah.
Are you happy with that?
I like it. I like it a lot. It was a great watch, but I like other movies on this list more, so I won't be able to back it.
Take us somewhere else then, Taylor. What are you feeling?
Well, I think we got
we
3,
locked it.
so we're locking it for
yeah,
now.
it's a lock. Yeah.
Okay.
What, are we just gonna end the cast here? We can move on. Come on, Taylor. You're next.
And the cat. Yeah, that's it. 3 slots. Yeah, go ahead, Taylor.
I'm going to just throw it out there. Shang-Chi.
If people notice, I didn't back it because I like Shang-Chi, but I know Kirkland and Taylor liked it a lot more than me. I think it's not that I was disappointed. I think it's very middle of the road MCU for me in a lot of parts. I think there was always a chance for it to be great, but it never got there for me. But
You like martial arts, Dylan?
It's basically Sifu, the movie.
Oh yeah, no, way different. Can't we talk about that game? The fight scene, the choreography of the fight scenes in that movie was great. I had a really great time with it. I listened to your guys' review, and it sounds like one of the things you guys were kind of bagging on, except for Taylor, I guess, was just like the CGI, in particular with like the ending scene and stuff.
Oscar nominated.
Yeah, I guess so. Hey,
yeah.
Me watching it like at home on my TV. It all looked great for me. I didn't have that. So for me, it was just a fun ride from start to finish. I love just the 2 main leads are great. They're just so charismatic, and I'm just so excited to see them more in the MCU. They're so much fun. And man, it's just, I'm looking at this list. It's such a, I want to like knock things off, I think, to simplify it. But I could see Shang-Chi being a top 5 for me. So I could be convinced.
I really, really, really liked it. It's still tough for me to lock it right now, just because I think there's some things that bring it down. I've rewatched it a couple times now, and I think there's certain characters I just really didn't care for, and I didn't really. They kind of fell to the wayside, like on the initial review, because I was just so high on some other points. But I think it'll be brought up in maybe a couple other categories as well. So I'm hesitant to insta-lock it, but I'm not calling it off yet.
I notice a trend where I feel like we have a lot of movies where we're all in the middle of the road that we don't want to kick it, but we don't want to lock it either, and that's gonna make it difficult.
I'll throw out a couple here and just see what you guys think. I liked Raya, but I have some issues with it, and I'd be fine to cut it. And then also No Time to Die. We kind of talked about that before. Like, it just didn't have that emotional impact for me. I don't know if that's a top 5 for you guys. Then I'd like to hear your case, but I'd be okay getting rid of either of those two if you guys agree.
Well, I would make my case, but Taylor's smiling like a madman over there, and I feel like what did you not like about No Time to Die, Taylor? Because I'm pretty sure you
It's
have
not that
seen
I
all of
didn't
them.
like it. I did.
He's like,
I
Kirkland's
borrowed-
gonna like this, and I'm totally gonna fucking
Yeah.
cancel it.
Oh yeah. I borrowed the other ones, all the Daniel Craig ones from you, Travis, and I watched them. And that was a long time ago. But even then, it was such a far time in between that, like you said, Dylan, I don't have much of that emotional kind of connection to these characters. When Christoph Waltz came back, and I was like, who is this guy? I have no recollection of this at all. And that being said, like, I enjoyed the movie. I really, really did. And it, great score, great sequences, all in all. But
Good
it
acting,
good acting. It just wasn't really reaching for me. If I did like a back-to-back watch of the other films, it probably would have hit me heavier. But
You're gonna have a Kirkland Dune moment. You're gonna watch. You're gonna be like, man, this is the first time ever they kill
if it gets
James
a sequel,
Bond.
they bring Daniel Craig
They
back. for the
can't.
sequel.
That's the whole
I'll,
point.
I'll bump my rating up.
This is the first time ever they killed a Bond. That was a huge risk. First time ever he had a child. I thought it was all done well. I thought Léa Seydoux and him had great chemistry.
Phenomenal.
I thought Rami Malek was fine, but
Well, he was an okay villain, but that wasn't
Yeah.
the point of the movie.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. Like the
Yeah.
overall threat was good about the virus and everything like that, and how they had to work it. I love the dynamic with the other 007, but I feel like it's me and Kirkland probably in a losing battle here. So because I feel like if Dylan and Taylor feel that strongly, it'd probably
Yeah.
be
Well,
worth to boot it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
if both of you are like, this is such a strong like top 5 for me, like I need to see it in there, then I think that's still possible. To be candid, like my top 3 are already locked, so I'm kind of down for whatever.
Mine too.
Like, it's the Wild West out here for me.
Mine too. And I guess this is where Americans start the bidding. It's tough
Can we
because I
kick
have.
Raya? We didn't talk about that. What about Raya? Is that
I
one?
can't
Raya was
kick
one
it
of
yet.
it was
Yeah.
one of my favorite movies
Yeah.
of the year.
Okay.
Absolutely, it's definitely my top 5. I love that movie.
Wow, we're really split here.
Oh, we are. It's tough.
Taylor, what would you kick right now off this list? Also, you don't No Time to Die. You just established that, but what else?
Again, I enjoyed Raya a lot. Raya, Shang-Chi, Fear Street. Like the first 2 that I would kick is Malignant and Green Knight. Those are easily the first 2.
Oh man.
I feel like we need to talk
hard.
about Fear Street. That's the one that we haven't really touched on yet.
Yeah, that's true. This like I look at my list, like I had my solid 4, and it was my 3 are in there, and then the 5th slot was like what we're talking about now, where I have so many that could just
Yeah.
switch and whatnot. I think Fear Street it's not to me as powerful as like a Dune or as memorable as like this No Way Home or maybe as well done as Last Night in Soho. I think it's just when we're talking about like rewatchability, I think it's just a great start to finish. It's like a nice breeze, hour and a half, killer soundtrack, very fun characters, very fun premise. And yeah, there's sequels, but you can watch it and feel pretty complete. It ends on a cliffhanger, but I feel like you feel pretty complete. And I've always said this before, I'm biased because to me this felt like it's an R.L. Stein book, but it felt like what I want from Goosebumps, and it felt like 90s horror kid nostalgia for us, but updated. So I loved everything about that movie, but at the same time, I would understand if it got kicked because this is what I love about having movies again this year. We have so many good contenders. It's not like the last year. It's like, oh, we only had a few. Like this is a tough decision because if I keep that, then I might lose Malignant or Green Knight or stuff like that. It's difficult.
So Kirkland, Fear Street, have you seen that?
That one slipped through the cracks for me. Actually, I completely forgot to watch Fear Street.
And Taylor, you suggested it. So is that because you are kind of lower on it, I guess?
I suggested it just to kind of get like the feel for the room on what we're kind of thinking.
So what
with
are
it.
you?
Like,
What is your room?
yeah, is it in your top 5?
I mean, at this point, with the 3 that are in there, again, my 4th for sure I'd want to see is Shang-Chi. And then I think my 5th could be, again, Don't Look Up really stuck with me. But like Fear Street, it's tough. My 5th could be like Fear Street, Raya, or Don't Look Up. I gotta like convene more on that.
I think we can get rid of Fear Street.
Well,
Travis, you made a great case for it, but I don't know. I mean I don't. I think I would rather see some other ones
okay, I would do that,
just
but
to
then
simplify it.
because and to simplify it too, because Kirkland hadn't seen it, I would say Don't Look Up because it wouldn't be in my top 5 either. Don't Look
Yeah,
Up.
I think that's fair. I think that's
So we take out Fear Street, we take out Don't Look Up. We've eliminated 2.
How do you feel about that, Taylor? Because you just said you.
It helps
look
me
up stuff
feel
with you.
more narrow about Shang-Chi and Raya. Those would be my two.
So he's
Okay.
clear. That's what he's pushing over.
We
got
to make some progress here,
Yeah.
So let's
Yeah.
do that.
Oh, they're back on. They're good. They're good. Part-
Two
Let's
at
add some while
once.
we're going.
There we go. I'll
So
just leave
what-
them I'll leave them down there so we can still look at them. But
Yeah. So what I was gonna say, we could do this system unless someone has a talking point that we could all put a point by. Well, there has to be 3 left, right? So all of us would say, okay, these are the 3 that I would want in there, and then see what we kind of have as a number tally, and then start going off of that. Because if one is really
Yeah.
low, like let's say once we start doing it and one doesn't have a single vote, then we know, well, let's knock it because no one's even talking about it, right?
Yeah, fair enough. We've done that in the past, haven't we?
sure.
Yeah, when we get to this point.
Yeah,
Kurt,
do
you
you want to vote for a favorite, or do you want to vote for least favorite? What do you want to do here?
I'll go favorite. That's easier for me, I think.
I'll vote for
because-
my middle, my middle field.
Yeah, my most middle.
So Kirkland, put and maybe Dylan just put put K, D, or T or S, I guess, for Snell or something. But so Kirkland, what are your 3 here? You gotta pick. You gotta be bold.
Oh, I gotta be.
Or sorry,
bold.
2. You only got 2 because there's 2 nominees left. Sorry, my bad.
Oh no, it's even worse.
Yeah, it is worse, yeah.
I'm really still feeling No Time to Die, so I think I would put my 1 on there, and then my other one. Fuck, this system sucks. Let's go. God, there's some good films on there. Holy shit. Let's go Raya. Let's go Raya. Let's
Oh
go Raya.
wow.
Yeah. Ah, it hurts me, but
Okay, so I'll go.
I don't
I'll
even
go
like my picks.
because I'm gonna Kirkland's gonna hate me for this, but I'm just playing the long game. What people have talked about. I'm throwing 1 on Green Knight, and then I'm throwing 1 on Malignant. That's what I'm doing. Those are the 2 that I feel have a better shot. And Green Knight is up there. When I talk about my 5th slot, Green Knight was my number 4. The 5th slot is where I have a bunch of films, but Green Knight is the one I feel the most strong on this list. And then Malignant for the YOLO pick.
I don't want to
Dylan.
have all this pressure on me, so I'm gonna go
Okay.
next and then let Taylor kind of. I think I'm gonna go with Malignant as well,
Oh baby.
and Shang-Chi.
Oh.
Oh. Well, we know where Taylor's going.
Uh huh.
I might have a swap in my pick if I go last 2.
I'm gonna drop one on. No, I'm just kidding. Shang-Chi and Raya.
Yeah, those are his 2
Yeah.
right there. So.
Okay, I might
putting
be
your
able to.
last-
I might
those
be
are
able
your
to
last
stir
ones,
some
then.
things up.
Oh my God. Well, I don't know. If we look at this, we could knock out Green Knight in No Time to Die. then
Well,
we
I
got
was
1
gonna
vote.
say I might swap Raya to Green Knight, but also, if I'm the only one for No Time to Die, I guess we could take that off. And then
I
if
feel
I get,
like we have
if
a
I get my
better
pick back, I'll just put it on Green Knight.
I feel like we have a better chance at getting Malignant or Green Knight in there than No Time to Die. I feel like it's just you and me on that, where the
Yeah.
other ones they could pick against it. So I would.
And personally, Malignant and Green Knight, it's so tricky because, as I've said earlier, like Malignant is more rewatchable for me, but I think the Green Knight is gonna hit me more the more I watch it, which it probably makes it a better film if you're looking at it that way. This is the
Should
best
we get
film
rid of No Time
category.
to Die and get Kirkland
Yeah.
to switch
Yeah,
his
let's do that.
vote?
Yeah, there you go. So then every movie has at least 2 votes on it right
Oh,
now.
fuck, if I put it on Green Knight, then we're at a stalemate again.
You have the power.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh right, he
Okay.
hasn't decided yet. He's deciding between. So you could either lock Malignant, or
Yeah.
which is so crazy. You can lock Malignant, or you can make a big tie here, and then we got to really decide. Then
It's
we
a
go
good
down.
year if we're like this stuck
Mhm.
on like closing our top 10.
Great year of films. Yeah.
Let's just say fuck it. Let's put it on Malignant, boys. Let's
Malignant
lock
is-
that shit.
All
Yeah.
Okay. So then I would say in turn that Malignant is locked and
Taylor's
Green Knight
shaking
goes
his
away.
head. Taylor's not happy with that one.
Kirkland's gotta put his spoons away, stir in the pot. Oh.
And then I would say Green Knight goes away because it only has 1 there. So
Yeah.
I
It
tried to
hurts
fight
me.
for you. I tried.
Dylan,
people. I
and
tried.
then-
I
I mean-
liked what you said about it. Honestly, there was a lot of moments where I just felt too stupid. Or I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel like I should know what's happening right now, but I don't. And then it'll go to the next scene, and then, those.
Like, what was the belt thing? I don't even know what that's about. to be
I don't know what
honest.
that's about
That went
either.
completely over my head.
And then he gave it up. You did well, little knight, or whatever the fuck he said.
And I feel like that was a big one, and I don't know what it means. So.
How did Barry Keoghan get the axe, or how did he get the axe back from Barry Keoghan?
He's a
I
trickster.
missed that.
You did
If
fall
we,
asleep the
uh,
first time,
if
No,
we're
I know, but
going-
how did he get it back from Barry?
We'll talk about that another time.
Okay.
It's it's
If
gone.
we
It's
look at
fucking
what
gone.
we just, so yeah, Green Knight's gone. Travis, you voted for that, so I guess we
Mm-hmm.
could just say that you get the final vote here. I don't know, is that fair to everyone?
Because
Between those two?
Dylan Sung Chi, Kirkland's Raya, and then Taylor's for them both. So I would feel like that's fair. I would personally go Raya over the two because I at one point at least Raya was in my top 3-5. Sung Chi wasn't even in that hemisphere, so I would go Raya.
Are we
Okay, how
happy
do you
with
feel about that?
everyone?
Taylor's not happy. He's looking.
I want a
at
temperature
I
check.
put Sung-Chi over Raya. That's just me though.
But hey, but you at least you got Raya in there. Remember, at one point it was looking like
It's
Malignant.
a
and
minor
Green Knight.
win.
Taylor, it's like 3 years in a row where you've had to deal with an A24 film. You finally get a year with no A24, but you get Malignant
That's
in
true.
place.
You win.
Oh man,
I'll take my vote
I
back
li-
and put it on
I like
Zack
this,
Snyder's Justice League.
we did
like
forget
this
about Zack Snyder's Justice League, but yeah, I wouldn't have had it in the top 5. So, so our official best film nominees are Spider-Man: No Way Home, Dune, Last Night in Soho, Malignant, and Raya the Last Dragon. They all fit,
Amazing.
and then you got Malignant.
is such an asterisk there. I love it. I love
But
it.
it
They're
is
all
Golden
so
Geeks.
different.
It's
This
Golden
is
Yeah.
good
Geeks.
variety in here. This is really good variety.
To me, it stuck with us. It left an impression. That's what that means, So-
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so I have them written down. So there we go. So Taylor, because you're, you might be a little salty, I'm gonna let you pick what is the next category we're going to. We got actors, supporting, got best scene, best score, soundtrack, most
think he's going
anticipated.
scene.
We're actually leave most anticipated for last because it's but anything else, where you go?
What'd you say, Kirkland? Best scene? Is that
I
what
think you're going scene. I think you're taking me there.
All right, let's go. Let's go best scene. I'm
Oh,
gonna
no.
just
Give me
this
the
is a
face.
fucking redemption.
So to set this up in the MCU one, we only did 3, and Taylor was really mad that Kirk and I did not agree on a certain scene of his, even though it was great. But I might allow it now because we have 5. But we'll have.
Which scene was it, or have I seen this thing?
It has. It's Spider-Man: No Way Home, and we kind of said because we only have 3, maybe we only take. We had the Infinity War thing where we had like 6 Spider-Man scenes. We're like, well, we should just narrow it down to 1. And he was really mad that the Tom Holland fighting Green Goblin in the hallway wasn't like when he spider senses him and the fight and he laughs and everything. And it was a great scene, but we went with what I'll probably be nominated
An emotional
again.
one.
No, we went with the 3. Peter's talking on the
Yeah.
Empire State or the Statue of Liberty of just like, oh, have you ever fought an alien? Oh, my back, and they all pose together. Like, how could
Yeah.
you not put that one in there? But yeah, Taylor, go ahead. The floor is yours.
Fuck, it's gonna be deja vu. I'm pitching it that Green Goblin hallway scene. So now hear me out. Hear me out. I'm gonna plead the case here again. So you have literally Tom Holland, just he's rattled. He knows something's going wrong, and then he gets out of the
Spidey
hall,
sense.
and Norman Osborn is just. I've watched this scene so many times, just on YouTube. Thank God for people, doing their due diligence. But it's just
Breaking the law.
Breaking the law. Thank God for breaking the law.
But it's just like Goblin's like strong enough to have it all, too weak to take, and he just smashes him, and then Spider-Man jumps on top of him, and he starts beating the shit out of him, and like it's the quick reactions. I'm gonna like reenact here. Like Norman's like, and then he starts just like laughing like a fucking maniac. Like it's so good. And then Tom Holland, like the rattledness on Tom Holland's expression, just like, holy shit, like what's going on? And then he just like smashes him into the floor. Oh my God.
I back it.
Yeah,
I will back it as well.
For some reason, I just got your Discord message, Kirkland, about Golden Geeks, baby, at 7:48. I just got that now. What the fuck's going on my phone?
I'm just fired up now. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'll back it. That's fine. If it means anything, you have my vote. Yeah, there you go.
He's
So
got
then-
all of our votes. I think
Yeah.
we're all in there. Yeah.
Well, then, while we're talking about No Way Home, I'll pitch the other one that did go. I'll pitch the Statue of Liberty, the 3 Peters talking that ends in the pose, because it's great, the dynamic. Toby
Triple
needs
Peters.
his back cracked. Yeah, everything like that. They talk
gonna
about
back
like
that.
aliens,
I'm gonna back it. I'm assuming it's already in there. I'll just move on to the next one. I'm just gonna go for the trifecta here. I'm gonna go for the
Trifecta. Oh, okay. I see what you're
the last scene, I guess, from that movie before he swings around, like the cafe scene when it's just super, super heart wrenching. I'm not super confident it's gonna make it all the way, but I at least want it on there because
That's a great pick.
that scene, it had me like ugly crying in the theater. I was snotting, I was blowing snot bubbles. It was good.
Yeah, I'll back it. Just Taylor's face, just getting worried as more No Way Home scenes. Imagine if we have 2 No Way Home scenes on this one, but it's not
Is it?
that one.
Is this fair if we all get one No Way
Yeah,
Home
go.
scene?
What's yours doing? Yeah.
What's yours? I want to know yours.
I wrote down 2, and they're not the ones we have here. But I'll pick the introduction of Garfield and Maguire, just like in the apartment when they open up the portal, or I guess when they open up the portal and they come on through. That would be mine. I think that was just. It was so much. That was like the first time we got to see them back on screen.
I'll back it. These are 4 great scenes.
Taylor, you backing it?
Yep.
Okay, I'll back it then.
I'll
back it then. I love cleaning me some cobwebs.
Okay, so now I'm gonna guess at the Spider-Man track. I'm gonna pick when Elsie or Ellie, sorry, not my thing. When Ellie meets Sandy, because that's when the first time she goes in the club, and it's just the great thing of the jacket, the mirror. My favorite shot is when she's walking down the staircase, Sandy, and you have Ellie in the mirror, and she's like watching her, like following her, but watching her, like all that is so good. Obviously, too, it just is like a double because it's all practical and stuff like that. So it's just like this master craftsmanship scene, and it's such a like intoxicating scene because the music, everything looks lavish. Sandy's gorgeous, she's very charismatic, and you feel like you're Ellie watching this. So that's my thing: is Ellie meets Sandy. That would be my pitch for Last Night in Soho.
I'll back it.
Me too.
Okay.
Kirkland?
I want to just go wild here. Golden Geeks, it's been pretty safe so far. I want to get wild here. Let's go Sub-Zero versus Scorpion in Mortal Kombat.
Whoa. Haven't seen that.
Whoa, what? Oh,
I back it.
fuck yeah, Taylor. Let's go with your Blizzard. Looking good.
Madison
Yeah.
just whipped this out on me here.
Fuck yeah.
I'm jealous.
Madison, I'll
right
take
now.
I'll take mine now,
Sub-Zero.
Yeah, Madison, where's mine? Yeah.
Sponsored Blizzard.
What did you get, Taylor?
I got it looks like a strawberry chocolate chunk one.
Oh, wow. I'm not going to back that scene, by
Not
the
gonna
way.
back it.
I
Okay.
didn't remember it until you said it. So, yeah, I wouldn't, it's
So you
fine.
liked it while you watched it.
I did, but I know I'm not going to go any further with it. It's not
Absolutely
a contender.
fine.
This one's kind of a longer sequence, so we'll see what you guys think. But I want to nominate the opening beach scene in Suicide Squad. This is when like the fake Suicide Squad
Yeah.
shows up on the
Yeah.
beach. I just
Yeah.
thought this was like
That was
I
great.
didn't watch a single trailer, so I didn't know what to expect in this movie. And so the fact that like all these what I thought would be protagonists just get killed off instantly, I thought was hilarious. Especially with who's the actor who played Yondu? I forget it.
Oh,
Michael Rooker.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the movie starts with him, and you think he's gonna be this big character, and then he just gets shot. I'm not a Pete Davidson fan, so I was kind of like, all right, I'll see what he does in this movie. And then when he just gets his head blown off, I thought that was hilarious. Weasel is like, I love
the best.
Weasel. I thought
Oh,
he was
yeah.
hilarious. So yeah, I just thought that was such a fun and like over the top and crazy scene.
I'll back it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would back
Yep.
that. It was a great time.
I'll back it.
right.
I guess it's not my turn, so I'll pass it along.
Taylor, yeah, you pitch one.
I got a lot actually.
Is
this
it in Green
category.
Knight when he gets jerked off with the robe? You
Alicia
picking that one?
Vikander. Yeah, that was some wild stuff. No, I'm going to.
No.
He's like, should I?
I'm gonna toss out Candyman, specifically the scene when he arrives at the end when the woman's in the back seat of the
Oh.
cop car, shouts out like Candyman, Candyman, and then the cop says it, and how he just comes in and just decimates those cops. The score kicks in. It's like holy shit! Like this, I'm on the edge of my seat, especially because that cop, the way he plays it off, like what did you see? If you didn't see what you thought you saw, just the whole dynamic in that scene, it was just really powerful.
Yeah, I'll back it because I thought I had another one from Candyman, but I don't think it's too long enough. The one I had is when he goes to see like that art critic, and you just like from very zoomed out, you see her get killed, and just she just jumps up and goes to the window.
That's a
Like
good one.
it's so damn good, but it's just like because that's more than it's just a moment really. So maybe I might mention that again in like visuals and stuff. So I would back this because I think the ending's it's great. It's very intense. Other than I had a stupid theater employee walking behind me the whole time, and I was very worried. Like I feared for my life the whole time. I was like, "What is this guy's doing?" And he
got
was
a
just,
hook.
I don't know. Yeah, he was
just
just checking stuff. But yeah,
What do you want to call that scene?
maybe just Candyman ending, maybe that way.
Ending? Okay.
Yeah. Tell everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I think that's a good one to pitch for that movie because I definitely was like fumbling some in my mind of what to pitch, and I think that one surpasses all of them. So good pitch there, Taylor.
So I have one that I don't think it's my number one because my number one maybe we've nominated already, but one that I kind of want at least in the top 5. I don't know if people are going to be for it, but I think it's maybe the most outrageous, maybe the greatest scene of the year is
I already know what it
Is Gabriel in the police station.
You get my vote.
When she turns and it starts with she's in the cell and she turns to Gabriel and she kills the prisoner when she breaks out, and just the fact that the scene ends with Gabriel picking up this chair and just like whipping it at a cop, like it is the best action scene I think of the year, maybe bar some Spider-Man cool moments. Like Gabriel popping off in the prison is just. It's so damn good. It
literally turns into the Matrix, and it's got like 90s action like music going with the scene too. It is just, especially like everything leading up to that moment. You're like, okay, what is this movie? It's kind of like a mystery thriller, and it's just like the movie just shifts so much from that point on. Yeah, 100%.
Isn't that
I've
like the
seen that
first time
again.
you kind of see her in the transform too? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely back in that one.
Okay, cool. Gabriel prison scene. I had to. That's a big one.
At first, I forgot the character's name. And I'm like, what fucking movie is he talking about?
Gabriel. Yeah, her brother. And I ate those babies. Oh God.
Jesus.
All right, what's next?
I had another Suicide Squad one. I don't know if it'll make it, but I wanted to bring it up anyways. It's the Peacemaker. Peacemaker. Go check out our Peacekeeper reviews. Peacemaker, like in the village, just absolutely like fucking popping off on everyone, and then they get to like right at the end, and they just find out that it was just like all the good guys. That like the action that scene was so good, and the way it ended, it just made me belly laugh. So yeah, I wanted to nominate that one.
I'll back it.
I'll back it. Yeah, it was a great scene. This is what I'm not gonna shout out for a scene because it wouldn't be back. But I also really like the club scene when they're all just getting hammered and drunk. Like nothing better than John Cena's Peacemaker just wasted as mind dancing on the floor. Just really good stuff. But I wouldn't put that up there. Okay, what about you, Dylan?
Yeah, I don't know what you guys would call out for scene in this movie, but my pick for the Green Knight is when he gets tied up in the woods. The score in this scene is iconic, but yeah, you see, it's like the camera is pointing to him against a tree, and he's all tied up, and it's like slowly kind of panning around, and then when it comes back to him, it's just a skeleton. And it's like for a couple minutes, you're like, what the fuck's going on here? Did he?
I thought the movie
die?
was done.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, just the score, the visuals of the like that set is great, and yeah, it kind of subverted your expectations, and it's very trippy too. So that would be my pick for the Green Knight.
Yeah, I'll back it because I got Green Knight's tough. I feel like it's kind of similar to honestly. I hate this too because with Dune I don't like have a super strong one. Same thing as Green Knight. It's like there's many great moments. So I would back that one. I'll back it for Green Knight.
Yeah, I'll back it as well. The other one I had in my mind, which it's kind of similar, but it's when he's like the king and they're in the throne room, and the camera does the same sort of thing where it like pans around the room and then it does like the full circle again. But I think yours is better out of the two. So yeah, I'll pitch that one or back it, not pitch it.
All right.
I'll piggyback of the Green Knight one I had was kind of the first 10 minutes is when the Green Knight actually like enters the room and just the build up of the head comes in, the horse and just how slow it is. The visual, like again, we'll probably talk about some visuals, but just the visuals of the Green Knight, again, practical, probably a few touch here though, but mostly practical. I love just the entrance, everything about it, who's going to duel them or whatever we think might be the duels. I love the setup and just how the build to that scene of what is the Green Knight going to do. And he just leaves, but I love that scene. So that's the one I pitch is the Green Knight enters.
100%.
Nice.
Taylor Field.
I'm actually going to do Snyder Cut scene here.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, you better have the one that I have because
I am pitching the Flash reversal time scene.
Yes.
That was absolutely out. The score kicking in, just the like close-up depth of the characters being like recreated as he's rewinding time. That was like fantastic.
Absolutely. I back it 100%. Yeah, it's a phenomenal scene because you probably haven't seen it, but it's a scene that they completely took out of the original one. And what happens is the Justice League actually lose and they're all dying, but the Flash is so fast, like he stops it right before everyone dies and he starts to run back. And literally, like as he's running, like buildings are coming back, like skins being reformed, and the score is really cool. Even if you don't watch the movie, just even YouTube it, it's a really, really well done scene, and it's a good thing they didn't leave in the Justice League one because it's cool. Like the Justice League, like they lose for a second, like they just lost, and it's over for them. But yeah,
It's over for you.
It's over for them. I'll shout out because I showed this on the MCU awards. I'm surprised Taylor didn't shout out as the Sung Shi bus scene. I still think that's a great scene, great action.
I was waiting to
scene.
get there. You just, you know,
Okay.
you nominated 2 in a row, so
Did
that was
I?
gonna be my next one.
Oh, okay, shit. I don't know.
I'm definitely backing it though. It's phenomenal.
Same.
I'm gonna nominate the one from Black Widow. I'm gonna do I brought it up on the MCU one, but the like the dinner table one, the nice emotional moment with basically just Florence Pugh being Florence Pugh and carrying that entire scene. But
It was real to me. No.
I'll back it.
Okay.
Negative.
Oh, Taylor's getting back at you.
Stings, doesn't it?
you don't want to fight me, Taylor.
Kirkland, you got another one because I took a turn from you. So
I'd say the Dune duel, like at the end
yeah, I think
with Javier Bardem.
Yeah, because well, he's not the guy that duels. He's just there, like you gotta do
Oh
this.
yeah, sorry.
They make some weird ass deal that the weakest point in the movie doesn't really make much sense. Like who's fighting for who here? But yeah, I'm glad you have that because I literally just wrote Dune and I was hoping you guys did this because I remember we had this problem in 2017 with Blade Runner where the majority of us loved it, but we couldn't pick like one scene because like just the whole movie's great, but we couldn't find the sound scene. So I would go with the duel because it's great that he had visions about this guy like being a friend to him. So like, clearly it's gonna end with some sort of resolution. It doesn't. Cinematography, Zendaya with that very just like matter of fact, like you're gonna die a real honorable death, but at least you'll be remembered. It's a very solemn scene, and then when Paul and I liked too that he did just kind of mess him up. Like there's a little struggle, but just no, he took it on, and he's kind of like the one. So I would back you.
Definitely.
Is it in there? I honestly got a few in Dune that I can just list off too.
Yeah, I have
the
a
other
couple
one
more as well, but what else you got?
Okay.
The other one is the box scene. That one was just
the torture scene. I had that
bone
one too.
chilling, and it's literally just I forget the actress's name, but she's just holding a needle there, and
Charlotte
like that,
Rampling.
just the scene alone is just phenomenal. So
there
is
a
that one
third
in
on
there?
that one?
It's too short for me, so that's why I wouldn't back it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the only reason I wouldn't back it.
But you have come on, Rebecca Ferguson, like just just showing so much emotion, and she's literally just on her own. Like there is just so much great acting there.
That is such a sinister and like heartbreaking scene for her.
Yeah,
She's just like
she knows what's going on, and she is not 100% sure that he's gonna make it through. She's hoping, but come on, Travis, am I wearing it?
Well, you got Taylor too.
acting.
You got Taylor.
I'd back it.
There you go.
Okay, I just thought he was a no. It's
no.
like Kirkland wants this.
Everything. Yeah. I might. No, you guys did sell it a bit more. So when it comes down to voting, be a bit harder. But yeah, okay.
And then the last one I would throw off that I just had in my mind was I forget their name, but they're like the King's Army, like the dudes in white and red. They're just like killers, and it's when they show up to. It's leading up to I forget the location, but it's leading up to Duncan's death. They're dropping down, and it shows the the native people just drinking tea basically, and then the next time you see them, they're just gone, and then they pop out of the sand. It's just such a great scene, and it's just silent too.
Yeah.
There's so many great just
I
scenes
feel like
in
that's
that movie in general.
kind of a long sequence.
I'm not talking about the Duncan Idaho
Okay, you're
stuff.
just talking about
I'm just saying
that, yeah.
leading into like
The
when they're
invasion.
they're breaking tea, and then that one guy just kind of looks up, and you don't really know what's going on, and then you see the King's Army guy drop down, and you're like, oh, they're fucked. Oh wait, they're not there. What's going on?
Let us fuck.
I think I'd fight for these other two before that
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
If we talked about
I
that whole
agree.
sequence, then yeah, but that's 15 minutes or something. So.
Fair enough.
And then I wanted to shout out two more for
Do it.
Dune. Actually, I'll just shout out one, and it would be when you finally see the sandworm and it's coming for the harvester. and just they're trying to evacuate the people who are on board the harvester, and then like all their
Yeah, that's a good one.
backup shit breaks, and then Paul goes into some like weird trance where he like runs out. He's like kind of trying to save them, but then he just like goes into this dream.
What are
And then
you doing?
I forget the name of the like assistant dude, but he comes and saves him. But yeah, like just they've talked about the sandworms so much and how big of a threat they are, and we to that point in the movie don't really know like what exactly they are, and we finally get to see that, and it's fucking terrifying in the soundtrack and like just so fucking loud. So I liked that scene.
I would back that one.
More
I think that's a
actiony,
good one.
but
Yeah.
Backed.
Yeah, I'd back it too.
All right.
Did you have another one from Dune?
I had another one, but it also involved the sandworm, so we'll just stick with this.
Stick with the better sandworms.
I had so many Dune scenes, but I think it just goes to show the quality of that movie. So
Oh yeah,
it's great. It's in top films. I don't want to just keep pitching them because
that's
I
why
feel
it's
like
in the
I'll
films because we're like,
Yeah.
just overall, this is great.
yeah,
You know,
just every scene is phenomenal. So
Yeah, I honestly, like, I don't like to play spoiler, but I do think because I think even with us, and I do think with our patrons, I think it's going to be Spidey versus Dune. I really do, and that's going to be a tough one. My last seed, the very last one I have is in Raya when they all turn to stone when they realize they're kind of because what I like about it is you would think, oh, the hero Raya is going to have this big moment where she saves one and figures it out. She does, but figuring out is like being selfless, and she gives these stones gives these gems to the person she's hated for years who turned her back on her, and then like substantially everybody does the same thing, pretty much literally putting their faith in this person who's been an enemy with them their whole life. And even in that great moment where she's gonna go run and she sees the spotlight, she's running, and she decides no, turn back, she does it, and then they all start to come back. So that's mine, is the turning to stone scene, because I think it's just that whole movie's about trust and trying to work past your culture and try to find a middle ground, and that is such a big act for Raya to do, is literally because like that character did, she was starting to run, she literally could just ran and screwed all these people forever, but she didn't. So it's just this great kind of full circle moment for the film. So that's the one I have from Raya.
Yeah, the music in that scene too. Is
Yes. Yeah.
100%,
I'll back
100%
it.
backing. Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, I already wrote it down, so it's on there.
I'm out for scenes.
Me too.
Taylor, are you out?
I got another one here.
Okay.
This one is from Ghostbusters Afterlife. At the end,
Oh.
when what?
I know you're gonna say, but now you're definitely gonna spoil it for Kirkland and Dylan now.
I don't. You can spoil
no.
it for me. I don't care.
I didn't realize Kirkland didn't actually say that. It was just Dylan. I don't want to say it then. I'm not. Gonna
I
say
wouldn't
it.
nominate either way. You're good though.
Okay, yeah.
There's lots of reveals that happen. It is a great scene though.
We'll take
it
your
is
word for it.
tear-inducing. Yeah. I'm sorry, Taylor.
All right. I don't think this is gonna get nominated. I had a few from No Time to Die. It wasn't too well received in the best film. The one I guess I'll pitch is just like the end when he makes the decision to just not like escape. Fuck, that scene just killed me in the theater when I saw it. It was such a gut-wrenching one, especially, for me and Travis, we went through the retro, and it was so fresh, just like all those experiences that he went through, and then just to like have that final like conclusion, God, it just had me wrecked.
So I'll back it, but the reason, because I don't know if these two, the reason I'll pitch is, even for like a potential best scene, is if you take out the stuff from the past, I think Hans Zimmer's the master at, you need a final track for your movie. Here it is. Like you talk about, we were just like the music blaring in what scene we were just talking about there.
The worm one with the harvester.
Yeah, and then like even with Ryan, so like the music is so good. I love that when he calls her, there's not this kind of like I'm working on it. He's just to the point, like I'm not gonna make it. And he takes any point. You have like they take the little girl away, and it's just like very traumatic. It's just like, and I love too that they're bold enough. Like it's not like brutal, but they show there's not like will he return? Like they fully show like no, we're killing him off. And I think the music building, you're seeing their reactions, and it's pretty good because both these people, they're not acting off one another, they're just acting to a camera, and then it's just building. You see the tart like quickly coming, and again you're just like, it's James Bond, they're gonna figure out a way to do this, and they don't, and it's just super depressing. And for like just a fun fact, when she says that last line, if she has your eyes, that's the two things people shit on Daniel Craig when he got cast as Bond. They're like, a Bond can't have blue eyes or blonde hair, and the fact that it's like this nice little tie of like, we've accepted this guy. But I think it's just a very well done scene. I'm not sure even where you started, but even if you started the around the time where he realized that Rami Malek has poisoned him. It's just such a gut punch of like, oh my god, like this guy's not gonna like for the first time ever, Bond is not gonna make it, and it's just dread the whole time while he's climbing that ladder,
and he's got the teddy bear with him. Like, fuck.
Oh yeah. And they set that up perfectly because he finds it, so you're like, oh, you know he's gonna give this back to the daughter at some point.
Yeah.
And the fact that he does, it's such a good red herring of, oh man, like, yeah, love that scene.
I'll back that one as well. I think you kind of touched on it, but what I was gonna add is just the acting from I forget her character. What
Leah
is the
Seydoux. Oh yeah, what is her character's name? Yeah, but Leah Seydoux is her real name from Death Stranding and everything.
Yeah, just the fact that they're not that they're not in the same room, and that could be so cheesy, just like her reacting off like this phone call essentially, but just the fact that she like doesn't believe him. She's like, oh, of course he's gonna make it out, he always does.
Yeah.
And so like there's this slow realization when he finally doesn't answer, and then I like that like after like the show is scene of him just like blowing up, but then it zooms out and it's just like the island, and that's really kind of visually appealing too. So that's a great scene. I'll back that.
Madeline. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
You were on it.
All right, was that your last one there? Oh, S-Bubs, we beat you again. We beat you. No, it's that
Yeah.
delay. He probably beat us, but
He probably
was
knew off the top of his head.
Yeah. Was that your last one there, Kirkland?
Any old scenes there, Travis?
Old? No, definitely not. That might come up
Mid-sized
somewhere
sedan.
else. That might come out somewhere else.
Oh, actually, I do have another one. Space Jam: New Legacy. It had a lot of great scenes in it. I think the one I'll shout out, just to shout out, I'm not expected to
That's
go
fair.
far, but is specifically like the Lola Bunny, like Amazonian one. I think it was so unexpected just seeing her go through like the trials that Diana did. It was very fun. I'll throw it out there, see if it sticks to anything. Taylor, you like that one? We reviewed it.
I do. I was kind of hoping you would, because I would have backed it if you mentioned the scene where they were traveling through all the different IPs of Warner Brothers, and
I'll do that too.
one-
I'll back that one.
I'll back it.
I want Space Jam on here. I'll go get my hat if I have to.
Is Lord of the Rings in there?
I'm not gonna back it. No, it wasn't. No.
Does that surprise you? No, it actually wasn't. Yeah.
Bad movie then.
This guy's being sold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Amazon.
because it's being sold. Yeah. All right, so I think we have everything done. The best scene's always a
Yeah, I'll
killer.
bring it
You
up.
want to throw that up here? These are the ones where we got to be cutthroat because we take so much time. But
Oh.
I'm not gonna recap. I'm not gonna say
No.
them all again. That's a lot of words.
okay. So I hate to
Can
do
we
this.
simplify
many-
the ones that have multiple if a movie
That's
has
like the
multiple
hardest
suggestions?
decision out of this entire list.
That's what I was gonna say. I hate to do this, but I am always someone that does believe, unless it's a weaker year, that I think you could have one per movie. And I know that's where Taylor's not gonna be happy about that, but that's where
I
like,
am gonna go and put my garbage away. If I come back and that fucking Green Goblin hallway scene is gone, I'm gonna
We'll
have
leave
some
it.
fucking
Yeah.
choice words.
Go
okay.
back to it.
So
Is there any here that like, yes, we like it, but it's like we can cut it? I'm trying to look at mine here and see if there's any that
yeah, I want
I'm
to
not
look
passionate
because
about.
I actually never numbered.
I will
mine
say
yet.
the Suicide Squad beach scene, it's fun, but I don't know if it's like a top 5.
Yeah.
Top 5
I would
level.
say the same thing with the other Suicide Squad scene, honestly. The Peacemaker
agree.
genocide.
Should we cut those two?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think like unless
Taylor's
you
gonna
guys
be
feel
pissed.
Taylor's gonna be like cut those
Okay.
two. Yeah, unless you two feel strongly about like we can wait till Taylor gets back. But I also feel like the Candyman ending. Like I think it's a good. Well, Dylan, you're on the reverse side because you like Candyman less as it went on, right? So
That is a good scene. To me, like the dialogue in the second half of that movie was just atrocious. Like it was so, I don't know what happened. It's like they got a different writer or just like Google to randomly generate this dialogue. It was so generic. So, and like I was so gripped by the concept in the first half. So, but you know, Taylor did make a good point. Like that is a good scene. You just the way, you know, obviously that movie's all about like the fun playing with reflections and stuff, and in that scene in particular, him going around the police car. But I would be fine to see it off the list too. Taylor, we were talking about Candyman. How are you passionate about that scene? You want to see it in top 5? We took out Suicide Squad. I hope you're okay with that, both of them.
I can live. Yeah.
it's brutal.
I'm passionate on it, but there's some better other scenes for sure. I don't know if I
we can
could
leave it for now
relinquish
then,
it
I
yet.
Oh, really? You don't think you can relinquish it yet? Okay. as much as I love them, I don't think I'm gonna get. I don't know if the Green Knight ones are gonna get far either, because I feel like it's gonna get a lot of praise and like visuals, and I feel like lots of the things we brought up in Green Knight there will be brought up there as a potential nominee. But I don't know if these two scenes are gonna stand up against any of the other ones, in my opinion, that are really.
I think
strong.
I could agree with that.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
Make things simple or easier.
Yeah, easy.
I,
As we're down to
I
like
haven't
15.
seen Justice League. Is that like a top 5 contender for you guys? It sounds pretty awesome.
Right now, I would keep it.
Yeah,
But I don't know if Kirkland is where he.
it
is, 'cause
hasn't
me and Taylor
stuck
strong
with
about
me
it.
as much as it did for you guys, but I mean, you guys reminded me of how phenomenal the scene actually is. So yeah, we can hold on to it for now.
Okay.
Okay. You got 4 for Spider-Man.
What about? I'm looking at Dune here just because there's 3. I think out of those 3, I would take off the Duel. I think. Where are you guys feeling on Dune?
I would agree. I like the other 2 more. I feel bad because those are the 2. Because I had Torture Scene on my personal list as well.
Well, I pitched Duel, and I'm down to cut it.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
Taylor, how
Hey,
you
where are
feeling?
you in that? Yeah.
I
What's
would
your
probably
out of those 3? I'm curious what you're leaning, Taylor.
What's he gonna
the
say? cut all
Sandworm
of them?
Harvester is definitely like top tier. That one definitely resonates with me. The Torture Scene is like really, really good. Sandworm first, Torture second, Duel third.
Yeah, I'm somebody that because I prefer the Duel over the Torture Scene, but I think I would put Sandworm Harvester above those. So I think I would cut the other 2 and keep Sandworm for now.
Is everyone happy with that, Kirkland?
My number 1 is the torture scenes, but it seems like I'm outnumbered, so yeah, I'm okay with that. Not okay with it, but I'll accept it, I guess.
Okay.
Looking at Gabriel. I'm not ready to look at Gabriel.
No, I'm not. Gabe, like I'll tell you, I think there's 2 scenes on here. I think there's probably 3 that I feel most strongly, and then the rest I'm kind of all over. But I think Gabriel is in that top 3 for me in the prison. I really do. I just think it's such a magnificent scene. I think it just switches expectations. It's shot very well. Like it's just such a cool.
I think I'm with you.
Yeah,
They
it's
did
such a-
not
It's at
need
least
to
my top
kill off
5.
20 people in that scene, but they
No.
did, and I like that
Yeah.
was so extra intentionally. You know,
Yeah.
it was pretty great.
Um.
I
What
would.
Oh, go ahead.
I'd lock Raya. I liked that scene a lot.
You'd
They
lock
made a
it.
case
Whoa.
for
I really like it. I'm not ready to lock it yet.
I'm on a potential lock, but it's just yeah, okay. I'm somewhere in the middle of that. But I'm not gonna kick
I guess
it or
I'm
anything.
looking at this and I'm assuming maybe we should talk about Spidey. That's the elephant in the room because there's 4 of them here.
Yeah. I'm still where I
Should we rate like our order? Like which ones we like
yeah,
the most?
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
We all we all put one on the list, so that could be.
But that
I
can
think I
help
would
us
switch
with
mine
two.
though. I think I would switch mine.
I pitched it. I'm still Statue of Liberty because I just think that I think the introduction is great. I think the
Taylor,
introduction
what's
great.
yours?
I think the cafe scene has a lot of emotion. I think the Green Goblin hallway scene is fantastic, such a good fight. But the Statue of Liberty, I just think that's where the heart of that movie is just those 3 talking, and I think that's the best. And the fact that it ends like the resistance of them running and they get the pose, but like to me, that is the movie right there. That's why people have gone back multiple times to see that movie is their conversation, like the 3 Spider-Men together having that chemistry. So that's why that's my pitch, and it would be a lock for me, that one.
I'd be happy to get rid of the introduction of Peter Parker's. That was my suggestion, just to
Yeah.
make things easier. Are you guys
Cut it.
okay with that?
Yeah, sure.
Very honorable of you, Dylan. You did what we couldn't.
Yeah. I hate to be that guy, but I think I like the Statue of Liberty and Cafe scene more than the Green Goblin one.
Oh no! I'm fearing for my safety over here.
Yeah, it's down to you, Kirkland.
Well,
I'm gonna wake
Taylor,
up and Taylor's
make
just
your
got like
case.
the
I
Willem
know you
Dafoe
probably did
smile
this
over
last
me.
week, so I
He did
feel
the
bad if
face
you were-
acting, remember? He did that. He showed
Yeah.
us.
Do you have anything else about it other than the face acting?
I mean, this is where, out of all the villains that he's
To me, it
faced
seems like a
off-
really short sequence. Like it's like
No, I wouldn't say it's short
20
because
seconds or
this
something.
this segues to literally right off into the main lobby where the whole debacle with Aunt May, right?
or is that included in that? Because I took this as this is just them in the hallway, and they go down like 17 floors.
It's
I-
within 60 seconds. I would
Yeah,
say,
but I do
which
think
is
the
reasonable.
Or
Aunt May
'cause
death
it-
is different. I think it's
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay,
pretty
then
drawn out.
that aside,
So I
just
guess,
this whole sequence of him, walking into the room with all these villains, and you just gotta kind of like he's putting his Peter Tingle out, like, okay, what's really going on here? And then that just transition when this is the
That's
whole
like 20
sequence when-
minutes.
No,
No, that's not 20 minutes. It is pretty. That scene is pretty much together where he starts to feel something, and then right away the
Oh,
fight.
okay. I
happens.
thought you meant when
Yeah.
they first walk into the apartment together.
no. This is like when
having
it clicks for
fun.
Norman. Like he's just
okay,
like he
if we're
looks
adding
at
that part into
Norman's
it,
on a
then I
sabbatical,
think
honey.
if we're adding that part into it, then I think that adds a lot of value for me for sure.
Like, I'm not opposed. I will say this to
Yeah.
have it on the table. I'm not opposed to having 2 Spider-Man scenes because I think that movie
Yeah.
is that great. It just makes it that much harder because then I know I only have 3 other ones. So that's why I'm not gonna vote off your Green Goblin one yet, but I can't lock it yet either because there is so many other movies on here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck, those scenes are so great. I really, really, really just love Willem Dafoe's like performance in that scene. I really think he carries it the most. Is one person enough to carry the best scene? Because for
that was
me,
2 people though, not just one. It was Tom Holland and
yeah, but I
Willem
like
Dafoe.
Tom Holland more in the cafe scene, and I liked
The cafe scene's amazing.
the statue was just like it just scratched the nostalgia. Like it was just my little boy heart was just like so filled with joy of just seeing like Toby, Andrew just like interacting with each other. So I think just huge grin during that scene, but the cafe scene just hits me on such another level because like I really, really like this Spider-Man of like the No Way Homes. Travis, you don't love it. It's good enough, with like the Michelle Jones, like that MJ. I really like this like ragtag crew. So just to like have that like cut like right at the end, like no, they're done. They're not going to see each other anymore. He's going to go out on his own. That just really hit me. So I think I'm leaning cafe scene the most. I don't know if that does anything for you guys.
It is a
you guys
great
probably.
scene, man.
Yeah.
It is great.
Well, that's where it's tough because I feel like unless Taylor's pitch was stronger, Dylan said he leaned more towards cafe scene. I leaned more towards the hallway scene. So it's like it's a 2-2 on the other Spider-Man scenes. That's where it is right now.
Yeah.
So we might have to come back to it, or they're
Yeah,
gonna
we could back
eliminate
burner
each
it.
other. Yeah.
I'm looking at you,
Is
Candyman.
last night a lock for you guys, like a top 5? Because I'd be okay to see
It's
it
not.
depart.
It's not for me.
Okay.
It's not a top 5, or it's not.
It's not an instant lock right now. Oh, are you saying to cut it?
That's what
I'm saying-
Dylan's I think proposing.
I'm saying
yeah.
like we could get rid
Oh.
of it just to. Because I'm looking at the rest of these and I'm just seeing scenes I like a lot more than that particular scene. I don't
Travis
know. I
made a
guess there
good
isn't
pitch.
like one scene to me in last night that stands out above the rest. Like it's just such a consistently strong movie, like the whole way through.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Travis
they
did a
were-
really good pitch of like winning me over for just like the logistics that went into like just making that like actually
Mhm.
practical, especially seeing like behind the scenes like just of them dancing or like swapping them out, like that was
Yeah.
just really cool to see. And I think like retroactively that boosts that scene for me. So it's tough to say goodbye. Fuck, there's some big hitters on this list though. Taylor, you've been quiet. You've been stewing. You've been garnering strength. You're like Norman in the apartment scene right now. We're all
Too
having
weak
fun.
to take it. Strong enough to have it all. What are we talking about? Getting rid of last night?
Okay, he's just worried about the hallway scene. Yeah, last night in Soho scene. Is that a potential key for you, or to cut it?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I feel like we could probably talk about removing it. I got more prominent scenes that I would stick with over that one.
Are you guys passionate about Shang-Chi? It's just a straight ahead
Absolutely.
action scene. It's fun.
Yes, absolutely, I am.
Yeah, I'm good to say bye to it because I think it's fun, but there's a lot more scenes that I put above, like almost. Other than the Candyman ending, I think I put every other scene above Shang-Chi right now
Yeah.
that we have.
I think we
Where are
have
you,
a really
Kirkland?
strong list here of like 10
Yeah.
left. Like it's
I
really good.
absolutely love that scene in Shang-Chi.
All right, I'll keep it with you.
I think the more I see it, like the comedy maybe doesn't hit me as well, but the action alone is so phenomenal, and it's just really like there's so much going on. Like when he like actually like goes on top of the bus and he just like re-enters, and then there's like 2 buses involved. Garbage truck and the bus. Like there was just so much going on, and it's fucking Sifu, man. Like come on.
We got to make some movement here, boys.
I feel like
We're
I don't know
going
why
nowhere
Candyman's still on there. I feel like we can cut that. I'm
Okay,
sorry,
right.
but
Taylor
I feel
was
like
resistant initially. That's why.
yeah,
we
but
had
there's
it on
you
there.
two that can also cut it. It's
Taylor,
not just
I will
Taylor.
if we get rid of Candyman, I will lock Green Goblin hallway scene for you.
Let's do it.
Oh my gosh, what is this?
Whoa!
Well, you
I don't
need
have
3
voting
votes.
power over the
Yeah.
whole thing, but I'm just saying, like, I'll be with you till the end on that one.
Let's do it.
Let's make some progress.
That's progress, all right.
Yeah, but that means me and Kirkland have to agree to that lock. But he's giving him that.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm throwing my weight behind it.
Your weight was already there too, Travis. Remember? So
yeah,
it's
but
good.
I could take
It's
it
in.
away for a trade.
Oh,
no, no,
he's
no.
playing
Oh.
the tables.
What do you want to trade? What do you want?
Well, I don't know if I'm
okay,
ready to
Justice
say.
League, once again, is that a lock? Now that we've narrowed this down a lot,
I would not lock
because
it.
I haven't seen it, so I can't really comment.
Dylan
Then I
hasn't
would
seen
get
it.
rid of it. If
Yeah.
Kirkland went lock and down hasn't seen it, I would get rid of that then. The reason I
Nice.
haven't agreed to the
Making
Goblin
moves.
scene yet, Taylor, is because I still am unsure how I feel about Last Night in Soho. So I want to keep that on the back burner just
You
in
want
case I
me
need.
to? You want me to join ship? then?
Maybe.
And
We're not there yet.
lock
but
Goblin
no.
we're maybe there yet.
The corruption of Geekverse is coming out in full
I want to
swing
get
now.
Taylor and
Hour
Dylan's
in.
thought on the No Time to Die scene because I feel like it's a lot strong. I tried my pitch, but I also feel like it's a lot stronger for me and Kirkland. So I feel like if it's not that strong for you two, it might be worth to get it, or
Yeah.
to kick it. But that's up to you two.
I'd be happy to lock it with you guys if you're that passionate about it.
Oh whoa.
Yep.
Taylor.
Um,
It's Daniel Craig's last moment as Bond ever. Taylor.
it was definitely a very, very heartfelt moment, especially 'cause, like for me realizing the kind of the imbalance that he can't really go and see his family, right? And I think that adds so much more to this whole dynamic. So it's a damn good scene, and it's one that sticks with you. So I would back it.
It sounds like a lock. Look at that. First one lock.
We'll
No
lock
time to
it.
die.
And now
Very
I
happy
feel,
with that.
Yeah.
I will be selfless here and suggest getting rid of the Dune scene. I know you all like it as
The
well,
sandworm
but
harvest?
I don't know if I
suggest
could
it
see
to-
that going. I really
I'm not
like
ready
that
to get rid
scene.
of that yet either. I'm ready to
I'm
get rid
okay
of
with cutting it.
I'm just playing Jenga over here. I'm just poking.
Yeah.
I'm just poking.
That's one of the scenes I would actually want to see locked because it's just so powerful.
Well,
and
then let's
just
lock
epic.
it. I'm down to lock it.
He was gonna cut it down to lock, and I can't lock it, but I'm not ready. Okay, everyone, should we do a vote of who we would cut right now? Of just one vote?
Sure, let's do that.
Okay, my vote is for the bus scene. I would cut the bus scene.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Okay.
Well, that's a cut right there, right? Because we need 3
Well, unless you
votes
guys
to move
decide
it
on,
on.
but yeah, I feel like.
Well, what
So
are you
just
guys
cut
gonna
it then.
vote?
Well, if you guys
Yeah,
are both cutting bus,
Yeah, that makes sense. Let's get rid of it.
Okay, yeah, I think it's fun. It's great, but I just feel like there's stronger scenes.
fair enough.
Spider-Man still has 3. Do you want to do that again? Do you want to do that again? Pick our weakest.
You guys don't get to go first this time. It's me and Taylor. Taylor, what do you want to cut? Let's gang up on them.
I'm gonna drop mine on the cafe scene.
Oh, well, of course I can't do
that
that.
is rude.
I'm doing mine on the Green
Wow.
Goblin scene. No, I can't do that.
Press F in the chat. I'll go last night. That'll be mine.
Fuck. Travis, help me out here.
Yeah, you said you want to go first, and now
I
so,
know. I don't
So
like
here's
this.
so here's the tough thing. So the cafe scene's yours, so you don't want to cut that. Last night I feel like you're mixed on. So is there
Last night
another
you
scene
brought
we-
up you. Well,
Mhm.
last night you brought up a great pitch. Same thing with Raya. You really sold me on that scene of just like it's such a great like resolution to the story of Raya of just like actually like trusting there and like that actually unified like the continent, which the whole story is about like the shattering of the continent. So that is just such a crucial scene for the movie. And it's scary too. Yeah, I'm not ready to cut that one. It hits in the feels.
Yeah, it's a great scene. So this is what I'm looking at, Kirkland, and this is the
Oh, this is
potential
where the-
power we have. So all we gotta do is throw 2 onto 1, And the good thing is, like, that hallway scene is sitting right there.
You traitorous bastard.
For the
Get the
taking.
fuck out of here.
But I'm just saying, like, what, like, I don't do that. Because I'm just trying to think what I like. Okay, again, I hate to say I like the hallway scene, but when I look at the other scenes, I don't know if I like it more than other scenes on here. I'm being honest.
What was all this baiting you were doing on me earlier? Like, luring me in.
Well, no, because I hadn't. You already had Dylan's vote. I'm not like.
I'm ready to cut it. I'm ready to do it. I'll do it. Let's do it.
Well, I gotta think. No, I gotta think about the ramifications of this first, because I feel like.
Put my initial on that one there, Dylan.
Okay, well.
Fortunately, I have to oblige.
I love democracy.
I'm
Sorry, Taylor.
gonna
Doing
put
my
mine on the
best.
cafe scene.
Oh, that was
It's
betrayal.
gone.
I feel like Boba Fett.
He's really trying to buy
Fuck.
some favor for later with that one, I feel like.
Well,
Oh,
I
wow.
I still came down to I looked at
That
the
one
numbers
is
Interesting.
actually-
and what I
that one
like
is-
more, and I like the hallway scene, but I'm still
Okay.
not. I'm still
I'll
not
remember that.
keeping the hallways.
I'm ready to cut. I'm ready to cut last night.
Taylor, don't you forget what I did for you.
I suppose he's in there.
Okay,
too.
can we do, because we're down to lower scenes, could we do some locks and then get to the cutting? Because I feel like
I'd love to see Raya lock. to be
Honestly, I would lock Gabriel at this point.
I would
think
lock
I think
Gabriel.
I don't think we've even touched on it because there's nothing to touch upon. It's just a lock. It's one of the best scenes that happened last year. Taylor,
honest. I'll agree.
you've
I'll
been
agree.
quiet on Malignant. I'm surprised. I
I
think
think
you
he's
loved
still
it.
salty.
We got
isn't
three.
he?
We need
got
to
three
lose-
locks on Malignant.
We need
Well,
to
Green
lose,
Goblin's still in there.
We need to lose 2 of them because we got 7 scenes here
Okay.
left. So 2 of them
Ooh.
got to go.
That's probably
feel
the
like
easier way to
looking
do
at-
it, right?
That's how I'm looking at it. Looking at these, like, I know what my 5 are.
Everyone
Yeah.
picks 2 to get rid of. Is that
Yeah.
what we're doing?
So give me a quick 10 seconds just to see what I would keep.
I know what I'm getting. I'm gonna
1,
get rid of Last
2, 3.
Night and
I'll take last night off as well.
and the Harvester.
That's same with me.
Well, that's
And then you guys.
pretty.
Yeah.
That's pretty doom
That's
and
it.
gloom right there.
Well, hang on. So but Taylor, I would.
Are you
would-
regretting your decision,
Hang on,
Travis?
no. Taylor, I wouldn't get rid of the sandworm like you. And Taylor, this is a chance for you to pay on last night. Because Taylor, what would you get rid of?
I'd probably go. I think like everything
You'd
with
get rid of
last
Gabriel,
night was.
though, wouldn't you?
I'd probably get rid of Gabriel, like, 'cause last night was just like it was awesome. Like again, like the Gabriel scene in prison, like it was really fun and it was just outrageous and crazy, and I do like that scene a lot. But what I like more out of all these is, Goblin, Statue of Liberty, Sandworm Harvester, and then obviously we got Bond in there. But I'd go with. I'd keep last night. I'd get rid of Gabriel. I'd probably get rid of the Turn to Stone scene, as much as it hurts me to do that.
Don't you fucking dare, Travis. You stay away from Raya.
Well, this is tough. This is really tough because, like, I knew he was gonna take out Gabriel. What means more to me here?
I think Soho means more for you. I think you can take off Sandworm. There's a lot going on in that scene. It was a little too confuffled.
Music sucks.
I'll-
Fucking horrible.
Hans Zimmer? Like, who is this guy? Yeah.
I'll throw one onto the sandworm. Yeah,
All right.
to kill that, and then
What would be your last one?
I know, because now it's either Malignant or Raya, and there's no way I'm getting rid of that Gabriel prison scene. So I gotta throw it on Raya. I have to. That Gabriel prison scene is just too good. It's too entertaining. It is a crazy ass scene. So is it?
Okay.
No, we still gotta get rid of one more, Taylor. I think you counted wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4,
No,
5,
he said
6.
2. That's why we did 2, right?
Oh right, you're getting. Oh sorry, the Raya scene's going right now. Yeah, so the Raya scene's gone.
Wait, why?
Is
There's
it gone? It's
2 on
tied,
Ryan,
though.
there's
It's
2
Oh,
last
it's
on-
tied.
2 on last
So
night.
then it would be all of us are. So it's me and Taylor. So this is a
Who's
how
on
do we
Malignant?
figure? Yeah, how do we figure
Oh,
out
it's
this
Field.
tie though? Yeah, but me and Taylor did Raya, and then you and Dylan did last night. So we're a dead ass tie, or we leave it for the patrons to decide.
Well, Taylor has 2 picks right now. I don't know how legitimate
No.
that is.
He doesn't have two.
So,
big.
well, I have
Oh,
one.
Raya's off,
Raya,
right.
1, and Gabriel.
Yeah, that
Well,
was
no,
his old
Raya,
vote.
Raya's not off yet, right?
Yeah.
So wouldn't it be like you 3
No, it's
To
tied
get-
all the way around. No, it's because that was your last round when you voted for Malignant. So we have 2 votes on both
Okay.
of that last round. So this is where it's tough. So right now, Gabriel's statue in Green Gum Hallway, unless there's some last minute switches that's gonna happen. If someone's gonna, it's like
These two didn't get any votes. Should we lock them, or is that
well,
is it because people were playing the long con? I was being truthful. I was voting for my two least favorite.
Kirkland.
No funny business.
Kirkland, I stabbed you in the back before, but there's a time we can make it up. You could save Raya if you pivot to the hallway scene, because I would pivot with you to take.
Dylan, I'm gonna move my F from Malignant onto Last Night. Make it official. Axe it off there.
What? No. But
That's not how it works.
But it could, like, for this vote, like, I don't know. What I guess.
What are you even pitching? I don't know what's going on here. I'm confused. I'm still
How-
in shock that the cafe scene's off.
What do you like more, the Raya Stone scene or the hallway scene?
That's a good question. My heart is torn. I like the Raya scene was more important for the movie, but Malignant was just more important for cinema because that was just pure cinema.
No, yeah, not talking Malignant. I'm talking hallway scene. That hallway scene.
Oh yeah, no, I would have canceled that one out, so that's not getting my vote. I'm just bitter now, so whatever that one's, I'll axe that one.
How about would this work? And this is maybe a bit rude, but Taylor, to save your Green Goblin scene, would you axe the Statue of Liberty scene? Because I'm kind of with you on this. I got to back you up here. If Kirkland would agree with that, then we could be done. We can move on.
I ain't agreeing with that. No, no.
I was liking what you're putting down there, though, Dylan. I was climbing on board that ship.
I really don't care. So I don't know. Look, we got to move on here. Come on.
Well, oh boy.
I made my word to Taylor, so I can't cut Green Goblin, but I will cut any of the other 4. So that's where I'm at.
Well, if you put your cut on Raya, that would just end us, right?
Well, this is awkward because like 3 of us.
Because you're the only one
for
saving
this
it.
One.
Oh. Do we? Oh boy. No one wants to budge here. Do we call it a tie and let the loyal patrons decide it, or do we figure it out here?
I think we should decide.
Okay. So what? Everyone puts 1-on-1 that they feel.
So
And
one cut.
yeah, 1 cut. You get 1 vote, 1 cut. That's it. This is the best way. Someone's heart's gonna get broken. It's
Okay,
happening.
I'm going on.
Mine
last
is
night.
going on Green Goblin.
I'm gonna put mine on Last Night.
So it's gonna be.
And it's just gonna be the same. So be Green Goblin again. Yeah. Okay. So. Oh my God. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Can we as the 3 Malignant fans lock that?
Yeah. I would say it's locked. It's down to these
Kirkland?
2 now.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Okay, there we go. We got one. I'd lock Raya. That's a great scene. What a great scene that was.
I
would lock
absolutely
it
would
too,
lock
but
it.
Is that 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd lock it. Yeah.
I like this
All right,
order.
That's 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Dylan might forget
I'd
who
lock
he's
the
loyal to
Statue of
here.
Liberty. I'd lock the Statue of Liberty. Everybody, would they
Over
lock the
Ellie, eh?
I can't agree with that.
You
Can't
can't
agree
lock
with
the you can't
No,
lock
I
the
can't.
Statue of Liberty.
I can't.
I would lock it.
Oh man,
It's only 2.
you were
Ooh,
talking about
Dylan.
getting rid of the 3 Peters. Talking. While a last night, I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to get me to take out the last night scene.
Did you guys get Statue of Liberty scene in the MCU one?
Yes.
Throw
but it doesn't
Taylor a
matter.
bone. Throw
no,
Taylor a bone.
No, absolutely not.
Why do you need it twice?
Because it was important. Travis isn't shocked at what you just said.
He is, yeah.
Oh, let's just. What do you?
You guys are being unreasonable. Someone needs to budge. And
They're just. No, you two are being just as unreasonable.
Yeah, you're the one that just put all
I
your
made a
loyalty.
deal.
Because
on
with
Dylan,
Taylor.
you made a deal with Taylor.
I made a deal to Taylor, so I can't cut the Green Goblin scene.
I respect that.
I cut it years ago for fucking Candyman for some reason, but
Yeah, what a trade.
yeah.
Let's. I'll just throw it on last night and let's move on to eliminate.
All right,
so.
cutting last night. I agree.
Yeah.
Taylor agrees.
But Taylor, I'm gonna remember this one. I'm gonna remember this one big time.
Feels good. Can sleep tonight.
God
All right,
damn
look at
it.
that. We got the Green
damn.
Goblin hallway scene and the Statue of Liberty scene, both from Spider-Man. We got the Gabriel imprisoned scene from Malignant, turned to stone, Raya and the Last Dragon, and Bond sacrifices himself. Spoilers in No Time to Die.
Yeah.
That's a great list. Was that the hardest like scenes battle we've ever had? That was pretty.
Maybe I don't think it's ever come down to
That's one for the
stalemate like
books.
that.
That was pretty
Jesus.
intense.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even gonna throw it to the patrons because I just know they'd vote for the hallway scene too, so it wasn't even worth the.
I didn't think they would. I thought they'd fucking turn on me. And
I'm
just be
gonna
fucking
put it up
horrible.
as like if we would have done it, what would have happened? But
Taylor, that's
Oh.
a big like. I feel
Boomer
like
fast.
you owe Travis a nice hearty thank you for that one.
He
No.
stabbed me in the
He laid
back
down his
because he
sword.
started off saying he liked the hallway scene. I thought, okay. And then he was like, oh, if you sway Dylan with your case. Like, okay, I got the three amigos here on this. And then he turned on me.
yeah, but there was something else better, But I kept hallway scene when they wanted to cut it at one point. I kept it in for you, so.
It's true. I'll remember that courtesy.
Oh yeah. Dilmus, where are we going next?
Okay, let's go to visuals. That should be
Okay.
a nice easy one. We need.
Yeah, I
I think
think
we need
so.
a little palate cleanser after all that.
Okay, I want to shout out here because it keeps getting cut everywhere else. Green Knight. I think it's a beautiful looking movie.
I'll
Just
back
like I like multiple scenes I'd have as artwork in my house. Just you could make a case it's the
Yeah.
most stunning movie out of all the ones here. So that's my pick.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What
What
this Is
else?
a little 2-in-1. I mean, it's free. I guess Raya's not Pixar, right? It's just Disney.
Just
But-
Disney, yeah.
But yeah, I'll throw that one and Luca, both the Disney Pixar-y vibe ones.
2 for 1, eh?
Yeah, I'll back them. Sure.
Sure.
Good looking movie. I definitely more towards Rye in that situation, but yeah.
Yeah, I
me
think
too.
so too.
Mhm.
I think Luca's kind of getting shafted here. No, I don't know. It's not. Anyway.
Yeah. All right, Kirkland.
Last night in Soho. The
Absolutely.
neon lights downtown. Downtown.
Do you guys
great
hear my
scene.
typing? By the way, should I mute myself when I'm typing a bunch?
No,
Don't
dude, you're
hear it.
nice. Can you turn it up? Can you get a mic on your keyboard?
click, 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 click.
Clickety
Wanna
clack.
hear it. Taylor.
Godzilla vs. Kong. When they went into the center of the earth, that was just beautiful down there.
Look at
didn't
Travis's
watch it.
fucking evil smirk. Like he was looking like Defoe there. That was creepy. Honestly, yeah, I would. I think that was a great moment. Led to like Neo Tokyo. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? Sorry, I missed.
Godzilla vs. Kong, center of the earth, and you get the Neo Tokyo setting.
Journey
after.
to the center of the earth
Sounds
with
cool.
King Kong.
I wouldn't King Kong.
You like,
No.
no Jet Jaguar, but maybe Dylan.
If Jet Jaguar was in that scene, I would back it even though I haven't seen it.
Rats.
I'll throw out in Kanto, since we're just getting some animated movies in there. It's very vibrant. I love the colors of just like the Columbia world that they're in.
Yeah, sure.
Have you seen it, Taylor?
I haven't seen it, so
Okay.
I can't put a vote on it.
Fair
There
enough.
you go.
Dylan,
yeah,
did you see it?
we have two. I haven't seen it. Like I said, I
okay.
thought it came out this year, so I
All good.
didn't bother.
Maybe when I dropped out, someone shout out, but I have to shout out Dune, another big obvious one to me.
Dune.
Like,
I'll back
you
it.
know.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay. I guess so.
yeah.
That's why I deducted a point from it. The visuals just weren't great.
Yeah.
I will. This one might be a surprise, but I'm going to nominate No Time to Die here.
Oh, absolutely.
Obviously,
yeah.
a lot of
Oh,
great
fuck
set
yeah.
pieces and all that, but I was really impressed by the cinematography in general in this movie.
Mhm.
Just some great like leading shots of like just characters and dialogue, or just going from scene to scene, just the little stuff. Yeah, I thought the cinematography, and then, I mean, obviously those set pieces, the locations they filmed in, very beautiful. So yeah,
I agree wholeheartedly.
Mm-hmm.
I back it.
I'll throw out Candyman. I thought the cinematography in that film was phenomenal.
I got Candyman as well. Yeah.
Backed.
Backed. Okay.
What else we got? Shang-Chi, I will put on there. I know you guys had some issues with CGI in moments, but we're looking at the whole movie here, not just the dragon flying around. So
Yeah, I'll back it. Just get it on there.
Backed.
I think that's my list.
That's my list. Yeah.
I'm gonna toss out Space Jam. I think, for as far as visuals go, that movie was like absolute peak visuals.
That was gonna be my next one, Taylor. You and me, let's do it.
When the characters
Anybody?
upgrade
Anybody?
and just get that like cool,
Oh,
refined, like
so good.
CGI vibe. Oh, it was so nice.
I mean, I haven't seen that or Godzilla. If you guys are super passionate about one of those, like, I guess you could make a case for it. I haven't even seen a trailer for either of them, so I don't even know what they look like. But
No Space Jam boys. Sorry.
I like. I had Malignant on my list as well. I don't know if I would fight for that one here. What do you guys think about that? I think for me it's like mostly the cinematography.
Yeah, cinematography was really good. It was kind of dark though. I feel like when she went to the asylum too, the CGI was just really, really bad when it was like that cliffside. That just noticeable for me. So
Okay.
I'm hesitant. If there's 2 for it, maybe.
How do you guys feel, Taylor, Travis?
No, I don't think I remember enough for that stuff. I think for me.
Sure. I think I was
Yeah.
thinking about like the house. Oh, here's the one scene that was really cool when she's going around the house and then it goes like a top-down view and you're seeing the house and it's like panning through the house.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That was really sweet. And then just in general, like, I don't know, those scenes when she's going through the kitchen or like the blender turns on, he's walking around the room, the door's open. It was fun, but yeah, I don't need to fight for it. Is there any other ones?
English. Matrix Resurrections. I think when you take that concept and everything that the Matrix did, back in the day, and just deliver it with what we have now for cinematic, visuals and technology, it was fantastic.
I was thinking of like different reasons to pitch it. I feel like the visuals don't stand out for me the most, but now that you mention it, like the scene with the new Agent Smith in, I don't even know what you would call that. It's like a warehouse type scene. That was really, really fun, like visually. So yeah, I'll back it.
No. I don't have enough that I just don't have enough that I would get it to that top 5, I think. So that's why I'm just saving the time. So no, I wouldn't back it.
Onward, Chris Pratt.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, flashbacks. Just happened with the hallway scene,
Anything else?
Justice League, Zack Snyder. There was some really epic battles and scenes when you got Darkseid come in. That was pretty insane.
Mm-hmm. I would back it, yeah.
Yeah. And then obviously like the Flash scene. Taylor, you're thinking about it.
I'd back it. What about another Zack Snyder film, Army of the Dead?
No.
Forgot
about that film.
No.
Just want to see someone bite.
Yeah,
you're fishing. I respect it.
Is that everything?
How about this is a stretch? Fast 9.
Nope, not happening. The second biggest review of the year, though. So there you go.
Is that our list?
I think that's our list. So let's see it. What do we got up here? So we got Green Knight, Luca, Ryan the Last Dragon, Last Night in Soho, Dune, No Time to Die, Candyman, Shang-Chi, and Justice League.
Should be an easier list. Last
so.
category.
9. Yeah, we only got to cut 4.
I am down to insta-lock Green Knight.
I'm an insta-lock on Green Knight and Dune.
Yeah,
I'm with those 2 as well.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, I think this one's like a little easier. Yeah. Next, and I guess for me, my next lock is probably gonna be a bit harder now because we're getting down to more. But for me is Soho. That's the best way to get back that scene.
Yeah.
Is the visuals of it, the colors of it. Obviously, the visuals is about cinematography, but also you could argue about the costuming and stuff like that. So that's where I'd pitch my next lock. And the rest, I'm a mix on all. Like I could see a point, but that's the next. Well, actually, no, I have another one, which would be No Time to Die as well. Because Dylan's right, the cinematography of that movie is powerful. So those are my 2 I'd be fighting for, and then the rest I'm in a big toss up.
I
think
Soho.
I think I'm close on Soho and Candyman. Like I think those 2 in my mind are pretty close together. Just with the usage of the mirrors and stuff. Like it was so well done. And even just when he goes to Cabrini Green, and it's just like an empty, like abandoned location, and he's just like standing in the middle of the road. Like there's a lot of shots of just someone just standing in front of a building or something like that, and they're just really eerie and creepy.
So from what I heard, Soho's locked. Candyman's in the running for Kirkland.
Did you lock
No,
it, Kirk?
no, they're both very
Oh,
close.
very
So I
close.
I don't want to lock one or the other right now.
I would between the two, I would back Candyman before Soho because I mean you make some great points with the visuals there, Kirkland, especially even when they're telling like the story dynamic and it shows like the paper images and all that stuff. Like
That
it's
was
just
so
such a-
great. Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah. If you want to focus elsewhere, I think No Time to Die is really a winner for me. Just thinking of like that scene when Rami Malek's just like approaching the cabin at the very beginning. It's just like he's so far away,
yeah.
and then he just approaches, and yeah, just the cinematography was like 10 out of 10 in that movie. It's so good.
And I know we saw it so many times, but the car chase at the original movie, like, it's fantastic, like with the bridge and everything. And that one scene where he's in the middle of all the cars and he's spinning and the smoke's going and everything like that. Yeah, for me, yeah, like I said before, No Time to Die is high for me as well.
I'm
So if there's another one on
close-
there.
I'm close
Yeah.
to No Time to Die. I think I just have a couple that are above it, so I'm not quite ready.
Oh,
to
What about
do
these
that.
animated
Where's
movies?
Justice
We haven't
League
really.
at? I haven't,
Okay.
I haven't seen it, so where's that for you guys?
I think it's a lot like all of other Snyder stuff where visually it's fantastic. Like there's
Yeah.
so many great shots. That flash scene can kind of go in there. So I'm not in a complete cut it mode yet on that guy, but I'm not like it's not running up as one of my for sure gonna keep around. So
I'm leaning more locking Justice League than cutting it at this point.
whoa, okay,
Yeah.
there you go.
The
okay.
visuals really stood out for me in that movie.
Yeah, and I could see a case for that. There's some great stuff in
And
there.
who is Darkseid's like little lackey that they redid for this one? He looks
Oh,
so good.
Steppenwolf. Yeah, he looked
Steppenwolf, he
fantastic.
looked
Yeah,
phenomenal.
they totally redid him. Yeah, and he looks great. So
Taylor, what about
Yeah.
you on Justice League? Visuals?
Yeah, like some of the stuff that we got like redone and extended, they just took a lot of care with that visually. I feel like it for me, it's not just like seeing it, but the hard work that went into actually like amping that up. That would probably get my lock, honestly.
whoa,
Nice.
okay. So
I like it.
two
Is that a
potential
lock
locks
for you
there.
guys? Are you guys?
I'm not a lock yet, but Kirkland and Taylor are pretty. I'm close to one, but I gotta see how it all plays out as always. You know.
How
so.
about Shang-Chi then? Because I think Travis is
Yeah.
against that one.
Yeah,
Seems
yeah.
like I'd be fine to cut it personally.
There. So yeah, say what you will, but like the CGI at the end with like the mythical creatures, I think that could have been done a little bit better. But also, you got to remember like the scene when he goes and sees his sister, just like the neon lights in the background when they're having those fights, and even just in like the actual club itself of like the fight night room or whatever the hell it's called, like that was just so there's so much going on, but it didn't like hurt the eyes. I thought it was really visually pleasing, and that fight that he has, it's not even really a fight. Like when his dad comes at the end and they just like fucking lose, and just like the background, it's like really neon. It looks really cool. That's kind of my pitch for it, but I'm still not really selling myself even because
'cause I
there's just a
think-
lot of heavy hitters on here.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
think for me, why like I guess Candyman kind of goes in that one too, where I guess Candyman I'm probably leaning against, but I think like Candyman, No Time to Die, and Shang-Chi are movies that kind of live in semi-realistic. No Time to Die is realistic world, but Justice League is much more fantastical. I feel like No Time to Die cinematography is better than both Candyman and Shang-Chi if we're not talking about like the visual effects and stuff. Just like the modern day, like yeah, that club scene's great, but think about like the submarine or whatever the boat scene in No Time to Die when they're shooting that and like in the water and
Yeah,
stuff like
good point.
that's where I think in the realistic movies for me, like more realistic, No Time to Die shines more than a Candyman or a Shang-Chi for me.
Okay. What about these animated movies? I'm leaning more Raya out of those two. If we're just trying to look at
Yeah.
someone to cut,
I say we
don't know
move
how you guys feel.
Luke out of here just for the sake of simplicity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Taylor, you dying for Luca? No.
Nope.
I'll start by saying that I honestly, and usually it's the other way around, but I honestly feel that I lean more towards the live action ones than I am Raya right now, and that's just where I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I still like Raya more than Shang-Chi. I don't know if that
Mhm.
helps or hinders anyone.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
I guess just to play all my cards, I would get
Do
rid of
it.
these bottom three, Candyman,
Oh.
Shang-Chi, and Justice League, and then I'd be happy with those top three. That's where I'm at. any
those
of that.
top. That's a interesting proposal because I like half and don't like.
And
half,
obviously, yeah, I
but
haven't
then-
seen Justice League.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm down to cut Shang-Chi. I don't know if you guys are holding on to it.
I'm
I
down
kind
to
of
cut
mid
I think that's
pitch.
3 then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got
let's
it.
get rid of that.
Got it. So what? We're down. We gotta pick 3 more out of this, right?
If I'm trying to make a pitch against Raya, on the review, I actually made a point of like a bit of a con was those deserty areas. I felt like the contrast was just turned up a little bit too much. Like they just felt like more than just a warm setting. It felt like they just cranked up the knob a little bit too much to the point that I actually brought it up on the review. So take that how you will. Not 10 out of 10 visuals in my eyes for that movie, even though it's a very beautiful movie with all the dragons and everything. But just in the deserty areas, I thought it was kind of lackluster.
Yeah,
I
think
agree with that. Yeah.
I definitely I don't agree with that desert scene, but I think it's just such a creative movie visual, like that town
Yeah,
on the water
yeah, it
is
lifts
really
it.
cool, especially with the lights at night. And
Right.
even like the snowy village is like super cool.
Yeah, you're right.
Even just the
yeah.
little things of like the visual aspect of like Raya's weapon is like super interesting, or like the little dude that she's rolling around on, like just every little
Yeah.
detail, or just like every little part of it seemed to have like a lot of thought and care put into it, and then that's just on top of like these big massive like battle scenes, of course, that are happening too.
You won me over. You reposted me on that that slash I did for Raya. I think I'm leaning Raya. It's fuck. I kind of ignored the other ones though. Justice League is a lock in my eyes. Last Night in Soho. Fuck, it was so good with the neon lights and just going back from the 60s and having just it felt like she was jumping back to the 60s. I felt like when she was actually visiting Sally in her dreams and stuff like that, and the ghosts were fucking terrifying.
Sandy.
What did I say?
Sally. It's okay. I would say the best way to do this is just we all take our 3, pick our 3, and see what the numbers are after, because it's at that realm.
Yeah, or it might be easier just our 2 bottom.
Yeah,
Bottom
sure.
picks.
2 bottom. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do
Um,
mine. Mine are
okay.
obvious.
Okay. I would put one more for myself for Candyman, and then my other one I'd pick Raya. It's tough, but I'd pick
Ooh.
Raya. Yep. So Taylor, we're doing our bottom 2.
Bottom 2.
Kirkland, do you know your bottom 2? I'll do that.
One of mine would be Candyman, I think.
Okay. So
But I
Candy's
also feel
going.
pretty similar to Last Night on that regard.
So do you mean those?
So
are
the
your
K
2?
right there. Oh.
I've written it. but-
I think out of all of them, yes, because Dylan, you really won me over with Raya. You brought up some really good points on just the designs of the locations and everything. So I don't want to see that one cut.
Looking like Candyman is
Mhm.
seeing the end of his days here.
So Taylor, lots of the fate of Soho, Dragon, and Justice League are in your hands. Because No Time to Die, I would say, is locked because it didn't get any votes, and you would just put a 1 on it. So that's looking like that's a lock. So you're kind of deciding between those 2 right now.
Taylor really liked Justice League, so I don't think he'll cut that.
Where are you going, Taylor?
I mean, yeah, unfortunately, like, oh shit.
Because I think you
Yeah,
would have cut
Justice
No
League,
Time to Die.
Justice League, I'm not gonna put anything on there, so that's
Nice.
gonna stick. Candyman would have been one that I really wanted to stay, so that's unfortunate.
You get 2 picks.
Okay, 2 picks.
Come on, Taylor. Let's get a move on.
This is tough.
here.
This is tough. Okay, I'm going to put just because I don't want this to go into like a further on like a tie. I just want to eliminate one. I'm just gonna put one on No Time to Die, just so I know that's just it's not gonna change anything. And my last pick, just to oust the other one, is gonna go on Raya.
Oh, brutal. Okay, well, let's get rid of Candyman.
Hmm.
Okay. So Candyman's gone.
I think Soho has just got a true testament of like visuals and just how they were able to deliver with so many different perspectives and just the whole dynamic of everything. It was
we
just
lock
so
Soho?
much going on.
Well,
we
I think
lock it?
I think Raya's out. I think that's the way that math
That was my
works.
plan. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So-
Sad, but that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so the best visuals category is The Green Knight, Last Night in Soho, Dune, No Time to Die, and Justice League. So there
You know,
go.
that's a good list. I'm sad
yeah.
Raya's out of there, but it's still
Yeah.
it's a good solid list. So
I
that's
might
been
have
all
voted
our.
for Raya. That's too bad. Actually, you know what? I'm voting for Dune. Fuck it.
That's been all. Luckily, that's been all the lists so far. Is all good stuff. So, Kirkland, you're picking where we're going next.
oh, let's bring some ladies in here. Best actress.
Sure,
We
let's do
we
it.
Doing that one, yeah.
Yeah, start off nominee who I think I know a few of these.
Do we do supporting? I can't even remember.
I think I did supporting because I had enough
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
all of
let's
it.
do it.
Yeah.
So am I waiting to bring up Florence Pugh, or am I bringing up Florence Pugh? 'Cause she's
Like,
a support, right?
In
her-
Black
her
Widow,
movie?
yeah, she's a
okay.
she's a support.
She steals the show, but I guess she's still a support. Okay. Yeah, ScarJo. I'll bring her up. She
I'll
didn't
back
make
it.
it in MCU, so I knew I would be for round 2 for her. Travis is silent.
I can't back it. I just didn't think she.
I don't
brought
blame you,
anything.
to be honest,
Yeah.
but I would back it.
Taylor, it's up to
Taylor.
you.
Taylor hates ScarJo. He's so pro Disney. He's like, she's
He's
fucking
over her.
suing my
she's,
company.
She's dead. He doesn't care.
Yeah. I was on Disney's side of the whole contract.
I don't care.
No, I'd back it. I really
Okay.
liked her in
Nice.
it.
Oh, whoa.
Okay.
Surprise.
Thank you, Taylor.
I will go just because I'm such a stan for the movie. I'll go Thomasin McKenzie as Ellie. I think she just does a phenomenal job.
100%.
Breakout
100%.
performance. Even though that was Jojo Rabbit, this is more puts her on the map. So
Yeah, I was gonna ask. What
Not
about
old?
Sand?
You
Are they
sure?
both? Obviously, she would be an actress. What about Sandy? Is that?
I did
supporting
have
or-
Sandy and Sorkin just because her time. Like I was surprised when we
Okay.
saw the movie how little screen time she does have
Sure.
on Taylor Joyce. That's why I didn't
Yeah.
have her in lead. Yeah,
That's fair. I will back.
Not a lot of dialogue
Thomasin
from her.
McKenzie
Yeah.
then.
Taylor Field,
I am going to throw out Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn.
absolutely.
Back it.
How
We'll
many
have to
times
see-
has she been nominated for that?
I was
character?
just
Like
about to give
100?
that fact. If she gets this, she'll be the first ever person to get nominated for 3 times for the same role. There's been a lot of doubles, but never a
Damn.
never a triple. So we'll see. But yeah, I backed that one. Dylan Muss.
Sorry, I'm typing up a storm
Oh,
over
that's
here.
all
I will shout out Dina from Fear Street.
Yes.
It's she's in all. I would say Fear Street Part 1 if we're talking about one movie, but
Mhm.
she obviously makes appearance in more than one of them.
Yeah, sure. I'd back it.
Do we got a triple on
Backed.
that?
I'd back it.
Kirkland Batzer.
I said sorry. I
okay.
said the character's name. The actress's name is Kiana Madeira.
Madeira.
So would Leia Seydoux be a lead female?
she's
Because
a lead in
yeah,
No Time to
yeah,
Die.
okay.
Yeah,
I'll pitch her
she's-
then.
Yeah, I would back her. I think she was such a stark contrast from feeling she's very not meh, but just fine Inspector to like
Inspector,
man,
yeah.
she was so damn good in No Time to Die. And also, we kind of already talked about her acting scene, so I would support Lea Seydoux.
I'll back it.
Okay,
Fragile.
I missed one. What was the second one we said after ScarJo?
Thomasin
Thomasin
McKenzie from
McKenzie.
Soho.
Yes.
Now here's this is bad. That says something about this movie, and this was in my top 10. I don't think we even talked about it as lists. Emily Blunt in A Quiet Place Part 2, but I don't know. I know Taylor saw it, but I don't know if you've
Never seen it.
I have
Fuck, I
seen
forgot about that.
Yeah,
I was incredibly disappointed with that movie.
number 2.
I was really let down by it. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe Blunt's not coming to the dance. So
What
I
about
don't think I'd back it, honestly. Yeah.
fair enough. Yeah.
what about Gal? Bring in the Gal for Justice League.
No.
No.
I don't know if I don't really have any acting ones from Justice League, and I don't think
Yeah.
anyone's bad. I just think it's because it's such an ensemble piece. I don't
Yeah.
know if anyone. Yeah, there might be one person that stood out, but other than that, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Can I counter quick? Awkwafina, Shang-Chi. Thought she was great in that.
I'd back it.
Yeah, sure.
I had her as supporting.
I did
I
too.
did too.
Okay, so
Well,
if
she's the first female in like main female in
Yeah,
that
but
movie,
she's
right?
clearly a supporting.
I just don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like she's a lead. Like it's a weird call. We do this.
Okay,
every year, but
Awkwafina and Raya and the Last Dragon.
she's
Guess
as
that's supporting
Sisu?
as well.
Yeah,
That's supporting as well.
yeah.
I do
Everything.
have,
Pitch.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I'd say her for supporting. I would personally.
Okay.
She
Okay.
supports the lead. I know it's a gray area. We talk about it. All depends. It's a flavor, you know. Taylor Field.
I'm gonna go Zendaya in No Way Home.
Yeah, sure. I'd back it. Even though people do not get to see how much a great actor is, I've watched Euphoria, and you would
man.
think she's a completely different person. For like, you don't think what she does as MJ would be possible in Euphoria. But you're like, oh my god, like MCU does not let her fully get to like just go like she could. So, but I'll back.
Fuck, we just finished episode 4, season 1. She is.
She's powerhouse.
Yeah, I feel like I just liked her for being Zendaya, and she was very charismatic and easy to like. But when you actually see like the layers that she can act with, it's like,
Oh, yeah.
fuck. Okay.
She's winning an Oscar. Yeah. So okay, so that was 3 backs there.
Yeah.
Dylan Musk. Who else you got?
Actress's name's Annabelle Wallace as Madison in *Malignant*.
Yeah,
guys
I'd
think
back
about
it.
that one?
I think she.
Yeah.
I think she had a lot to carry there.
Who was the
Like,
actor for Gabriel? In that
Kirkland.
It's back to me, eh?
Well, you did cheat. You like jumped over Taylor 3 times, but you know.
Semi-controversial? No, I can't even say it. I can't even say it. I was gonna pitch Gemma Chan, but because I liked her the most out of all the Eternals.
Oh yeah,
But-
no.
But she just was still not great. It just goes to show the quality of that movie. But
That's
yeah.
a no from me, dog.
That's my redact. Yeah, I'm not even voting for that one.
Okay. I think only Taylor would support me on this. I'm just gonna give her the shout because I gave this movie a lot of shit, and it's still not a great movie. But man, does Emma Stone kill it as Cruella de Vil. She is fantastic.
I
back
back that.
that.
No, I back
She-
that for sure.
Like
Oh,
she
look at that.
she makes the movie. The movie's fine, but her in it is like okay. It's very much
movie's
like
good,
Mark.
man. Don't
I think-
don't undersell it. It's
Okay,
good.
it's good, but the reason it's good is because they don't follow anything from 100 Dalmatians. They say
And does that
it's a
matter?
prequel.
Can you
when
not say
they-
the same thing about Joker?
What different? Because they don't say this is a prequel to 101
This is
Dalmatians.
escalating.
No. When Joker's like, oh, this is a new version. This is a prequel, 101 Dalmatians. No, it's not at all. It's completely fucking different. But it's a fine movie. She's great in it. So yeah, okay, she's there. Cool. That's my
she
list.
was
I got
great.
no one else.
She was phenomenal.
Yeah, Stone's goat. You
It's
know?
one of
the best.
those. It's one of those movies. If it wasn't a powerful, performer like Emma
Yes.
Stone, it wouldn't have hit, and she delivered.
Oh yeah, she's one of the best. Yeah, my list is done.
I don't think either of these two are going to go through. I was going to nominate Sadie Sink as Ziggy in Fear Street Part 2. But Travis, you said you didn't like that one as much, so I'm guessing
Yeah,
you're not going
no.
to back it. And then I don't think maybe Taylor's seen that one.
I will not back it, although I did like Fear Street Part 2.
And then the other one I was going to mention is Millicent Simmons, is her name, plays Regan in A Quiet Place. I would have gone for her over Emily Blunt.
Yeah, I
but-
would back that. She's the daughter,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would back that. I think she's a great little actress, and I hope she does more.
Any other triple
Don't
down?
concede
No one,
it.
no one triple down.
It's up to
That's
Taylor,
fine. I'm
but-
not. I'm
Okay.
not. I'm not hurt by that.
Quiet Place, man. Wow.
Let's throw it out. Stephanie Beatrice. She played Mirabel Madrigal from Encanto.
Whoa,
Hmm.
what a name! I love it.
Yeah. No,
I don't
no.
know who this
Fair enough.
person is, so I can't really.
Have you seen Encanto, Taylor?
No.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
part
That
of
makes
it,
sense,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I want to bring her up. It was great. Good singer.
S-Pub shouts out, how we say her name, Danielle Macaro as Ratcatcher 2. I don't have.
Supporting
Well,
for
she would be
sure.
supporting.
He's been pitching
yeah.
everything from Suicide Squad. if
Yeah,
you
that's
watch in the
true.
chat.
That's true. But he did no. But he did. We
I
forgot
do
about
have
this.
her in
Let there be
supporting.
carnage and snub for best visuals. But yeah, I
did
do.
put her in supporting.
I do maybe have her there too. So, is that it for actresses? All right, let's see that list and see what we got
Yeah.
going on for the contenders.
It's a shorter list this time.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. So we got to cut.
I'm going to.
We
run
got to
to the
cut
bathroom while you
3.
guys
Yeah, sure.
All right.
What's better? Start with locks or cuts?
I am ready to do a cut. Honestly, I'm ready to cut Zendaya MJ. Just really wasn't a standout performance from her in the role. Like there was some emotional stuff, but I feel like it happened at the very end, and there was some good moments of her like supporting Peter, but like I'm looking at other people on this list, and she just falls to the wayside pretty easily. And then you brought up Euphoria. Come on, that's not
Yeah.
Euphoria.
I
It's not
agree.
Rue.
Where I think it's her best role. Yeah, not Rue. Like I think it's her best role in the MCU, but it doesn't stand out to me with all these other ones. And the other one, like I would her, and then the other one I'm on. Even though I'm such a big fan of it, I am on the kicking out of Dina because I think she's good in it, but I don't think it's anything spectacular. I think in a weaker year maybe, but yeah, I'm down with Zendaya and I'm down with Fear Street. So those are my two jumping out at me right now.
I'm ready to cut both.
I would probably back it.
Okay, so wait for Dylan, but we would so Zendaya and Keena are gone. Taylor, what would be your third? Because we only got to cut 3. So if we could agree on a third, Dylan gets no input. He's just got, no. What we'll do is we won't tell him who we cut first and then see what he says. But who would you cut, Taylor? What would be your third out of this? It's pretty clear.
What did I miss?
I don't know. I feel bad to honestly suggest it, but maybe probably go with ScarJo.
I would back you on that. We're talking about cuts now, Dylan. Right now, we had talked about Zendaya and Keena as like the two ones that we're all pre-30 or 30. We all three are pretty for cutting, and now we were trying to decide if there was like a third one, what we would do.
Sorry, who did you decide to cut already?
We were talking about Zendaya and Keena from.
You're gonna cut
Fear
these
Street.
two.
Yeah, I think there's just stronger, like all these other actresses. I could name you a scene where MJ. Okay, I guess I could the ending scene, and I think Fear Street she's good, but I just think they don't stack up to the other 6 on this or 7 on this list. Sorry, or 6. Yeah, 6.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Is there any of those two you'd fight for hard?
It's got to be
Oh
hard.
man, there's just so many other characters in Spider-Man that it's. But I think she does. I think she's great in that movie. I really, yeah.
I'm okay with everything that Taylor pitched.
So, and then Taylor's third pitch was ScarJo.
I would get rid of that one.
Okay, so we're on agreement on ScarJo. So ScarJo's gone. Okay.
Well, if you guys voted for 3 on these people, then there isn't, right? Did you vote for 3 on Zendaya and Dina?
Well,
that's
mine
what we
doesn't
were
really
pretty
count because I haven't seen Fear Street, but
yeah, so
I wouldn't
But
vote for
Zendaya,
it.
we've all seen Spider-Man. You guys all vote Zendaya?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
would.
voted it
Yeah.
off. Whoa. MJ Widow. Black Zendaya.
What am I doing?
Getting us canceled. Small business for 2 weeks. Black Zendaya took us down. Yeah,
Okay,
I
guess
just
one more
yeah.
then. So is Cruella just like a lock for you guys?
I think so. Yeah, I think
Okay.
she's so good in it. Yeah. No, I think I am because I all these other ones. Like I think the only one I could waver on is Annabelle Wallace.
Yeah,
Because-
I would drop that one before Dina for sure. Because I think there's moments where her acting is not good. As much as I love the character, and I think she is great in some moments, there's also other times, like I was saying, the ending in particular, like I thought she really dropped the ball in that scene, or in those couple
Is
of scenes.
Dina
like, in the
good
hospital.
throughout?
I think she's good throughout, but
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
she has anything too strong. But I think she doesn't have any weak moments. And Annabelle Wallace is like not always the strongest actress. So
In the beginning, she was phenomenal, though. She really showed all that sorrow that she's carrying of just being in like a terrible relationship, and she's just carrying so much in her head.
yeah.
No pun really intended,
Yeah.
but sort of is.
Taylor, where are you? Because you've seen them both. As far as so, we're kind of. It seemed like we're down to Fear Street, Malignant, Dina, and Madison as the 2 potential cuts here. Unless there's another one that would jump out to you. But out of those 2, who are you leaning towards?
I'm kind of leaning more towards Malignant,
Ooh.
keeping Annabelle Wallace in there.
Keeping Annabelle Wallace. Okay.
All right, that's
Okay.
fine.
Okay, we'll do that then. So
Farewell,
that was
Dina.
a quick 3 and out. You know. So now our best.
We needed a quick one after.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, that's a good. Some of these acting ones I think will be quicker. So, best actress Thomasin McKenzie for Last Night. So Margot Robbie for the record 3rd nomination for Harley Quinn. Is it her last one? I don't know. We'll see. Lea Seydoux is Madeline. No Time to Die. Annabelle Wallis and Madison Malignant, and Emma Stone for Cruella. So there we go.
All right.
Beode.
Have you saved these lists, Dylan?
I have
Just
them all,
deletes
yeah.
them instantly.
Okay, I had saved the first two, and then I'm like, shit, yeah, it deletes everything, even the audio of this, so you can't go back.
We haven't been live this whole time, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna
Oh my
redo it.
God.
All right, so it's my turn to pick here. You were gonna redo. Fuck, Spider-Man Hallway doesn't make it this time. Let's another one. Let's just jump back to it. Let's go Best Actor. We just did the actresses, so let's do the man. I will open up with, he hasn't got much. The movie hasn't got much love. I feel it's always on the cusp and stuff like that. But I would give my my boy Yahya Abdul-Mateen II a big shout for Candyman, because I think
Absolutely.
yeah.
I think it has some promise here and there. But Yahya is just always a powerhouse, and just this movie, like it's hard to play that kind of like you're supposed to be like a crazy drug addict type of person that people don't believe you, think something's wrong with you, and play that not in a cheesy way and believable. But he does that, shout to Zendaya, but he does that out of this world. Yeah. So I would
Not
put
only
him,
does he do that phenomenal, but he also just plays such a good like boyfriend in the beginning of the movie. Like he just
Yes.
goes through so many different layers in this movie, and it's
does.
a wild ride that he takes us on.
he has the Tom Hanks ability where he can play like a nice normal guy really well, which is hard just to play
100%.
normal guy Bob, So
Yeah.
yeah.
Normal guy Bob. I'll just carry off and go Dev Patel as the Green Knight. Or
Absolutely.
not as the Green Knight.
Oh
in the
shit,
Green
big
Knight.
twist. No, but yeah, that movie's all on him, and if he's bad, and he's just like how just so many great scenes, like when he goes to dinner with Joel Edgerton and Elise Van Canter, how awkward
Yeah.
that is, and like at the beginning when he is like that flash, the fake flash forward of him when he's like the bad king and going through all this stuff, like yeah, Dev Patel's great.
And like another scene again. I'll talk about that scene really quick, but like when he's just talking to the king, and like he's just such like a fuck up, and the king is just like putting so much like attention on him, and like he is just like emotional. He's like he doesn't even know how to react. Like this god in his eyes is just like reacting to him. Like that was phenomenal. That actor really, really surprised me. I don't think I've seen him in anything before. He really, really impressed me in that role. So
Oh yeah, he's been up and coming for a while. Did you ever see Slumdog Millionaire back in the day?
yes, I did.
That's
okay,
him
it
at
was
like a
him.
really young
Yeah.
age. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's a man now.
Yeah.
He's a hot looking, toned up man.
He is.
So,
yeah.
yeah.
He's a knight.
Yep.
He's a knight.
Taylor Field, best actor. Go, your pitch.
Tom Holland. Spider-Man
Absolutely. Best performance yet.
Absolutely.
Lots of good, ugly crying, stuff like that. Backed. Dylan Muss.
And anger in that hallway scene. Eh,
Oh,
Taylor?
yeah, man. Yeah, he just had the strength to take it.
Let's see. Okay, we haven't really talked about this movie. It's come up once. Chris Rock as Zeke in Spiral, the Book of Saw.
I didn't have him, no.
Never seen it.
Taylor.
I actually had that on my list.
No.
I would back it.
No triple. That's fair.
Give us another, Dylan.
Another Simu Lee. Is that how you pronounce it? Simu Lee?
Yeah, I think similarly, yeah.
Okay. As Shang-Chi, of course.
Yes,
Definitely
I would
back it.
that, yeah. Charismatic as hell. Excited to see what he does in the future. Kirkland, another.
Another was made.
Another one.
I'm gonna go just fucking Keanu Reeves as repriving his role of the one.
Taylor, where are
Reprising,
you on
not
that?
reprising.
Yeah, reprised.
I'm tired now. Oof.
Yeah.
Surprised, honestly. Just the power of Keanu didn't just make it on the nom list.
But because the
instantly.
thing about Keanu is like he's not the greatest actor, so that's why it's not like an.
But it's Keanu. It's The Rock isn't the greatest actor, but he's
You know
still
what? I won't
the
back it.
highest paid.
In interest for
Ah.
time and interest of like other people, I won't back it. Gotta be cutthroat.
I don't know
That
if
is
I'll back
cutthroat.
it, but I would like to.
I heard-
What the fuck does that mean? It doesn't matter. He doesn't have the votes. Again, another kind of big send off performance. Daniel Craig in No Time to Die. He's great. He same thing has to not carry the movie. There's lots of other characters, but he's just he gives some new layers to Bond, which is great. I think my favorite scene is when he goes to apologize to Vespa Lynn. And just like that scene where he's at the grave site and he's talking, he's emotional. So that and so we already talked about the ending. I'm not going to talk about that again, but
and I would say that's his best performance as Bond in that
Yes.
movie. So
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely they give more layers. So
I'll back it.
okay, Taylor Field.
I am going to throw out. I guess actually this is probably more like a. Honorable mention, I should say. Henry Golding from Snake Eyes.
Oh no.
He was, and again, honorable mention. I don't expect any backings. He was so.
You had a great
good in that
review,
movie.
Taylor. I loved your review of
There you
Snake
go.
Eyes. It was great. I
Still
haven't seen it, but I checked out the
yeah,
review.
Still haven't seen it. Yeah. Dylan.
Idris Elba as Bloodsport in Suicide Squad.
That was gonna be mine. So I'm
I
glad you
back
went.
it.
Yeah, back it.
All right.
Now, Kirkland, you can go before you butt the line again.
Ryan Reynolds, free guy,
Backed.
just being himself.
Can't do it.
Taylor hated it, or
I won't.
Dylan hated it.
I think he's
Not
doing
even
his-
Ryan Reynolds being his regular funny self could like get me to go through with it.
I'm surprised you hated that movie so much. Well, do you know what it like?
I give it. I
think-
honestly think give it one more. I thought you would really appreciate the gaming
oh,
stuff.
it's because
in
you were
it.
boost. You're sick.
boosting.
Yeah, you're boosting. In
Yeah,
that
but
period.
but I also was like just lounging around for like 12 hours, and I just watched a bunch of Marvel stuff, and I was enjoying myself. But when I put that movie on, it was like, yikes! I would rather go watch another What
You're
If.
like, I'm not
episode,
laughing right now. Yeah, I'm not laughing right now. This is a serious time.
So this sucks because again, I feel like we could talk about barely little. Well, maybe I'll wait till Taylor's back. I'll wait till not. Timothy Chalamet from Dune.
Yep.
Paul Atreides. Yeah. Okay.
Definitely.
Get him in there. Get him in there, coach.
Get him in there.
The other one I have to shut. I'm waiting because I guess we'll see if Dylan just shoots down. Is Cillian Murphy from A Quiet Place Part 2? If I'm not sure. Obviously, not a big fan of the movie, but I feel like he's fantastic in it, and he's a great character. He starts off as
Well, he's more
mysterious.
supporting though.
Is he? It's been so long since
He's
I've
like
seen
not
the
even
movie.
in the movie. Well, I guess he's in that like prequel part, but then he doesn't show up for like another half an hour, and the movie's pretty short.
Yeah, I could go with that. I'm not saying he would for sure get it, but okay, I'll throw him in that slot down there. I'll save it. Yeah, the movie is short. Yeah. Anybody else for best actor to shout out?
Those were all mine.
Yeah, I don't
All
think
right.
I have
I think
anyone
we're safe
else.
to pull up the list because I think more of Taylor's picks are good.
Yeah, I would agree.
Sure. I'm in the process of I'm probably gonna spell his name wrong. So.
Oh yeah, that's fine. There's a couple.
Those
T's
are
in
some
there, but-
tricky names that you had to type out. So I'm impressed you at least attempted.
So we'll wait until Taylor's back because this is the easiest one. Yeah, we just have to cut one. So I feel like we just
Two.
all. Isn't there 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't count. So we just have to cut 2. So very similar to the best actress, but we got Yahya Abdul-Mateen for Candyman, Dev Patel.
You say it's
John.
easy because there's not many people, but these are some quality performances that might be tough to push people out. But I know one that I'm willing.
Whoa. Yeah. See, for me, that's where Kirkland. I think I disagree. I think for me it is easy. For me, the two that I would. Let's see here.
Oh, is it? Okay, well.
I think the
I'll
two
just-
that I'll just start the bidding. I would say for me they're both great. I both really like them, but I would go Simu Lee and Idris Elba. Those are my two.
Like you're cutting those two.
Yeah, that would be the two. There's maybe some arguments and so you even make some sort of argument on Chalamet. So like I'm not like I'll fight to the death on those, but for me like the other three at least with Holland or like Dev, Yahya, Craig, those are all locks to me. But that's why I think the two for me right now
Yeah,
is Idris and
these
Simu.
top 3 are locks for
Yeah.
me. Do other people agree with that?
I
I
agree.
agree.
I think
Yeah.
it's easier just to cancel out the other two. Unless Taylor, what do you feel? Are you loving Simu? Because I was really for him, but just I don't know. I feel like when I'm comparing him and his performance to
He's
these
just
other
so
guys,
charismatic. It's like
He's so charismatic, and
contagious.
he's a great lead for this new character and this new world that we're diving into. But like, put him side by side with these top 3. Does he stand a chance? No. Does he stand
Whoa.
a chance with Daniel Craig and Timothy?
Like Timothy's good, but I mean, I really like Simu Lee. Just like it, I feel like to debut in like a new hero movie these days, you look at something like Eternals. It's not. There's several factors
Fucking
obviously that went
Eternals.
I think there's
sideways with
more
that.
fact.
But at the end of the day, like you really have to have a right kind of actor in that role just to kind of deliver and showcase, hey, this is a new hero we're introducing to the MCU at this stage of the game. And I think Simu Lee is just great at that with the character of Shang-Chi. So I think he is a strong keeper for myself personally.
Dylan, where are you on Timothy Chalamet?
I would lock that one for sure.
Oh, okay. So Taylor's Dylan's a keep on. Dylan's a lock on Chalamet. Taylor's a keep on Simile.
I'm a lock on Craig.
Kirkham, where are you in this new predicament? Because you could cut.
Whoa.
I don't know if you
boy.
heard me, but I'm gonna lock Craig.
I would lock Craig. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would lock Craig and Chalamet out of these four.
Yeah. Me too. I am
Should
with
we
you.
get rid of Idris Elba to make it a bit
I think
easier
so.
here?
Yeah. So it seems like we're down to Simu versus Timothy, and I think it comes down to.
Because at first I was seeing Timothy as just being like just Paul and walking around, and just
Even
being
then,
like a
though,
pretty bland person.
I mean, only Kirkland and I have locked Craig. No one else has locked Craig. So it's actually down to three. Me and Taylor just like, yeah, or me and Kirkland are like, yeah, let's do it. And
Yeah,
but
okay,
there's still more on the board here.
Yeah, I think I'd sadly get rid of Simu in this case. I'd like to see him on there, but I think these other two are stronger performances in my mind.
Yeah, no, I just think of like the scenes with Paul and his mom, Paul and the like the head lady in that box scene. Like he's so good. He's such a phenomenal actor. I don't think Simu really stands a chance against him. And as I mentioned, Daniel Craig had the best performance he's had as James Bond, so I could not feel happy picking Simu over him as well.
All right, I think Simu's gone then. If that's three.
You agree, Travis? Yeah.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I we'll get times to do it again. Craig, this is last time.
Exactly.
Hey Taylor, you get the
we go.
hallway scene, you lose a scene. It
all
happens.
good.
It happens the best stuff. So
I
best
got
actor is
Hobbs.
Life for
Yeah.
a life.
yeah, Tool Medine the second, Candyman,
I'd
Dev
to save a
Patel
million.
in Green Knight. Oh, fucking One Life to Save a Million. Tom Holland and Spider-Man, Daniel Craig, James Bond, and Timothy Chalamet as Paul in Dune. Should we just keep Taylor? You're up next, but I'll let you pick between the supporting actor, supporting actress. Let's just keep the actors going.
Let's do best supporting actor. I am going to drop us in. That was a curveball.
He was out of here.
Yeah, he's out.
He's like,
It's like, I'm not doing
why
this
would you pick
category.
that one?
I'm going to lead us in with Paul Rudd, Ghostbusters Afterlife. Again,
Haven't
I
seen
know
it,
you guys haven't
unfortunately.
seen
Paul
it,
Rudd,
so
man, yeah.
it's a rough
weird
one,
first
but-
pitch. Nobody
Paul
can
Rudd.
back you.
Okay. How about Kit Harington from Eternals?
Oh my
Haven't seen that
gosh,
either.
what? He has like some of the least screen time out of
Supporting.
everyone. Oh my gosh,
supporting?
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Someone else go.
Try again.
He's
keep swinging.
Okay.
The music's playing. It's like, get off the stage.
Hiro Yuki Sanada as Scorpion from Mortal Kombat.
Haven't seen it.
Okay.
He's got more screen time than Kit Harington, I can tell you that.
Your picks are kind of surprising me, but they. I don't want to. I'm gonna say no because I think I'm the only one that would back you on that, and just for simplicity's sake, let's just keep it minimal.
Okay.
He's great, but like, I don't think he's in it enough. He doesn't really talk much other than the very beginning of that movie.
That's fair.
Travis, you want to hear Taylor's picks?
Picks plural.
Oh yeah, I shot him down right away on one of them.
Okay.
It was like
I
the beach
had-
scene in Suicide Squad.
No,
I
You had
had
one
Paul
that
Rudd from Ghostbusters Afterlife, and we moved on from that. And Kit
None of us had seen
Harington
it.
from Eternals.
What are you doing?
And then Hiro Yuki
Eternal.
Sanada as Scorpion from Mortal Kombat.
No. Okay, so because Taylor threw out three, I'm gonna throw out three. I'm gonna go for the trifecta here, and I feel like I'll get some. This is a controversial topic every year. So, Toby and Andrew, that's clear. Like we were talking about them at some point. I would put William Dafoe because he's the villain. We talked about this. Some years we've allowed, some years we haven't. But there is half of that performance where he is scared Norman in like a new universe. He's trying to figure it out, and those scenes of just like, if you ever need a job in a different multiverse, you can come talk to me, Peter. Like when he is that warm Norman again, and then that turn happens the same way we had Kylo Ren in here before. We've had Thanos before. I think Willem Dafoe is, and I know it's three, so we might not get them all, but I think Willem Dafoe is. He might pop up again in villain, but I feel like some of that performance is still worth supporting as well because he's just so damn good. And it's not all villainous. It's like very much two characters. It's a Jekyll and Hyde situation. So I literally pitched like the 3 supporting from Spider-Man.
See, I mean,
I'm
I'll
down for
definitely
2 of
back
those.
Peter and Peter.
Yeah.
But I'm putting Green Goblin in villain. I would put Alfred Molina as supporting because to me he's like he once again he also is a villain, but he's less of a villain to me. Like to me,
He's
he
more
was more of a
supporting. Yeah. And my only hesitation is because he just like fucks off for a portion of that movie, and it's very unexplained. It's kind of a bit of a con. He just disappeared just to have him appear somewhere else. It just seemed very strange. But no, I'm down for the 2 Peters. I am not down for Defoe.
Wow. Can't. Fuck, man.
I
Defoe's
am
so
down for
good.
Defoe. Do you
Yeah,
remember that
he's so
scene
good.
when like Marissa Tomei is talking to Peter, and in the background, like she's like, "We gotta help him," and in the background, you see Willem Dafoe like sneak a donut and hides it in his
And
coat.
the why and it obviously it changes every
villainous
year,
move.
but it's not villainous here. He's scared. Why I always pitch is because of a villain, we usually don't even talk about like the acting. It's like the idea of what the villain is. Like we've nominated Michael Myers before, where like this is the actual acting of it. But
Fair enough.
Kirkland's a stick in the mud.
I am the stick
I'm in the same boat. I got him in
mud.
villain, but
Yeah, but
I
you've
wouldn't-
always, I know you. Dylan's always been that way. You never like when Thanos is in there, or Kylo Ren's in there, which I'm like, there's some good acting going on here, but I'll stick it to Kirkland later. I'll
Hey,
make him regret it.
your description of villain to me, I'm including their acting ability in that.
Mm.
You're thinking it's just no. To me, it's the whole package.
2 Peters are in. There we go.
2 Pete's.
2 Pete's. Who do
I don't
pitch
really
here?
have that many for this category. To
Yeah.
be honest for you. I'll throw one out because no one's saying anything.
Do it.
This one once again, you could argue that this guy's a villain, but I'm gonna say Matt Smith as Jack in Last Night in Soho.
That to me is the same type of formula where he's half the movie is good and then he shifts to being a bad guy, you know?
But he was never good. He was always bad. He was
Well,
just faking
yeah.
it the whole time. That's different.
You could argue the same thing about Defoe, you know?
That's what
I was
actually,
gonna
in
say,
fact,
you
that
could
makes
argue
him
that with
even better.
Yeah.
No, well, maybe, but like in this case, it's definitely like the whole. It makes it. If you watch a movie again, it like makes those scenes even more terrifying because he just seems like this charismatic, nice guy that's giving her a chance, but really the whole time he was just sinister motherfucker.
Yeah.
I won't back it yet. I might come back on the table when we're down and we got to talk about potential villains again, but I won't back it yet.
We got 2 on the list right now. So.
I would.
one.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna throw out David Desmalkian as Polka Dot Man in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I'd back it.
Yeah, he was great.
Dashmashin. David. Now I'm fucking that up. David Dastmalchian. The other person I'd shout from Suicide Squad is John Cena. I think obviously he's in the show,
that
but
guy.
his Peacemaker, he's phenomenal. And like he has that great scene where he kills Rick Flag, and you get to see like a turn of John Cena that was very
What a
unexpected.
joke.
Yeah, what a joke. Yeah,
Is
but
that,
he's great.
Got a triple on that one?
It's a triple.
Yeah.
Triple.
I'll back him.
Okay.
What about Joel Edgerton in Green Knight? He was very
No.
charismatic. He wanted to just feed him. He wanted to just be.
He's
good,
just
you know?
not in it enough for me to like really like.
Okay.
I was interested in that character, but he just
Yeah.
he wasn't there enough. You know.
Was Alicia Vikander his wife?
She played double roles.
So she was just okay.
Well, she was his wife, and then you remember she played his love interest at the beginning of the movie, right?
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
that's
it's a
why I thought
whole-
it was like a
yeah.
dream sequence or something.
No, it's one of my
I
favorite.
think
love
that's
when
just
movies
another
do
one of
that.
those symbolism things of like he's
Yes.
just seeing his lover as this guy's wife.
Well, he's seen her
Because
all right.
So is the
Like,
husband.
He's feeling
too.
her.
Oh, he is.
The other one I had was David Harbour as Red Guardian from Black Widow.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I loved
I'll
him.
drop a backing.
You speak like you have minimum backings. Like I'll count my backings. Yeah, I got a couple to spare here. I'll drop them here. This is kind of a tough category for me, honestly. I
What
have
is
more
the name of
supporting
David
females.
Harbour's character? Sorry.
Red Guardian.
Red Guardian.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
What else did I have here?
Oh, I guess I have. Forgot his name. Oscar Isaac in Dune as Paul's dad.
I'll back
He was
that.
phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd back that. Yeah, he's pretty good.
And then there's another one from Dune. Who was his name? His name was
Not Duncan,
Gurney.
Idaho.
Gurney. No, fuck Duncan,
Gurney.
Idaho. And they cut his beard. That just took me out of the film.
Yeah, I think
made it a
Gurney,
9 out of 10.
he's in it more than like Joel Egerton, but I think he's just not in enough for me too that I would put him above any of the other ones
Yeah.
we've talked about so far. So yeah.
Fair enough.
And I mean, I was gonna also shout out Benedict Cumberbatch in Spider-Man, but doesn't sound like that's gonna happen. So that's fine with me.
Sure. I guess that's the list then, eh?
I think
What
so.
about never mind. I was gonna say Yaya Toure and Matrix. Anybody biting on that one?
No, I'm not biting on that one.
What? What? He was great in that. Come on, Taylor. I saw you smile. You remember
I'm
how
just
great he was?
Smiling. Yeah, it was good.
I'm just smiling.
All right, so that's our list. Bring it up, Dylan. Let's see what we got for best supporting actor. I think
Yeah,
we're only
let's
gonna
do
cut like one or something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
got
It's just
6.
like 5 and good to go. Yeah, so we got 6. I think this is the easy one. We just have to put who we cut. This is a tough one for me.
I love Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Polka Dot Man is hilarious, but to me, he's kind of like in that what you know that character that Jesse Plemons plays in Game Night. We love that character, and we thought about we
The
should do a
cop.
category for little cameo characters that are really fun. That's where
Sounds like
Polka
that's not profitable for Frito-Lays.
But that to me, that's Polka Dot Man's fun, but he doesn't hang with the rest of these. But I also don't really care that much for Red Guardian, I guess. So I'd do either of those. Those would be mine.
Yeah, I'm kind of in line with Dylan where I could kind of go either way. So I'm kind of waiting for Kirk.
I'm
on
leaning
his.
more David Harbour
David.
because
To cut or
of
keep?
to keep because we have that really great moment with him and Yelena when they sing American Pie, and because she was just very upset that her entire life was just basically a facade, and then she just storms off in the room, and then he comes, and he was a terrible fake father, but in that moment he still, it's not like he completely just forgot about her. He still remembers, American Pie was her favorite song, and they were able to have a bit of a just a moment there where I feel like Polka Dot Man, there's no real attachment for him to anyone else other than comedy.
What are you gonna bring up, Taylor? What scene with his mom are you
I
gonna
was
bring
just
up?
looking up the scene where, again, you mentioned earlier when they're just drunk in the club and they're dancing, and when he's dancing, and then it flashes to him grinding on his mom's. That's so good. Holy shit!
I know some people got tired of the mom joke, not fucking me. I loved it the entire time. Where do you see your mom? Everywhere, and just like King Shark mom everywhere, and that's your fucking mom. Yeah, I think. What would you cut there, Taylor?
I would honestly cut Red Guardian. I think
Oh.
Polka Dot Man takes it easily for me. Oh.
So I
Sorry, who voted for what at this point? Because I didn't really pick one. I just kind of said either of them, but
it's a
I guess
tie
I-
between Polka Dot Man and Red Guardian. You and me are in the middle of both of them.
I haven't solidly picked anything yet. I was just pitching Red
Sound
Guardian.
like you
I said
did.
I was leaning more
Sound like you
on
did.
him.
No, Kurgan gave me a good pitch. I would, as much as I love Polka Dot Man, and I might even put that movie on later tonight just for some of those scenes. Red Guardian, he did have some great moments. So yeah, I would give him the edge, even though I love David Olshmosh, and I like that he's just appearing in more things.
I'll back that.
He was in Dune as well, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
he
He was
was,
one of the people in Dune.
Best supporting actor: Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, John Cena, David Harbour, and Oscar Isaac. So yeah, really Spider-Man cleaning up there. So now we got best supporting actress to close off the acting categories. Kirk
I
Patz,
will
go ahead,
start
off.
because I've been waiting to say your name all night. Florence Pugh as Yelena Belova. Lock her in. She's
Pew boys.
Yeah, Pew boys. Hashtag.
I don't know. Yeah, hashtag Pew Boys. Of course. Yeah. The other one, because we talked about earlier, I'll just shout out Anna Taylor-Joy as Sandy in Last Night in Soho. Very charismatic. Like, I think the specific scenes are, it's good when she's dancing and love, but the scenes are like that take after take in the bar when the guys just keep approaching her and just how like disheveled she looks, and just, man, it's brutal to watch. And she does that good because it's just, that's a tough scene, but she sells it as a tough scene. So yeah, that's my first shout out there. So this is a killer category for the people I have. Taylor, who do you got for best supporting?
I'm gonna throw out Ana de Armas as Paloma in No Time to Die.
I'll back it.
Oh, fuck
Easily.
yes. That is arguably one of the best Bond girls.
I'll back
like
it, even
10
though
seconds.
the screen time is so little. I'll back it.
Does it matter?
No,
That's all you need.
Yeah.
She's
Doesn't matter. Coming from the guy that
charismatic.
ridiculed me with Kit Harington.
I didn't ridicule you. It's just that's a bad
He has
performance.
terrible performance.
My
Terrible.
problem, not bad performance, just saying there's nothing great there. My problem is not Anna de Armas that she's bad. She is phenomenal, so that's why I'm allowing it. But there's part of me still like it's a Joel Edgerton thing. Like, yeah, she's there for a cup of coffee and then she leaves, but I'm allowing it. I'm voting
You know,
yes.
it
for
doesn't
now.
matter if you allow it or not because we already voted it in.
All right, calm down. Calm down. Dilmas.
For S-Bubs, Daniela Melchior as
Yes.
Ratcatcher.
Yeah, Ratcatcher 2, 100%. I had that too.
Do we got triple on that?
We got triple. I think so.
Do we? S-Bubs, unfortunately, is not one of the
Yeah.
4 voters on this panel.
Kirkland Taylor.
I'm not voting it. I'm not voting her. No, she was
Really?
forgettable for me. I didn't really care for her.
Wow.
Fuck rats,
Taylor?
bro.
Ratcatcher.
Taylor's
I'd
probably
back her.
salty about
I
the
liked
polka
her.
dot.
No,
okay,
I
I thought you were
liked her.
salty about the polka dot.
Kirkland hates women, so he tried to put all men in this category. He's like Joel Egerton.
So Florence Pugh, number
yeah.
one. Come on. Alicia Vikander, get her in there. Anybody buying
back
it? She
it.
played 2 roles, 2 supporting roles, nonetheless.
It's true.
Easy on the eyes, easy
I'll
on the
back
ears.
it.
Yeah.
I'll back Mrs. Fassbender for now.
Yeah, I'll
Wow,
back
see,
Tomb
this guy
Raider
hates
for now.
women. He's not
Lara
even calling her
Croft.
by her name.
Well, she took my man. away from
Fassbender's
me, so-
property.
Yeah. My next one would be Rebecca Ferguson from Dune.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely fucking yes.
Yeah, I think that's a real good one right there. So, Taylor Field.
Like backing or my next pick?
Oh, they backed it, but first of all, could you back it? And second
I
of all,
do
yeah, your
back
next
it.
pick. Okay, next pick.
Next pick, Lashana Lynch is Nomi. No Time to
From
Die.
Bond.
Yeah.
I would back it. I liked her. I think the only problems I have with her are writing problems, but I don't have a problem with her. I like her a lot.
Who is
so.
she?
Which character is this? Sorry?
She's the new 007.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she was. I liked her. I'll back it.
Sounds like 3.
Sounds like 3. That is all the list I had. Oh, man, there's one more that I think Kirkland's about to shout out, but
Be surprised
What
if
is
he
it?
doesn't.
What is it? I'm curious.
well, you have to say it to see if I was right. I'm not going to tell you.
Let's go. No, I don't know. I don't have anyone. What do you-
Starts
what do
with
you-
water.
Yes, 100%.
Starts with water. Oh, yeah.
Aquafina.
Oh yeah, I'm
Taylor
not
was
backing
going there next. Okay.
her. Yes, I'm backing her. Good pick. Good pick. She's great. I have her in 2 roles as
Yeah, I have her for 2 as
Sifu
well.
and Simu Liu's buddy. Forget her name.
Simu Lee's buddy.
I back
Katie.
both of them. I back both of them. Do we have a triple on either or both of those?
I back Katie.
Really?
back
She's
Katie.
so good at Sifu.
It's nothing new from her. That's why for me, it's the same stuff. It's
same
the same
argument with Katie. I don't understand your
no,
your reasoning there.
no, because I've never seen other than there's one movie in particular, but most time Awkwafina's not doing any emotional stuff. She's not a supporting friend to me. She's just very comedic beat. I think Sifu she has a little bit of that, but it's the same reason I didn't do Ryan Reynolds as Free Guy. I felt that's too like it's Ryan Reynolds. It's fine. Simu, I don't think it's Simu is Sishu or what?
Sisu.
Sisu, thank you. It's just nothing new that it didn't
Interesting.
stand out enough for me. Where Katie did stand out a little bit more. And I'm not even
I'll,
saying
re-
Katie's
I'll
like a super
redact my
strong
vote
one.
for Katie.
Sure, well,
I
Dylan
don't
says
think it
3
matters.
on it.
Yeah,
so
I don't think it matters.
But what
No
was
vote
Taylor?
for
Did he
Sisu,
do
man.
it? Did Taylor not do Sifu either?
I was just backing Katie.
There we go.
right.
Settled.
That's fine. She's on there.
She's in
once.
there. Yeah.
That's fuck you for William Dafoe, Kirkland. No.
I put Margot Robbie here, but obviously we already had her in the other category. I had another character from Fear Street, but it was from part 2. Emily Rudd is Cindy, but I don't think that's going through. And I did write Emily Blunt on my list, even though I wasn't fighting for her much in the lead actress category. But I'm not passionate about Quiet Place to fight for that one, I guess.
Yeah.
So I think I'm good.
Okay, let's see that list. So a little more than the guys. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got to get rid of 3. So supporting actresses much better this year, and it makes sense because this is a murder row of talent right here. Lots of good performances. I feel like the easiest is just to lock in Florence Pugh, suck at Fanboy Clay, but I feel like to me she's a
He's not a Pugh.
lock.
He's not a Pugh boy.
No, he thought she was bad in
No.
this movie. Yeah.
Well, he's wrong.
No, he definitely is wrong.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't, doing much podcasting when the Pew Boys officially got a name, but I just want it to be known that I am officially a Pew Boy since the Midsummer days.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah. 100%. You were there for that, and I'm gonna stake claim for the first Pew Boy, fight with my family. Taylor's yet to be a Pew Boy, but he will one day.
Yeah, everyone is some, even Fanboy Clay.
Yeah, one day.
Taylor, for me,
yeah.
Lashana Lynch as Nomi. I don't think there's really anything notable about that character. Like, I feel like all that character does is have these jokes about like being named the new 007, and they like badger each other about it. But like, name one good scene from that character.
So good. I'm trying to think of a great scene, not a good scene, but all the stuff I do like is just her back and forth with Craig, but I'm not gonna fight for her not to be cut here. I think it's. I think there are.
Someone
stronger
give me a
ones on
good
it.
scene, just a scene where it's like, oh, what a great character that character is.
When she seduces him and then she plays it off, she takes off her wig and then she's kind of, I'm gonna shoot you in the knee, the one that works, and she's kind of giving the rundown. Like I like that. I like how she razzes Craig. I really do. But yeah, there's nothing.
Yeah, the competitiveness between the two of them was really fun. But that's not solely on her.
Yes.
It's kind of her bouncing off Craig, and they just had really good chemistry, so it was fun to watch. I think I still had some cons with the writing around her character, specifically about like passing on the name of 007. She just like gave it back to him. That kind of rubbed me the wrong way. It was just very unconsequential. It just seemed like, what was the point of her even having 007 in the first place? So, but again, that's writing. I'm down to cut her. Cut her off the
She's
list.
cut.
Yeah.
She's gone. Nice little shout there. Taylor, who would you cut? Because that was one of your nominees. So who would you cut out? You got to cut 2 more.
2 more.
You don't got to reveal them all if you don't want, but there's 2 more we got to get rid of.
I would probably oust Alicia Vikander. And
Fucking Christ.
fucking Christ.
Well, what have you? We voted for it,
I
but
feel like Anya Taylor-Joy's a lock. Can we do that?
I agree with Sandy.
You got a third on that?
I would back Taylor's Alicia Vikander.
You guys are nodding, but I want a verbal affirmative.
Backed for Sandy.
Verbal
Yeah.
backing.
Yeah, I'm with I'm with
Very
Taylor on Vikander, which I think she's good, especially like the scene where they take her baby. But I just don't think there's enough of her in it that I'm. She is good, but I'm fine to get rid of her, and I'm fine to get rid of Awkwafina as well.
I was thinking about Awkwafina.
Yeah,
Back
because
in my
I just think
mind.
if it's not that they're
Which one?
weaker, she didn't make it. It's not that. It's not
Vikander's
that.
in here for 2 roles.
It's not. It's not that they're weaker. It's just that the other ones are so much stronger. You look at Ferguson and Armis, and then Daniela. Like those to me have much more impact than the other 2.
See, I
I'd
would
lock
cut Daniela.
Anna Armis. I'm the Armis
Yeah.
boy.
I'd lock
Yeah.
her in there.
I would lock Armis. I would lock Ferguson.
I'd lock those 2 as well. Yeah.
And then if we just
Lock.
have one
I'd
left.
lock Ferguson.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So. Boom,
and then the
boom,
one
boom.
left. See, I would lean Vikander here, but
I'd lean Daniela here, to be honest.
yeah.
I lean Daniela
Really?
as well.
Okay.
To
Yeah.
keep? Yeah.
Yeah. Out of the
Ooh.
3, yeah.
Surprises me.
So there's either a tie. It's either a tie or it's Daniela.
Are we dropping our signature letters here?
Well, I think Aquafina's gone. It sounds like because
Mhm.
we got 2 votes
yeah.
on Daniela and 1 on Kirkland. What's your like nice condensed pitch for Vikander here?
He just likes the robe scene. He just likes the domination.
You like to pretend that's you.
And then he likes it.
Not
He likes
essentially.
it. Then he likes it at the end when she's just like, "You're pathetic." Like that's what you want to hear after your instant orgasm. You're pathetic,
So-
and she leaves.
Nice, easy argument here. I just really think Daniela's very forgettable. Like, I don't remember her very much in Suicide Squad, and I watched that last month. Like, she just really fell through the cracks for me. It's kind of hard to make an comparison because I just watched Green Knight last night, so it's very fresh. I just thought playing 2 roles is always a plus, especially when they're 2 very different characters. That scene when they stole her baby was just gut-wrenching. The emotion that she shows when he comes back to the town and she's just old and gray and still just so bitter. But also she just played such like a seductress when he's at like the Lord's castle. And she was very bizarre. Like she seemed like she had her own plan, but the way the Green Knight was, I felt dumb, so I really didn't understand what her like role was here. I didn't understand why she had the fucking satchel thing. That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, it was just to show that he's not an honorable guy. Like he has a lady back home and he was weak. That's what he was. Like he fell for he's not supposed. He had a woman back home. This was a man's wife. He's supposed to like withhold his personalness, and she just takes it from him. And like he's a weak soldier. Like he failed this test. The whole movie's
it was
about
great.
testing him, and Green Knight finally passes the test.
And great performance from that test right there. Whereas
Fucking
Daniela was just so
nominated.
forgettable for me.
No,
I'm
'cause
not a
Daniela
rat
had
guy. Really
she
didn't
had-
care about her.
She had a lot of elements too, where she's kind of disclosing about the history of their father, and we get some dynamics there. I think she really had a lot of emotion to her character.
You're probably not wrong. It's just it's very biased because I just really didn't care for her
Did
at all.
Kirkland's argument sway Travis or Taylor?
Nope.
Travis?
No, because I think the
Okay, then
stuff
I'll
that
block Daniela. And
Okay.
let's-
yeah this
Move on.
the stuff about Vikander for me is more it's the stronger writing versus the performance. But we nominated her for Tomb Raider, so it's all right.
We got
It's okay, I
Florence
guess.
Pugh, Anya
Mm-hmm.
Taylor-Joy, Anna de Armas, Daniela Melchior, and Rebecca Ferguson. It's a stack.
There we
list.
go. So we have
That's a pretty solid list without Daniela. I like that list.
Oh, fuck off, man. We have 3, maybe 4 categories because I didn't. We'll see when we get to the worst one because I'm not sure what. Well, let's do the worst right now.
I cut
Let's
some
see.
pitches.
Okay, because like I have some, and I feel like the worst is harder and harder because like we always make sure we got to see these ones, and before when we watch all these movies all the time, it's like we've seen them all together, but like
Yeah.
I guess sure worst because right
I
now
feel
we
like
have
I dodged a lot of the bad ones this year, personally.
right now we got worst score and soundtrack and most anticipated villain. So we got 4, and they're probably more easier ones. So worst like I know which you're gonna go with, Kirkland, and I feel like this is our worst categories. Like we just picked 5 films that pissed us off this year, so like we have to put old on this list.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, that's
Yes.
a solid block.
Yeah,
I'll back it.
Yeah, have you seen Old Dylan?
No, but
Just wait
I'll
till you
back
see.
it.
Yeah, yeah. What
Um,
else?
I'll throw 2 of mine out. Sorry, Taylor. Willy's Wonderland, not good. I know you like Nick Cage. I would want that movie. I'm like, I just want Nick Cage being wild Nick Cage, and that movie didn't give it to me. That's all I wanted. It didn't even give me that. So it's
I'll
like, what else does
back
this movie
it.
have? Absolutely nothing.
I definitely wouldn't back it just because, like, I would like Prisoners of the Ghostland. I think that one would easily be. It's way worse.
Prisoners
than-
of the Ghostland.
Yeah,
That sounds
It's-
fucking great.
Go watch
it's
that, Dylan.
so much worse. Holy
Nick Cage
shit!
has a bomb strapped to his dick.
I'll
you
back
know?
that. Prisoners of the Ghostland.
Okay, so we got Willie's and Prison of the Ghostland,
And then the other one,
just the
I don't
Nick
know if you
Cage
guys-
category.
I don't know if you guys have seen this. This is Angelina
Is
Jolie
this a sequel to the Wolf movie he was watching?
yeah,
last year?
yeah, like I'd watch a sequel. Not Eternals. Those Who Wish Me Dead is what it's called, and it's like her, and she's like, it's kind of like the premise of Firewatch. Like
Yeah.
she's like a Firewatch person, and she's cruising around this forest, like helping this kid out. It's not good. Not a good
I
movie.
liked it enough. I couldn't agree with you. I like
Okay,
John
that's
Barathol in it. I had a good enough time. It was a
I
movie
forgot
that
he was in it. To be honest.
yeah, maybe because
I
it's like
watched it
one
a
of the
while
first
ago.
pandemic movies came out. I was like, finally a new movie.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I liked it enough, so I'll X-nay it.
Okay.
Kirkland, what about you?
I mean, another Angelina Jolie Eternal. No, I'm kidding.
Can we? Yeah, do we
I-
really put Eternals on there?
It's not the worst movie of the year,
No.
especially when you just throw it on there with some of the other ones on here. But no, I really didn't like that movie. Worst MCU, possibly.
But
My
which is
most
worse than
disappointed was A Quiet Place Part 2, but it's definitely like quality-wise, it's better than these other ones. But it's just really let me down, that one.
Yeah, I wish I should have got you all to see Karen, because Karen was something else.
Oh yeah, I'm glad I avoided that one.
I'm not sure. I don't think Kirkland would even bite on this. Like Venom 2, like for me, that's a bottom. That's my fourth worst movie of the year. I saw 66 new movies last year, and that was number 4, like the bottom. But that's the only ones I have really that I think we've all seen.
That one hurt. But still, like looking at that and like old, I think they are still pretty separate there. But yeah, it sucked.
Yeah.
Should we put it on? I mean, we have 3 right now. How about I put the list up, because I feel like
I got 2
Gonna
more.
piss off some fans
but
of
I
that
don't know
one. I
if
feel like
anyone's
I've heard
seen them.
people actually like Venom.
Did you say you have 2, but you haven't seen them, Taylor?
I have 2. I don't know if you guys have seen
Oh,
them.
okay. Okay, what do you
I
got?
have 2. I don't think I've seen them.
Yeah. Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City.
It was that bad? No.
I mean, if I have not
If you're
played
saying
through
it's
all
bad,
of those
that's not
games.
good.
I've not played through all of those games, but like there's a lot of moments like I could recognize, like
Shit.
okay, there's good like tropes, but like I did not. I didn't feel anything coming out of that. Like
Fuck.
I would take the Mila
Fall?
Jovovich ones.
It's like September, bro. Well, yeah, but I actually can't trust you because you love those movies so much.
I hope to God you do like it, just because if
I want to watch it. I'm
yeah.
just behind. What's the other pitch you have?
The other one is Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard with Ryan Reynolds, Sam Jackson. Holy fuck! I saw it in theaters and it was not good.
So I haven't seen the second one, but I've seen the first one to vouch that I think the second one would just be
it's an awful title. Is it supposed to be a bad title?
maybe. I don't
Hitman's
know.
Wife's Bodyguard?
This is like the most fraudulent list now that we have.
The first one really like it had a lot of good moments. Like it made me laugh,
Did
and that's
it?
why I
Oh.
thought the second one would be good. But just going in, like there was like some really bonkers stuff. That's like this is so bad.
I mean, I would obviously put Free Guy in here, but I don't think that's...
No.
No, that's
Can't
ridiculous.
do that. Come
Yeah.
on now. Give it another chance.
Hmm.
I think that's the list.
I would genuinely put Fear Street Part 3. I really...
Oh,
really did not
no
like
way.
I
I
don't
love
know.
part 3. So
it. It's,
good.
prob-
but I
it's
don't
not,
think-
probably not as bad as these. I'm so bottom of the barrel in this category,
Yeah.
which is a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah. I think soon we might have to retire this one. We might have to give it to old this year and then put out the past or worst movie. Because look at this. We no. We have a movie that only Taylor. We have 2 movies that only Taylor's seen. We have Venom 2 that me and Kirk are like, yeah, I threw it on there, and then Willy's Wonderland, who just like even we have
Can't
one.
believe that's even on there. What about Don't Breathe 2, Travis?
Don't Breathe 2 is a fucking cinematic
Oh, is it?
disaster. Oh, it's
bad?
awful.
That's too bad.
It's super bad.
But he's a good
yeah.
guy now, right?
He's a good guy. The rapist is a good guy. Who
I'm
would have
not a
thought that's a good
rapist.
song?
Should we put that on there? That sounds like it's worthy.
I would maybe, yeah.
We'll take
a-
Wonderland.
Okay,
off.
there you go.
You
Yeah,
happy, Taylor?
I vouch for that.
I'm
That it's
happy.
bad. Yeah. All right, that's our list. Worst movie: Old, Prison, Ghostland, Venom 2, Hitman, Wife's Bodyguard, and Don't Breathe. 4 out of the 5 movies only one person have seen, so that's what we do here at Geekverse. But okay, let's just do villains. We talked about some earlier. Yeah, villains. Taylor, open it up.
I'm gonna slap down Gabriel from Malignant.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. He's the man. He's the myth. He's the legend. Dylan Muss.
Sure. Let me see. Willem Dafoe. Norman
Absolutely.
Osborn.
Done.
Easy lock.
Yeah, easy lock here, eh? Yeah, of course. Kirkland.
I was gonna say the Green Knight. I don't even think he would be the villain of that movie, though. It's kind of a
It's Dev Patel.
That's actually what I
Like,
wrote on my
essentially,
list. I
Dave
put
Patel,
Dev Patel as the villain, and that's what I was
Really?
going to
Yeah.
nominate.
Cool.
I technically,
I would put Green Knight. I mean, he's fucking
I would put Green
menacing.
Knight. Yeah.
Great, like, design for him.
Yeah.
He's the antagonist, and if you fucking put Dev Patel here and lead actor, we're going back to supporting, and Willem Dafoe's getting a nod. So no, I think Green Knight, because he is the antagonist. He sets off the adventure for why Dev Patel's head gets chopped off, right? So
If I want a solid pick, then I'll go Baron from Dune.
yeah, I back with the Baron. This is
My Dune. Yeah, you have a better voice than I do for him.
Thank you.
Yes,
Now I will pick most of mine are going. I'll pick Win-Woo. I'll pick Win-Woo for Shang-Chi. Great performance, great connection with that. I don't know where the votes are gonna lie. I feel like I have a pretty good idea with what happened, but I feel like Win-Woo in a lesser year maybe could have actually won this thing, because I think him and Shang-Chi have a great dynamic there, and he's a great MCU villain, which luckily is not as rare nowadays, but he's one of those where you exactly understand where he's coming from, and he's not just a mustache twirling and I kill you all. Like, he waits to the very last moment where he feels like he has to take out his son. And even then, he never feels like he's trying to kill his son. He has a great send-off by shooting the rings to his son. So Win-Woo is my my contender nominee.
Definitely back that one.
I'll back it.
Okay.
I'll go. I forget his name. Just like the new Agent Smith from Matrix. I thought he was really, really good, especially the side-by-side shots of him and like the classic Smith. Gosh, I'm blanking on his name.
Hugo
Weaving. Yeah, there you go.
Elrond. I'll back it. Taylor not back it?
Mr. Anderson. What?
Taylor, who else you got? No, he did back it.
Oh, did he?
He was quiet. He was just
Wait,
sitting
what's the name of
there.
the character? Sorry,
He was like,
Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith.
Yeah.
This is Matrix.
Yep.
I'm gonna nominate Kano from Mortal Kombat.
fuck yeah. Absolutely back. Travis, come on. You even like Kano from Mortal Kombat. He was like a perfect actor for that role. I feel like you could pull lines from the games and it sounded exactly his line delivery. He was such a little weasel asshole and he was just so good for the character.
I'll give him a back. Fine.
How do you spell that? Kano?
Kano.
Like it sounds.
P, but the P's silent.
Fuck you.
Knop.
Knop.
I'm not writing it down. Fuck you. Leave me alone. I've written enough. Mate.
What about you, Dylan? Anybody else you got there?
Kirkland Patzer has been. Yeah. How about Starro the Conqueror from Suicide Squad? You guys want to put the giant starfish on there?
I don't have the giant starfish. No.
What about Taika Waititi from Free Guy?
No.
No. I was thinking about it. I'll say yes just cuz. Yeah. What about
throw
what
him
about
on
like
there? Throw him on there. I liked him.
What about like the other free guy at the end?
Oh,
Dude.
Right. Oh man, that was good.
Catchphrase. Oh fuck! I thought I had another.
I'll put Jamie Foxx as Electro.
Yeah, I feel like like it's. I also just feel this category with like not all the Sinister Six, but yeah, I'll back them.
Only one. Sad.
That was sad. Yeah. Jared Leto to the film community, just whatever he's put in forth, but we'll do that next year.
What about Steppenwolf in Zack Snyder's Justice
I actually
League?
would do Steppenwolf. Yeah, very good pick. Yeah, he was he was 1,000 times better than Justice
in this
League.
time around. Yeah,
I'd back up.
Yeah, much better.
I was thinking Darkseid as well, but I feel like he was just not in it enough.
He got his shit kicked. Remember,
Yeah.
there's no way.
Yeah.
What about the Baroness in Cruella? She was like Emma Stone's boss, that lady.
Yeah. I'm curious what Travis thinks on that. I feel like I'm 50-50 just because I don't remember her much. She was kind of an asshole.
Who?
But then again, the Baroness.
The Baroness in Cruella.
No. Okay.
Forgettable.
I'll say yes then.
How about Viola Davis as Amanda Waller in Suicide Squad?
Yeah, I'd give it a thumbs up.
Over Staryu for sure.
Starro.
I like Pokemon. Like Dylan.
Fucking Star. Yeah, I like Pokemon for this. That's all I got for the villains.
Fuck, I feel like I had one and I'm completely missing it.
I had Rami Malek on the list, but it's not worth it. We'll just bump him right off.
I did write him down as well, actually. If you guys want him, I wouldn't fight for it.
I don't want him. He was pretty lackluster. Mel Gibson from Boss Level.
What
Anybody
the fuck?
see that?
No. No.
Never heard of that.
And I've never given Mel Gibson any fucking awards.
Oh, okay. I tried. And
Like,
what about...
Dylan's like, fuck it. Whatever Kirkland
We're
has.
moving on.
What about
Yaya Toure and Candyman?
Oh yeah, how did we not put him on here?
Yeah, definitely Candyman. I have him too, but I felt like someone had said it already.
Sherman.
I got
The
2
guy.
more.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Who do you got? Is
Uh,
it please not Storm Shadow?
Michael Myers.
I won't back you this year. I backed you 1 year.
I'm gonna second pick the Skull Mask Kid from Fear Street Part 1.
Yeah, I like
can't.
all the antagonists in those movies, but I can't really pick out one that stands out, you know.
What about number 3? That fucking priest that removes kids' eyeballs and stuff. It's pretty fucking brutal. Yeah, but I'm not nominating him. I'm just saying I'm trying to defend 3 to Dylan. I think that's it. I think that's the list.
That's a good list. There's like 10 on there or so.
Yeah. Okay, let's get out of the way. Norman is a lock. We got that.
Yeah.
And I'll throw this out. Maybe it's not true. Maybe I'm just stepping in it. But I feel like Gabriel's a fucking lock as well. I feel the man, the myth, the legend in the back of the head. He's been through a lot, and he's a great villain. But
I feel like I'm hesitant just because like the Baron hasn't been locked yet. I feel like that should be
Gabriel's
a solid
more
lock.
memorable than the Baron.
I'll put this
Really?
down. I was abusing my privilege, but you guys did vote for Kano.
He's more memorable. Who's more memorable, Gabriel or the Baron?
If you ask mainstream audience, I feel like even if you haven't seen Dune or Malignant, you'd probably know Baron more. Might be a bad
It's hard
Don't
because
let
I
it
just
speak
it's
feel,
just a bigger
I
movie.
feel really biased with this. I feel like I would just naturally lean towards Gabriel.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
What about you,
I'll
Dylan?
I'll lock Gabriel.
Yeah.
Can we cut Taika? I mean,
He's always-
Taika's fun, but he's not like. I only watched half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But
that's
are we actually
that's a little
voting for the
sus.
villain
You're just
here?
jumping in here to cut and you
Or
haven't
are we
seen the
voting
movie.
because we think Taika's a funny guy and he's quirky? Is that?
We had to fill the list. Well, let's
got
leave
a
him alone
couple
for now.
Oh,
Yeah, I
Candyman lock.
Yeah, we can.
No, not a
Ooh.
lock yet.
Taylor?
I would like to. I mean,
I would lock Candyman.
Well, no, that's a lock. Let's do it.
I really want to see Kano get locked in here. I think like that
I
was a
can't go that
perfect
far.
representation.
Should have waited for Candyman. I would have made a deal.
I want to. My next lock would be Winwoo. That'd be my next lock.
I feel like we're
Winwoo.
locking a little too quickly here.
Are
It's
we?
a little fast?
Are we just going with what
I
we
think
know
so.
is right?
Yes.
Oh,
Steppenwolf. I think
skipping
he's
your
a
step.
solid lock. He was so powerful and menacing when he was on screen, just absolutely decimating the Amazonians when he was just going after the mother box. It's fucking
Mhm.
terrifying.
Yeah, I agree. I would
Okay.
lock them too.
I'm feeling a bit. I have not seen 3 of these, and I only watched
Mhm.
half of Free Guy, so I'm feeling a little out of the loop on this one personally. So I kind of defer to you guys what you choose. I can make
I'm-
a declarative vote if you need it, but
I think
I'm
I want to
happy with what we
cut
have so far.
the Green Knight just because he's not a villain as per se compared to the other guys.
Sure.
He's very memorable look and everything. But yeah.
We hit him in visuals.
Mhm.
We
Yeah.
gave him respect there. Yeah, I'm down to cut Taika from Free Guy. I like
Yeah,
him,
me
but
too.
Now that
I just didn't want to agree with Dylan there for that instant.
I for a second thought he'd go back. I'm gonna watch Suicide Squad and watch Free Guy, but no. Yeah, this is tough because I want to lock.
Surprised you guys aren't more positive on Baron. Honestly, he was so terrifying on screen when he's in that sludge, just
He
like
is, but it's just-
regenerating his back to tank.
He's
I
so-
guess he
I
just doesn't have
think.
enough screen time for me.
Yeah,
but he is great.
He's in it so little, and like I like him a lot, but the performance is just very one note. It's just very you're gonna do this one thing and that's it. And I know that someone you're gonna bring out Gabriel, but it's just 'cause Gabriel's just so fucking wild, and like even Candyman, like so. Like, for me, my locks right now I think are Winwoo and Steppenwolf. Those are the two. The rest are all good to find, but those are the two I feel the strongest about that are left on this list.
I'd put my
Taylor,
weight
I
behind
really like
Dune
Kano.
if you want. If you're confident, Kirkland, I'll put my vote on Dune.
I would honestly like my pick would be Kano and Steppenwolf.
I think we can lock Steppenwolf then, because that's 3,
Okay.
right?
Yep, that's 3 for Steppen. So it's down to the Baron versus Kano.
Can we get rid of Amanda
Fuck.
Waller and make things
Yeah.
easier?
Yeah. No love for Winwoo, eh?
Personally, I found him a bit. I was a bit let down by him as a villain.
Oh, Jesus.
I liked him more than Smith. You guys did bring up some good points with Baron, but I think he just left such an impression on me, like in the theater with all the audio and everything, and him just
He
floating
scared you.
over to naked Oscar Isaac. Like, yeah, that was scary. So
Yeah,
Kirkland
when he
still
first
wakes
floats up and he's like, yeah, just a massive snake creature. It's pretty terrifying.
yeah, he was.
So what?
I'm
what's
really
the lo-
attached to Kano though. I really like Kano because I just thought it was such a pitch perfect casting for that role. Wen Wu is another great pick though because he showed layers of like he actually was a father at one point. Like he wanted to just sit down with his son and like just have him in the family business, even though the family business is fucked up. He was very imposing and scary, but like there was just really a lot of layers to him. Mr. Smith, not a lot of layers. He was just Mr. Smith,
cutting
which was
Smith?
great. I
Yeah,
think we can cut him.
Smith. So Taylor, are you more for Kano and Baron over Winwoo?
I would like Baron didn't have that much of a residual effect on me.
Okay.
I'd go Wenwu over Baron, but like I like Kano is definitely my 5th pick right now.
Well, then I would lock in Baron because I don't want Kano. So if it's gonna be Kano or Baron, it's definitely Baron.
That's only 2
like-
picks on Baron because I might
like-
switch mine to Kano.
Kano
Yeah,
is
but-
just like you said, Kirkland, like
But then
great
it's tied.
representation. Like
Should
there's
we get
so
one
many.
out of here?
Not yet,
Okay.
because there's still a chance.
There's so
Taylor?
many characters from Mortal Kombat, and I think like some of them were definitely not on point. Some of them are, and Kano just from the moment he sets foot into the
Yeah.
scene, like he's such an asshole. You hate him, and somehow he gets in with the cahoots with the good guys, and then totally turns over and
Classic
just shows
Kano.
his true colors. Yeah, I think I am much more on that bandwagon because I started playing through Mortal Kombat 11, really got into
Yeah.
that storyline. So
Yeah, I'm gonna put all my chips on Kano here because Mortal Kombat has not been getting love here, and I want to see it
Because
somewhere.
it's a bad
so.
movie. It's a bad.
No,
like,
it's not. It's
it's
pretty
getting
good.
sequels and spin-offs.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah, let's go down the road. I guess for me, the reason I don't have Kane, like I can't get behind Kane. I think some of the things you guys are saying are right, but I completely forgot about him until you guys mentioned him tonight. Where at least even Baron has, like you said, Kirkland, the idea of Baron has left an impression on me. Where Kane is just like swearing cannon fodder. So that's my thought. But it's well, I'm not sure because I think Dylan was on Baron, but I'm not sure where he is. So that's where I think. it'd be
Yeah, I
tied.
just haven't seen Mortal Kombat, so it's hard for me to be too passionate. But I would take Baron over Wenwu. So yeah,
I
I'd
can cut
pick
Wenwu
Baron.
then.
So then add
So
it.
2 against 2.
This one, I'm fine to let this one go to the Patreon vote. I'm fine to let them decide because I feel like I know which way they're gonna go. Patrons, I know you love me. I know you're not gonna fucking vote for Kano. I know you're not. And now I'm
Surprise
saying
us.
this.
Surprise
now I'm
us.
saying this. They will vote for Kano just to spite me because they don't understand
Do
what
it,
I do
patrons.
here. But
I think I'm okay with letting it go to the Patreons
Yeah,
because
there you go.
Baron or Kano, as long as it's a Patreon pick, I'm
Yeah.
okay with that.
There you go. So tune in for the nominee or the winners, and you'll find out who got it. I'll put this poll up tomorrow, and this is the first time we've
I'm
never had to do
excited.
the nominations. But Baron and Kano are tied right now, and the patrons will decide. So come time Monday, the next news.
I love it.
I like the
Someone's gonna be like, "What the fuck? Kano's on here?"
Let's see.
That is
Yeah,
awesome.
there you go. So, best villains: Gabriel, Norman Osborn, Steppenwolf, Candyman, and then a tie that the patrons will decide. Go and join any cheering vote between Baron from Dude and Kano from Mortal Kombat. So, I'm happy they get to decide one. Let's go to best score and soundtrack. We got two categories left. So, best score and soundtrack. Dylan must start us off. Who do you got?
Dune.
Absolutely. Kirk Patzer.
Green Knight.
Absolutely. Taylor Field.
Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Last Night in
Travis
Soho.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that one definitely leans more. There's some good score moments. That one definitely leans more into the soundtrack, but that soundtrack is one of my favorite. Like we talk about, like a Pulp Fiction, the first Guardians.
It's really important for the movie.
Yeah, and it's just many of the like there's so many like songs that are the basic character's name, but good vibe. So back to you, Dylan.
Oh, geez, that was quick. Shang-Chi. I liked the soundtrack there a lot.
Yeah, I'd give it that. Yeah, especially the
bus scene.
Oh yeah,
One of the best scenes of the year.
Is it?
Not in Golden Geeks.
Yeah.
Taylor, is it your turn? My turn?
Your turn.
Kirkland.
Matrix Resurrections. I think this might be a little bit of weaker nom. It's honestly the Alice in Wonderland song, like the version for this movie was just so phenomenal, and the way that they used it in the film was so great. And they had a couple themes from like the classic Matrix that really hit me. So again, I'm not the most confident you guys are gonna bite for it, but I still want to bring it up because it left a everlasting impression on me.
All right.
I don't remember it, so I don't feel like I can bite it.
Yeah,
Bite it. Taylor Field.
Eat it.
No Time to
Eat
Die.
it. Absolutely, that was my next one.
Absolutely.
Everyone go listen to the Cuba Chase. Oh my freaking god. The Bond theme redone with like Spanish type music. It is so good. It's the last like minute and it's just like it reels up and it's just damn, it is so good. I've listened to that probably the most for scores this year, that one particular one. So yeah, I backed that.
Who's next?
That would be me, I guess. The next one again kind of is like Last Night in Soho is I guess you could do all, but Fear Street Part 1 specifically, because I think that 90s album, they just nail that vibe and theme. Some people really disliked how much drops there were, but for me, I thought it played into the story well. So
I gotta say, I mean, I watched it in the summer and I just don't remember.
mm,
Didn't stand out to me.
it's gone.
All right. Encanto. I absolutely love the soundtrack in that movie. I've been just like bumping it this week. Shay and I watched it last weekend, and it's just fucking. We don't talk about Bruno. No.
Surface Pressure is what I'd be going with, but yeah, I'll give it. Encanto's great soundtrack, so I'll give it that.
I'll back it. Why not?
I love that. Let's do
Raya
it.
and the Last Dragon, anyone?
Yep. Absolutely.
Taylor.
Yep.
I didn't see that one.
No, I just didn't remember enough to put it, but I was like, if Taylor's want to speak up, then there you go.
Did we mention Candyman? I can't remember.
We did
No, but I would put Candyman. I think it had a good
Yeah.
atmosphere. Yeah.
It was spooky.
I also I did write Black Widow on my list, but honestly, in this moment, I can't say I remember why. I trust previous Dylan who put it there, but I also would not be able to really fight for it.
Yeah, I mean, I have very similar feelings with Justice League. You guys were talking about like the Flash scene. That's the song. Like I do remember that one, and I just saw it so long ago. It's tough to like picture each audio cue.
Full
in
year
that
ago
movie.
almost now.
Yeah, it's really good, but I don't know how I would argue it just because I don't have much things to pull from other than that Flash scene. Unless maybe
Yeah, I
you
think it would
guys-
just be the Flash scene, but I'd say no to both because I probably should have watched it again, but obviously it's like a 4.5 hour movie, big commitment.
Yeah.
And Black Widow I can't because I hate the cover of Smells Like Teen Spirit in those credits, and that's not
That's fair.
not Travis's tempo. Anything else? My list is gone.
I'm good.
Gunpowder Milkshake. Dylan, do you see that movie?
Which movie?
Gunpowder Milkshake with Karen Gillan.
No, is it good?
It
Was that
was
last
it was
year?
all right. It was this year last year, 2021.
Is it just not eligible category-wise? Why has it not come up?
I think it was just forgettable. It was like pretty average movie. But I was just curious.
Really selling me on it.
Yeah. You seen this movie?
I like the
Kind of
title,
forgettable, average movie, but you see
it's
it?
very average. I don't know. I thought you were a Karen Gillian fan. Maybe I'm mistaken.
I would say I am. I am for sure.
She was good in it, so.
Yeah.
So we got 9. We gotta get rid of 4.
I'd love to see a Dune lock right away.
Hans Zimmer. I would take the other Hans Zimmer too. Yeah.
I see. You see where Sung-Chi is? Just move that below No Time to Die, and that's my 5 locks right
Honestly,
there.
honestly, yes.
Like, I like other ones, but like, I know I'm not saying we're gonna do that, but I'm just saying like that's where I stand when I look at it.
I would lock these top 4.
And No Time to Die.
I'm down to Yeah, I'm the and No Time to Die as well, but I'm down with the top 4 because that's. Like we've talked about them many times in best scene in film, but like we're talking about for the audio listeners, Dune, Green Knight, Spider-Man: No Way Home, and Last Night in Soho is like the potential quad lock.
I don't normally go on like after I see a movie and just listen to the soundtrack like you guys do. But honestly, Last Night in Soho, I was bumping that for weeks.
Oh.
Like the soundtrack of that movie is so good and creepy. So I will fight for that movie to get locked. Don't think I'll have to fight.
Sorry,
that
do we
hard.
have 3? I know me and Travis are on these top 4.
I'm on the top 4 as well.
Taylor, were you on the top 4?
There's just says no say in this category.
I mean, if I were to swap one out, it'd probably be the Green Knight for like either Candyman or Raya.
You already fucked his chance in best film. You know,
I'm okay with the top 4 and then swap
It sounds
Shang-Chi
like
down
No
for
Time
No
to
Time to Die.
might be the one.
Yep.
I'm No Time to Die. Yep.
Hans Zimmer,
that
man.
was a quick and easy. Yeah, it's so damn good, Hans Zimmer. It's some of his best work there. So yeah, top 5. That was a quick one. We boom. Best soundtrack and score: Dune, Green Knight, No Way Home, Last Night in Soho, and No Time to Die. But that's what we still do. The contenders, they got a shout out. You know, it was good to have them around. So. Well, we finished this year, so we're on looking for, in this poll I'll have to do before because we did this last time, most anticipated, and the voting happened like after Black Panther came out. But we are going to do most anticipated, so we're all going to throw out some films, and we'll select 5. So I'm going to shout out the obvious one, the one that is 23 days away, the one that I'm depending my whole life on, that I keep checking, and there's no tickets yet, but hopefully at midnight, The Batman, coming out March 4th.
I will back that movie because I also want to see it. Don't know what else to
Taylor
say.
Backed.
Backed, yeah. All right,
Death
Taylor,
in the
what's
Nile. No.
with the cannibal. Taylor Field, what is your first most anticipated?
Jurassic World Dominion. Oof, tough crowd.
Like, do we back these? Like, I feel like
I
they're kind
can't-
of personal picks.
If I
First
me,
Norman, now Jurassic World.
we gave him Norman. I can't because I just know it's not going to be my top 5. I'm not excited for it. I'm excited for those people coming back, the OG crew, but not enough that I know won't be in the top 5. And I'm sorry, Taylor.
I hate
I heard that you
dinosaurs.
guys told the tale on After 9 of
It was a good tale.
Yes.
that one. And,
We did, yeah.
me and Kirkland are in the same shoes on that one for anyone who listened to that. So
Yeah.
fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck this Jurassic World.
Fuck
Man,
this
I'm
Jurassic
not in it.
World. I'm ready for the next era of Jurassics. Okay, Jurassic Island. Let's do
There
that.
you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jurassic Universe. It's still in Stephen Kirkland.
Space dinos. I was
Um,
transitioning. Okay.
Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I'm also excited to see that movie. Is it
Yeah,
my turn now?
Yep.
Nope.
I will back it.
Wait, what?
I didn't even want to pitch that movie. I just wanted some fun wordplay.
Oh,
So, yeah,
really?
nope.
I caught
Jordan
it though.
There's actually a movie called
You
Nope?
fooled. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
it's Jordan
Sunday,
Peele's
yeah.
next movie.
Yeah.
That's a fun title. Well, I'm excited for it if it's Jordan Peele.
Trailer coming
Yeah.
out.
Is
Trailer
he
coming
directing
soon.
it and stuff? Because
Yep.
he did
Yeah.
Candyman as well, right?
Yeah, he produced
like,
it. Yeah,
wrote,
he produced it. Yeah, produced and wrote. Yeah, this is the next one. It has he's reuniting with what's his name from Get Out? Daniel Kaluuya, and then he has Stephen
Invincible. Yeah.
Yeah, from Walking Dead, who played Glenn, Stephen Young, and then Keke Palmer. So it's a good ensemble again. And yeah, first look's gonna be this weekend. We have no idea what it's about. So
I'm not totally caught up on what's coming out, so this is helpful
Mhm.
for me.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, well, I'm gonna go with a personal one. I'm gonna throw out Lightyear as a contender. Just got a great trailer this weekend. Zurg's confirmed to be in it, so I'm pretty happy about that. So
I haven't seen the new
Lightyear.
trailer, but that shot of Zurg was
Oh yeah,
bone chilling. Ooh.
yeah.
Ooh.
Taylor or Dylan, do you back Zurg
back
or
it.
back?
I'd back
Lightyear?
it.
All right, Taylor. What's next?
Sonic the Hedgehog 2. That's just gonna be absolutely incredible. I'm getting Tails, Knuckles. Oh my goodness.
I'm excited. It's not my most anticipated though, and I feel like even if I did say yes, I would be the only one here. So
No, I'm with
No.
you. I say yes too.
All right,
nope,
Dylan.
Nope.
Is the Spider-Verse sequel coming out this year?
Absolutely,
Should be.
October.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then I will nominate that.
Backed.
What is that
Back.
called?
Spider-Man
Across the Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse, Part 1.
It's called
Spider-Verse
Spider-Man.
Across the Spider-Verse?
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Okay.
Spider-Verse Across the Spider-Man.
Well, I was like, that's not.
That's the other version. Kirkland, back to you.
Okay. Black Adam. I'm very intrigued of where that's going. I really don't know what to expect because I haven't seen Shazam or anything. I think there might be a retro in our future.
No,
maybe.
you
I don't
keep
know.
pitching that. There's not going to be a retro. Me
I
and
need a
Taylor
reason to watch
reviewed
this
it.
movie. I don't want to watch it.
We reviewed it. You won't need to watch it. I really don't think so.
Okay. I'll watch a YouTube montage.
He's been pitching. I'll back it. I'm interested to see what The Rock and a superhero DC movie could do. You know.
I will
Tell
not.
that. Taylor.
I'd back it. I'm very anticipated to see this.
Is that
variant?
Adam as in Adam and Eve or Adam as in Adam Heartcaster?
Adam and Eve.
Adam the Adam Hart caster that also
no.
knows Eve.
I think these two guys will bite. I know Dylan won't. I'm gonna put the Flash, not because the movie The Flash. I don't give a fuck about
Just
that.
purely Keaton.
Oh,
Because
I'm
Michael Keaton is
I'm-
coming back as Batman, so that's
That's
why
cool.
I got.
Nice.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
And the movie's just called The Flash.
Every time.
It's just
Every
the
time.
Flash. Yeah.
That's a great picture.
Yeah, Dylan, they're introducing a Supergirl into it. They're gonna have two Batman. It's gonna be Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton.
Nice.
And
That sounds fun.
you unfortunately have two Ezra Miller Flashes though. So yeah.
That is
Um,
honestly to this day probably my favorite edit you've ever done.
so
It was
some
like
back-
a 1 second job during fandom. I loved it.
Oh
Some backstory on that, Dylan. They showed a shot of Michael Keaton in the trailer, but it was just from behind, and everyone was pissed because, like, well, we need to see Keaton's face. So yeah, Taylor whipped that up, and he's mid-cast. Like, look, they released some new footage of Keaton, and that's what it was.
That's
Just
iconic.
It's his face like that. All right, Taylor. This is the third charm for you to get something on the board for most anticipated. What is it gonna be?
The Black Phone.
Okay, yes.
Tell me about this.
Surprised Travis isn't a hard yes on that.
Yeah, I
It
thought
looks
you were
so
super
eerie
gung-ho
and
for it.
creepy.
Yeah,
This guy
so-
kidnaps this boy basically, and the boy
It is
trapped
terrifying.
in this like basement. All he has is like a phone, and I can't remember like he's taking calls, but there's like the spirits of these other kids that this serial killer has killed, and they're kind of like helping him with each step to try and escape.
So it's a
Ethan
guy that directed.
Hawking, right?
Yeah, Ethan Hawke. There's no Hawking.
Hawking.
Oh, okay.
He
It's an
related to
action.
Stephen
He's
Hawking.
Hawking.
Yeah, it's the guy that directed the first Doctor Strange and Sinister. So Scott Derrickson, and that's what he's doing. Yeah,
I'll back it. What's it called?
there
Sorry.
you go.
The Black Phone.
The Black Phone. Yeah, I just don't know if I'm gonna have him top 5, but it definitely if we had a top 10 for sure. I'm very excited to see it.
I'm surprised that you'd just not be on
I just know what we got. You know,
Fair enough.
Dylan.
I believe that Ari Aster's new film is coming out this year.
Is it?
And- Well, if you don't think it is, then it probably isn't. I just assumed it was if the name is out there and the actors are out there. Seems like it's been in production for a while.
It might be, but
It's called Disappointment Boulevard, I believe, which is the worst title of all time.
Oh yeah,
So bad.
with Joaquin Phoenix, it's gonna be fantastic.
So does that have a
That's
date?
what I'm looking right
Okay.
now. Disappointment Boulevard says 2022, so I'd back it for a contender. A decade-spanning portrait of one of the most successful entrepreneurs of all time. Really sells you, you know. Like luckily he has his fan base, but yeah.
Do we got a third on that? Ari
Um,
Aster. I mean, come on.
I mean, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
absolutely love Hereditary and Midsommar. So yeah, I think I'll be in it.
Really
Kirkland.
bad title though. I really, just not.
Bad synopsis too. A
speaking-
look at an entrepreneur's life. Like what? It'll be a good trailer though. They'll get us.
Well, speaking of
Yeah.
terrible titles, the movie I'm trying to find, but I can't remember what the fuck it's called. It's that one with the loaded cast: Margot Robbie, Christian Bale. I think Leo is even in it. But he's not in it, Leo.
Leo's not in that. No, that's a lie.
Oh, okay. Do you remember what it's called?
What? No.
Yeah, that movie is what I'm pitching.
I'm sold.
I'll say no because I'm excited for it, but I know it's not going to get in the top 5.
Wow, for that cast, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what it's about yet. It could be about fucking how the maker of
It's
Cups
about-
was invented.
It's about Batman and.
Oh fuck! Put it in there.
Okay. I'll substitute with Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
Travis is
third.
being so reluctant. I'm very intrigued. I think he
What's
just
with
knows
the-
his top 5, and he's just.
What's with the Thor hate? What's going on there? Is there
It's-
like
I'm
some
excited,
bad
but
news behind
it's
the
He
scenes?
not-
knows
no.
Natalie Portman's coming back. He hates women.
Yeah, that's
So,
it. I'm like,
yeah.
they're replacing Thor with a woman. What's
She's not supposed to be
happening here?
strong.
Yeah, they're supposed to be below Thor. No, I'm just being practical. That I don't think I'll have in the top 5. I don't even think I have in my
That's fair.
top 10 the Thor movie, which I'm very excited for. But I also know, like, I love Ragnarok a lot, but it has a lot of problems as well. So,
That's fair.
but it's in there.
What
It's
about
in there.
what about Black Panther? That's coming out this year, isn't it?
I can't do that one either. I'm not excited for it. That's why I'm more dreading it than anything. That's for me because I
Isn't
think
Black Panther your favorite MCU movie?
yeah, but obviously a lot's changed since then,
Mm.
right? You know, I don't know how that movie's gonna be held
true.
together. I feel like we're much in for a Dark Knight Rises situation with that movie, which I liked it, but to set you up, I think that's what's gonna happen because it's been
Yeah.
a messy production. Obviously not their fault, but it's just that's a tough one to. So I'm more. I'm not, and I guess I'm still just not. Maybe once I see a trailer, I'm honestly just not excited for a Black Panther without Chadwick yet. Like it almost just
Yeah.
feels
Did
too
they
soon.
film anything with him?
Nope.
Or okay.
Nothing. The rumor is they're gonna kill off the character in some sort of like off-screen thing. But
Yeah. No matter what they do, it's gonna be
yeah.
sad.
But Kirkland Taylor, would you put that?
I mean, I
No.
don't think I'm throwing. I was just kind of wondering.
Yeah.
Getting the gauge.
I'll throw something out that won't stick, but I mostly just want to put it on Dylan's radar. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. It's gonna be a new A24 film. Watch the trailer, Dylan. It looks trippy and weird, and I think it looks
back it.
just exciting. Adventure sci-fi through A24, so
Mm-hmm.
maybe it won't be super slow there, Taylor Field.
Yeah.
We got triple on that.
No, I don't.
No, Travis was
No.
just agreeing.
And
He's like,
will-
I have my 5. I'm done.
Mhm.
I
yeah.
don't do it.
Oh no. And then the other one I'll shut up, but I don't. Again, wasn't. It won't get nominated or whatever. Is The Northman, Robert Eggers' new film as well. That's coming
Yeah.
out. So
Anya
did
Taylor in
Lighthouse.
there.
It's a Viking's tale. So
I'm going to pitch Avatar 2.
That's
I
not
know
coming
you
out this
guys-
year.
Oh, yeah.
I know you picked it, but come on, that's not coming out this year. In your draft pick.
I got nothing else that I feel strong about.
No Morbius? Not excited for that? It's supposed to be
No.
out already?
April
Which one,
Fools,
sorry?
baby.
Morbius.
Oh, Morbius. Yeah.
Michael
The
Morbius.
Marvel legend.
Aquaman
Yeah.
2? No hype there?
A hype, but not anticipated. There's a
Interesting
different-
wordplay there.
There's a difference to me between like excitement and hype, and then most anticipated. You know, so
What about Halloween Ends?
I'm excited for it to end. I'll tell you that much. No, not especially. Like I said, I'm not, especially when like we're gonna tackle COVID. It's like I don't need a Halloween movie tackling COVID. I really don't need that in my movies again. So
Here we
Dylan's like we're
go.
bringing it up. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9, so we got to take off 4.
Lock
I
that
mean,
Batman in. Come
I'm
on.
sure
We're
Batman's a
locked
lock.
the back, man. Lock
I'm
them
sure
up.
Spider-Verse is a lock.
Lock them up.
Lock.
What is Doctor Strange? Like, are you guys?
Lock them up.
Lock it.
And
David's
then-
not saying anything.
I wish Thor
then,
would made it.
That's
These are
just
good
where it
Taylor, why
gets a
didn't you
little
vote for
more-
Thor? Come on.
I did.
Why isn't
I
Thor
said
on
I
here?
back.
then?
I said I backed
You
it.
did not. Well, you got to speak, man. I can't. do that.
Yeah, you head nodding like fucking just like.
No, I said I backed
typing
it.
over
fair
your
Taylor
Troll
probably
quiz?
passed out for a couple minutes there.
Thor? Thor? You missed your shot.
I don't know. You guys pitch something. Not Travis.
I mean, I'm a big Ari Aster fan. I would go Disappointment Boulevard. That's an easy lock for me. But I don't think there has been a trailer or anything. So I know it's kind of going off of just his pedigree alone.
I think I'm okay to say Lightyear. Throw Travis a bone here. Taylor, what do you think on Lightyear?
a bone.
I thought like the latest trailer like really sold me. Like it just looks like it's a great story and universe just kind of get sucked into and just kind of enjoy. So I would lock it.
Dylan,
Lock
are you a Toy Story guy?
Lock it.
I was as a kid and I just didn't grow up with it, so I'm not really.
Lock him.
And I don't think I've
Fair
ever
enough.
seen the third one. And there's a fourth one, right? I didn't see that
Yeah,
one either.
but this one you don't know how to see any of them. It's a new. It's a new
I'll watch
chapter.
this. Yeah, depending when it comes out, I'll watch it.
All right.
Honestly, out of all these, I'm controversial, but I'm going Thor. I'm going Thor here.
really?
Out of all of
Okay.
them, yeah. Taylor
Yeah,
Field.
it doesn't
Or
sound like
sorry.
Disappointment Boulevard's happening. I'd go Thor or Nope, probably then, I guess, between the last two for me.
Ooh. Taylor, what
I
about
would
you?
back Thor.
Is that 3? Is that just
Well, no, because well,
Well,
I
if
could
it's
drag
3.
this out and make it a tie because I would go Disappointed or Nope over Thor. Honestly, like I have more anticipation
Hate
for
on
those
Thor.
two.
But there's still 3 votes for Thor, right? So that would lock it in.
Oh,
as
did
the
Dylan
fifth.
vote for Thor?
Well, he
Okay.
was kind of going disappointment.
Well, yeah, but I don't think that's happening, right? Like that's. Well, I guess Travis seconded it, so.
He's
Yeah.
just crazy.
But
He's
at this
just-
point, like,
he
unless
wants us to go 4
unless-
hours.
No, yeah, let's all this part now. Unless Kirkland or Taylor change their mind, this one's not worth going to the patrons because I'm sure they would just vote for Thor over. They'd see Disappointment Boulevard and they'd be like, "What the fuck is that?" And nope, they just think it's a joke like Kirkland's doing. So unless, like Taylor or Kirk, like Taylor's not gonna go for A24 and probably nope. But like Kirkland, did you love Get Out?
Yes, I did. It was phenomenal.
So shouldn't you be super excited for Nope, Jordan Peele's third movie, or his third only movie?
I'm sure
versus
it's going to be
Thor?
I didn't
Mm.
love Us. I
But
thought
you
it
loved
was.
Get Out.
I loved Get Out, but also I'm so excited to see Christian Bale as a villain in Thor: Love and Thunder, and also the return of Natalie Portman is really the selling points.
Did you
For
love
me.
Hereditary?
I did.
That
Did
one
you
sparked
love-
up a lot of
Did
Golden
you?
Geek.
Yeah. Did you
nominations.
love Midsommar?
I absolutely loved Midsommar.
Well, how do you feel about the third film? The third film from Ari Aster.
I hope
like-
it doesn't disappoint.
You see Disappointment Boulevard and you see Thor. What theater are you walking into, my friend?
Well, Thor's
Take
attached
the
to
review out of
MCU,
it.
so
Take
I
the
got to do a
review
review.
No, take the review. Yeah, it's you get the
We're
day
reviewing
off.
Disappointment.
Yeah, review that, but
Um,
take the day off. You got a ticket till 1. Which you going to first?
Thor, man. Thor.
Okay,
It's got to be
Thor.
Thor.
It's Thor.
Yeah.
It's gotta be Thor. It's gotta be Thor.
Let's do it.
Okay.
It's got love and
Most
thunder in it.
Anticipated movies of 2022: The Batman, Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness, Thor: Love and Thunder, Lightyear, and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man Part 1 of Part 2, and the Deathly Hallows.
Spider. Yeah.
It's such a long fucking
And where to
title.
find them.
yeah, The Secrets of Norman Osborn. Oh fuck! And the crimes of Peter Parker. It should be reversed, but it's not in this universe. Ladies and gentlemen, we have gone 3.5 hours. We're not gonna plug anything else. This is what we do. I always forget when we get to Golden Geeks, and I remember hour 2. I'm like, right, we're in the thick of it. But you know, it's worth it because everyone always hits us up and says one of their favorites, and it is a fun thing to do. And I'm just very happy we got to do like a full one because last year was fun, but that was just like such a pity of like this year we had like 10, 12 like best scenes where it's like we actually got to debate and talk about like what's not. So I thank you gentlemen for joining us or joining me and whatnot. Good time. You guys have anything to say before we get out of here? And the winners will be revealed in I think late March, something like that.
That was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good
That
time.
was lots of fun. Thanks for joining me, you guys.
You know what? Get Thor and Love and Thunder out of there. Anyways,
Go
Taylor,
Volcano.
yeah, Taylor, go rest those heavy eyes. And when you hear
Oh,
from
they're
us
heavy.
next, it'll not be boring.
Farewell.